I'm milking this shit for all it's worth.
The best time of his life.
I'm bleeding out this weekend as long as I can.
I don't want it to end.
He's like, hey guys, I saw y'all's notification. Figure I just kind of hang around. I don't have to talk or anything unless you got an extra mic.
Unless you got an extra mic.
And he just sat right here.
I will get Nick in the corner though.
All right, one second. We're going, but I'm gonna throw this on Facebook real quick. Huh?
It's like delayed.
Yeah, it has a delay in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like 30 seconds.
that's the actual.
One
No,
more
no,
time, one
it's
more
not.
time
It's
to
not
kick
that
it.
long.
No.
This is weird with the actual words being up there on the deal, so you can hear someone starts talking shit like "fuck you, man."
Hey, fuck you, buddy. Regular television has a significant delay on broadcast to make sure that.
What's your name?
Like, ever since Janet Jackson's titty come out,
Yeah.
they implemented like permanent.
10-second
Like,
delay.
it's more than that. It's like a minute, something like that. Maybe 90 seconds. Make sure that they can hit the fucking cancel button just in case. I'm still mad. Still mad that I had walked away from the TV. I thought Janet Jackson was sexy.
She is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She can get it.
Motherfucker look like Freddie Jackson.
All right, man. Are y'all ready for this?
Dun, 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 dun.
Stop there.
Show me you're from the 90s without telling me you're from the 90s.
100% in fifth grade.
I saw
did
the
a
sign.
Jock Jams dance class in gym.
Chuck Jams. Remember that shit, man? You get like this is 2000,
Yeah.
whatever. It'd be
Now
like all the
2000.
jams.
Something?
Now music or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
That was post Jock Jams, and I feel like they're still going. They're on Now Music 175.
Yeah. It's fucking weird. So we have the TV up on this one so we can all see what you guys are saying. And I don't know if this is going to be the best thing for us.
As long
I
as
feel
you
like it's
don't-
distracting.
As long as you don't keep looking at it.
It's like I'm looking at myself.
Just let
myself.
Saxon look at it.
Okay.
Just be regular.
Yeah. But fuck, man. What a camp out.
Good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't even really a camp. I mean, it was. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but it was a multiple day party, and
It's a
so
celebration,
it was
bitches.
significantly different than previous versions, which were much more intimate in that regard. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I think a lot of people had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
At the big day party.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree, man. I felt like, we've been kind of we kind of talked about it a little bit last night with Sit Down Steve, but to me, it's just fucking amazing. It was amazing seeing everybody like really just travel the way they did and through the conditions and like being like, fuck it, we're on our way. And I'm like, God damn, like I wish I had something to offer you other than a good time.
Yeah.
Once
I
you
don't think
got
nobody
here.
had perfect conditions, really.
No, I mean, when we
getting
rode
there.
up, it was still kind of even, kind of dreary and shit.
Yep.
So,
And not just the traveling and the way it's grown, but the vibe. It's the friendliest. I've seen talked to more people, seen more comments where people were saying everybody that, especially the ones that are kind of close down there, were so welcoming because we showed up. People shared their food, they shared their drinks, they shared their drugs. That it really was. It was the vibe is just. It's we kind of joke about hoping for a fight sooner or later, like it's not a real biker event till there's a fight. But dude, I wouldn't have it any other way.
How? I mean, like
everybody there is
everything
so cool
feels
with
chill,
everybody. Yeah.
I got so many comments, people just coming up to me like, man, everybody's just so nice, so chill, just everybody's having a good time. I mean, I've never seen one argument, one big one.
Yeah.
But that's what you said. Like, we don't necessarily have something to offer them or give them, but that's what you're giving them. You're giving them a safe space, a place for nothing but a good time, so much love. Like, that's worth any fucking trip. That's the shit that we do.
What's like-minded people? Everybody there has put something down to be there. You know what I mean? It's not it's not a bike show. You're coming there to hang out.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's like I said, man. Like the people that rode and seeing all their stories, and what really sucked is as soon as we got there on Thursday, we were cut off from everybody's stories coming in, and so we don't. There was so much shit that I felt like I missed.
Yeah.
But that I know we were getting tagged in, and you could just see the tags, but by the time we got back to service, they had already ran the 24-hour deal.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I made a point to reach out just to anybody who was doing that 3 days later when we got service, just to be like, sorry that, we didn't catch the story or hit a repost or whatever, but, we got the real thing, and I appreciate that so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first day, was pretty, I think it was pretty chill. Like, we all got pulled over on the way up there. We were mobbing pretty hard, though. We had like 40 bikes, 30 bikes with us.
Yeah, it was heavy.
And big trouble, longest he's ever ridden a bike before, for sure. And, we came around that fucking town. Like, that's the way we always, every year we go up the same route, right? And almost never see cops. And then this year, they were fucking waiting for us.
We had the dragnet thrown on us, dude.
Were y'all still in Texas?
Yeah, no, we were in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, that one road we skip the turnpike and we take that one road that goes back to Hugo or wherever the fuck the town is.
Yeah,
we were like
on the
maybe 20 miles from
Y'all
that.
went straight instead of getting on the turnpike?
Yeah. So, that was kind of weird because I was kind of nervous, you know what I mean? Because being in the front, like, I was the one they clocked going over the speed limit, and we were, double yellow lining dudes. It's just that road's a 2-lane road, and it's fucking, you could see from here to California on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's like, just pass them.
That's what they said. The call-in wasn't even about like speed, or they weren't clocking us. They had received phone calls about shoulder passing.
Yeah.
And that's why they're like, okay, we better nip this in the
probably
butt.
Chief.
It was cheap. 100% it was cheap. But at the same time, they were so chill, and they were just, I think they were happy to see people in their fucking county because they didn't have nothing to do. These guys were 79 years old. Like,
Dude.
best, most action they had in
I felt
2
like
months.
I felt like the cop that pulled us over also does drugs. He looked like he was like gonna pat us down for drugs if we would have had it. So, but yeah, that whole deal was kind of weird at first because I was kind of worried that they were gonna like run all my shit. Yeah. And I have a warrant in Oklahoma, so I need to take care of it. Yeah,
It's old. It's like,
That's old news.
he just took all the stuff. I couldn't. In Texas, they run our license plate and they see our insurance. Well, I don't have a card, and I don't even know my login for the damn thing. I can show them the payments that are being made, but I don't know how to get a card. And then on the spot in somewhere where I have no service, trying to get my card, like nothing I could do.
That's really all it was. And the guy on the back end too, he didn't even care about what was happening with the law. He just started talking about Harleys. Yeah. He said, I had to sell my bike not too many long ago. I used to do the same thing as y'all. I'm like, did you? But he had nothing but a good time. Nothing but good things to say too.
I think Oklahoma's got a thing where when you have a top 10 podcast in the country, they drop your warrant. Ooh. Congrats on that, my man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's here because of all the stuff we do, man.
Yeah.
Everything that the Fast Life name is on has progressed and grown because of our friendships.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, it looks funner. If I was just a painter that was just, I had no connection to the scene, and you guys weren't rocking the stuff that I do or helping me do this, it wouldn't mean the same. It wouldn't be the same in my opinion. So, thank you guys for that shit.
I appreciate that.
I guess Sax has been helping. He's kind of good.
Hey.
Young Sax.
He getting paid though.
One more time to kick it.
But that's the cool part about it is like, it's not a monetary thing for anybody.
Yeah.
We get paid in all the love and the friendship that we all have, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like we do work hard for this shit. The whole lot. Like you still paint dope shit, but all of it is the whole crew putting it down, and that's awesome.
It means a lot, man, because I was thinking about this at some point, whether it was yesterday or today. I need to move this camera. Yeah.
It's in the back of your head.
Yeah. At some point, I was thinking, I'm like, I feel like this is the best time of my life yet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yet to be had. Or
I feel
however
that.
you want
like,
to say it. Yeah.
not saying it's the best I will ever have, but I'd say right now, everything that we're doing, all these things we do together and look forward to and host together, like, it's completely like, this is the best shit ever right now.
I don't think you're alone in that feeling either, and I think that's the exact reason why everybody keeps putting up. It's like winning from the casino or something like that, and keep putting your money back in.
Yeah.
Or getting an investment on your business and keep putting it back in your business, because that's what we're doing is we just keep re-injecting into the friendship, and that's why we keep going and doing the shit that we're doing.
Yeah.
What's that saying? It's a fucking Walmart T-shirt now. It's been used so many times, but It really is true. Living your best life. I feel like we all are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things aren't perfect, but fuck, dude. Joe Kidd said something on that last one he was on. He was talking about being in his helmet sometimes and just being so happy he cries. Just, come up, whether you see a sunset or just something's right. And I went and hugged his neck the other day because I was like, dude, that happens to me all the time. And I don't, I'll ask Jones, hey, did you cry back there? And he's like, no, me neither. Of course not. Yeah, whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And, but yeah, it is. And kind of the same thing. Like, I'm on record for saying I feel like I won the lottery with just you guys and this whole thing. And yeah, I feel like we're living our fucking best life,
Yeah, man.
Not to just, whatever.
Well, what's awesome, like with this camp out and the success we had this year, every year there feels like there's some kind of looming thing that's keeping certain people from making that jump or that are really busting ass to be there, right? And this year was the most excusable. Half the country was covered in snow.
Yeah.
And the weather did not look promising for the actual event. But even so, I mean, I don't even remember what took place Thursday. I would talk about Thursday more if I remember anything from it.
I remember showing up. I was already there.
Yeah.
This dude was already plastered.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know. Like, that night kind of went quick, it seemed like, because everybody's there. Everybody's greeting each other. Everybody's, beer freaking smasher over here.
Yeah.
It was all right. I was doing that on Thursday. That was fun.
But, yeah, it was just like everybody's so excited. Just everybody getting there. Everybody pulling up on bikes. Just as soon as they pull up, what's up, man? Dabs, hugs, whatever fuck y'all do. It was.
I feel like it'd be, how sick would it be if, the sun or the Saturday we were all taking the pictures over there. How sick would it be if, like, that's the entrance to the camp out, is all these people just partying. You're like, fuck it, yeah. Like, it's like the hallway to, like, the football game or some shit.
It's like a wedding procession.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you just set it up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you just set it up. Every person pulling in just stops right in front of the lights, click, and they get one picture, one good picture.
Well, I feel like Saturday when we were sitting out there, I feel like there were a couple of adventure bikes or maybe a Hell Yeah Brother that came in just as everybody's out there, and they were, what the fuck is going on here?
They're just coming for a
And
peaceful
everybody's just
weekend.
cheering, everybody's just cheering them on because they're rolling up, and so that
Doing it for the gram, brother.
Yeah. It's, but I mean, so, the Friday was the one that was like everybody was worried about because it was showing 83%, 85% rain, which usually when it's over 50%, like, you're like, all right,
It's
we
gonna
get
rain.
it. You're going to rain. But what was amazing about that day is that one storm passed through quickly and then dried up.
Yeah.
And we were able to still go out into the front and fucking just party, dude. Yeah. The race, Larry, myself, the Indian Challenger, Sit Down Steve, Brad, everybody doing wheelies out there, Charlotte. To me, like, that was supposed to be the worst day. Like, that was supposed to be all day rain or some shit, and we still managed to do that big ass picture with everybody out there in the sign, the race, and then I've said it a million times since then. The way people reacted to the adversity that came and made that whole night a party. The leg wrestling on stage. I walked up to that shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Well, back to Thursday real quick. Y'all were all there in the morning. Got there early, and so I could see how it might have been a blur. I had to work. I didn't get off as early as I thought I would, so I didn't get up there till after dark. And several times throughout the day, I had to put my phone down because as people were getting there, it looked so fun, and I started, even though knowing I'm gonna be in there in just a few hours. Dude, I already had
antsy feeling.
Oh my god, where I was replying real short on emails and just I had FOMO already setting in, and I wasn't even missing out,
Yeah.
And but fuck, there was a tattoo got
Steve
out the gate.
It may have gone by fast to y'all, but Thursday night fucking rocked as far as the party.
Oh yeah,
and
it's a good time.
Don't sleep on Thursday night.
No,
if you can't get there till Friday, I get it.
It's always me. It always seems like the first night and Saturday night is always the best. Like
people,
Friday's a little sketchy. I mean, there's a lot of people still partying, but
don't sweat getting there late on Thursday night, whatever it takes, because everybody's in the best mood they'll be in probably all weekend.
Yeah,
you will have help setting up your tent. And
super excited.
Guarantee if it's not just set up for you.
Yeah.
Thursday night was
big shout
awesome.
out to Ben, and I think you helped Ashley get set
up. Yeah, I did. With your origami ass tent. That shit
I pulled up, my shit was set up, laid out, everything was right. I'm like, hell yeah, this feels good. I ain't got to set up shit.
Meatball got mine set up. Got our stuff set up.
She kicked ass. She helped on some of my big old circus tent thing.
But
Yeah,
dude, she was pumped. She was out. I think she was out by 8 or 10. I mean, she had a fucking time and she was up. She did it. She got her thing. But that was her thing. She wanted to. She had bought into the hype that it was going to be big, and she wanted them. You know, she wanted a good spot. She wanted close to where we were, so she locked it in.
Thursday is kind of, you get there, especially cats that are coming from really far, right? You've been earning it, and you get there, and you're so excited. You got all the adrenaline, and you're just stoked to be there. And then at the same time, you're circulating through this ever-growing crowd that doesn't seem to stop. So you just have a micro conversation after micro conversation. And so you might not go like 2 hours deep into some crazy, drug-filled rant or something like that. Right. But it's meet and greet, and go everywhere. And that's probably why it feels so fast.
Yeah.
But it was so fun. Like you said, it was just so much excitement in one fucking circle.
Well, I think it was also exciting for us because, we always tell everybody, it's like the amount of people that show up is not necessarily important, but it doesn't mean that it's not exciting to think or see how many people show up to this thing, right? And like when the St. Louis dudes rolled in about 10 o'clock,
That was awesome.
it's like fuck yeah, man! All the dudes from Tennessee when they rode through, and when Joe Kidd and the dudes from NorCal rode through, like all that shit was like fuck yeah, Every time you see a pack of 5 or 10 bikes pull in, and we're down at the campfire, and you see them up there, you're like, hell yeah, who's that?
Who is
so
this?
much effort. Yeah. It's so cool to see people's effort be rewarded in a sense to just get up there. That's you can't pay that back with anything other than love and drinks and fucking smiles.
Yeah.
Thursday night is, like I said, it's the reunion night. That's the night where the big bro hugs. What?
Sorry, I read some comment. Larry said he's gold medalist up there.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, Thursday's night is.
Y'all better cut it
yeah,
out.
homie himself is watching right now. He wants to say, I want to know who the cats are I'm taking to dinner when we come up there.
Hey, right here. We coming to see you.
Yeah, I'm excited for
I'm
that.
stoked, too.
That's later on in the podcast. We're talking about the trip later on.
But yeah, Thursday's the night of the big bro hugs. Like I said, if there's a dude you've been fucking with on Instagram that you're really excited to meet in real life, it generally happens Thursday night. Like Taylor and Brennan, that came all the way from Boston. That just super rad to meet those dudes. I've been talking to Taylor for a minute on Instagram, and that's what Thursday night is. If you can make it and be there, it's worth it because, like I said, just everybody, the fucking love.
Dude, it felt like it really felt like it went by so quick.
I was just thinking that too.
But I would say that's the difference with this one versus all the other ones that we've done. Is it almost felt like there was no ending point to the parade in, right? Mm-hmm. Because literally until Saturday night for some people, it didn't stop.
Yeah.
The entrances didn't stop.
There were still people rolling in.
Yeah,
Saturday.
and that's crazy.
Thursday was my latest night of staying up and partying. I was up till after 4 on Thursday.
Yeah, I stayed up.
Yeah, exactly, Josh.
For 2 days.
That's wild. Dude. That's just wild.
And then did the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to live that life, quite frankly. I don't. I know how it happens, but I don't know how to live. I don't know how to live that life. That's a lot. Although I dabbled, I did do a little. Dabble. It was cool.
Yeah,
but oof. Yeah, that's a full diet right there.
I felt bad, man.
Y'all gotta stop looking at this motherfucker, man.
Dude, it's hard.
I'm just glancing,
fucking
but
squirrel. Every one of y'all.
I apologize to everybody. Friday, I had way too many mimosas Friday morning, and about died after lunch.
Hell yeah.
We kept asking Ash. She's like, "Is he breathing?"
100%.
Yeah, that's not like me for real. And
nope.
That headache, that was probably one of the worst headaches I ever had in my life. So I laid down, I was out.
You classify it
how
as
many
a
how many
migraine?
bottles of it was some
We had
preposterous number, right?
17
liter and a half bottles
Of champagne.
Champagne.
Yeah.
And we finished the last one by ourselves with just the homies on Sunday morning.
Yeah, it felt great.
But I would say 15 of those got drank Friday.
I doubt whoever gave us that bomb is listening.
Yo.
Yeah,
But
whoever,
Don't use that word like in an airport.
fucking
You can't use
bomb.
that.
whoever brought the bomb,
What is it? It was a quarter stick of dynamite or C4? Dynamite, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to see a full one because that thing almost blew up the river.
Yeah, river.
River.
I lit it Sunday morning and it was loud
Dude.
as fuck.
Yeah, it was a lot louder.
It like I felt it, like an Oklahoma City bombing kind of felt. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all missed that, but it was loud.
But that was
It was in my saddlebag. I'm like, I'm glad I
Yeah,
didn't go
I'm
ride
not
home
gonna
with
take
that
this
shit.
Definitely had that
Your bike
domestic
catch on
terrorism
fire on
feel
the way
to it.
home. And boom!
Where'd Jace go? Why is Jace dead? Because he just got bombed. Man, I don't know that whole deal, but yeah, the Friday thing. You know, you were gone. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what happened.
I just
And then
got fucked up. I drank way too many mimosas.
$250 worth of champagne.
Yeah.
champagne is not expensive.
Well, apparently
But
we
it
made
was
it,
a lot.
so it was good.
Yeah, I just got a fucking killer headache. And I couldn't come back from it. I took like 3 BCs trying to get up. Nope.
Well, it was kind of, you know, the rain deal, and I've said it so many times already since we've been doing this, but the way the rain started coming down, like literally right as it got dark. It started to get dark, and the rain started pouring, and it didn't stop, and nobody stopped. I mean, some people just like, fuck it, I'm going to bed.
Right.
But it just became this new thing. Hey, this new obstacle. We're going to figure out how to party in the rain.
Yeah. Everybody
And I
went
always
to the
think of like
stage,
Woodstock,
pretty much.
right?
Yeah, a little bit of a hippie commune feel as far as
Oh, if it
fuck
would
it,
have
dude,
been,
we're gonna rally.
if it
Yeah,
would have been 10 degrees warmer, everybody would have been just standing
Oh, yeah.
uncovered, just
Half naked.
probably just still partying
More
in
than
the rain. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely tested the strength of that stage. He's never got to worry about an act falling through or nothing like that because
There's a bunch
you
of
put
motherfuckers.
300 people on there. You're good. You're good. You can put your drums on there and you're okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Friday, the rain.
When did it
don't
come
know.
in? 5, 6
I think it
o'clock.
hit pretty
Like
late.
6.
4,
It was
5,
later.
6, yeah. Something.
Yeah, because I felt like we finished doing the stunt show thing or the ride out front, and then we all started coming back. I just remember, I think Steve said it yesterday on the podcast. He goes, he told somebody, and just watching all the people walk to the front of the campground was like so many
Yeah.
fucking people, you know.
Who talked to the cops when they came?
I don't know who was
Not
talking to
I.
him.
You know what's
It
in?
wasn't any of our guys. There was 3 dudes standing there.
Yeah,
They took it?
Everybody pretty much turned
Hey, how you
around.
doing,
Was
sir?
like, fucking nerds.
Yeah, Ashley said everybody dispersed like cockroaches when the cops rolled on.
Nobody ran. Everybody just turned around,
Yeah, they
like,
just
threw their
started-
beer down,
Right,
just
right.
went shot him a shitty look.
Everybody tried to do the whole, like, I'm going to keep my beer on my side
Yeah.
so he can't see it holding me.
It's like you're at a high school party
Yeah,
underage.
exactly.
Oh, scram, scatter.
Scram.
No,
That's
it was
what-
interesting the convergence of people because it almost happened simultaneously. Because no lie, I was over actually talking with all the St. Louis guys. Actually, CW was the
Yeah.
one that we were really chatting up about. Let's get some like bracket racing going on. And the whole time we was also speaking to Kyle, Insta having Kyle about doing the Indy and Harley deal, right?
Yeah.
And
you were
knew
probably the most hype about the whole thing.
Fuck yeah, it was. I was trying to hype
yeah.
other people.
I
CW
wanna-
was on my level too, and
I
he
wanna
wanted to
see
do
him
it. I'm
run.
like, all right, I just
Yeah.
met you, and you ready to do this? Let's do it. But I did want it to happen because
Yeah.
I knew the people wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things. It doesn't even matter what the result is, but it happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened, at least that we know, anywhere else. So that was going to happen, and we already knew people was going to do wheelies and shit like that. I wanted to do more.
I think
I wanted
people
more
last
people
year-
just to randomly fucking go down the road.
Yeah.
It might have been better that it didn't, but
When Rusty and Steve and you guys did the wheelies last year in front, the majority of the campground didn't know. It wasn't like there
Yeah,
wasn't.
right.
And I think a lot of people were kind of like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, how did I miss that? I would have been up there. You were just standing
Yeah.
by the sign, right?" So I think everybody was a little bit extra like, "Yeah, dude, let's do this." And then once the races started talking about, because we were up at Monty's thing, we came
Yes.
back down. It was like races are about to happen.
It's about
Hey,
to happen.
races are about to happen. Hey, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Anybody got a 124 or bigger? Races about to happen.
No,
And,
that was Ben doing that shit. He was one walking around trying to put money in people's
I
pockets.
thought
to
he was
race.
fitting to
yeah,
race.
but we were hyping, walking around. Just
This is
putting
not
it
fucking
in-
fair.
I'm about to
Put
say,
it
who's
in
gonna
the-
race
Why
him?
Can his
Nobody.
turbo spool up that quick?
Shit. Fucking smoke everybody.
But it was about putting it in people's ear and letting them know, like, hey, shit's about to go down.
exactly.
Get ready. And, dude, when it was, like, time to go, people were ready.
It was a little hype train.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. Whenever I was gonna race Kyle, and because I guess you went up there to make sure it wasn't a cop or whatever he left. I was nervous as fuck. I was like, fuck, man, this feels like a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You know,
figured
I was
I-
like,
I figured you was nervous when you
better not let him
convinced him
beat
to
you.
do a roller.
yeah.
He better not
I
win.
know that wasn't his idea.
No, I think for him too, a roller been better because these baggers, especially his and mine as
takes
well,
a minute.
to launch those things is a scary thing. I mean, y'all saw the Moto America do when he fucking left the line and it
Oh
fucking.
yeah.
I was talking to Tony Shreds, one of the podcasts we released this week, and he was like, the bagger he was racing,
As far as that cop, that's what he's saying up there.
the bagger that he was racing, he said that it comes off the line so fucking hard because of the torque that you almost have to start in second gear just so it doesn't, so you can slip and drag the clutch out a little bit.
Why does it have that much more torque than say any of the other new Softails or other M8 platforms?
No, I mean they do. They all have
These are
torque, but
built
these are built
motors,
motors. You know, so
Fair enough.
the thing about a lot of the torque curves on Harleys is they're fucking straight up and over.
Sure.
And so with that happening, it's really hard to get off a line, man. Like, cause that's what happened with me and Larry. Like,
Yeah.
Larry, you know, just hooked up
Just hooked
quicker
up.
than I did.
Sure.
My hookup popped, and then his. I think he popped it up a little bit, but he was able to get it going.
Right.
And then it was just like this
And that's
deal.
all it takes.
Yeah.
Because you guys are so closely matched to begin with. If there's any pop or whatever,
Yeah.
that's all it
I
takes.
mean, Larry's bike, got to give him credit though. It's a 114,
100%.
but it's built. It's a
Fast as
built
fuck, yeah.
fucking 114.
I'm not
Moonshine
gonna
Harley
lie.
did it.
If you're gonna buy a new bike, like if you want to give big props to a dealership,
Yeah.
you got to talk about that dealership because
Yeah.
his bike is just spectacular, and they get into the depths that
they're-
we kind
They
of
should
all
probably
get into.
donate bikes to us because I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, hey, I'll swing by in about 3-4 weeks, Moonshine.
Yeah.
All right,
Give us a motor hookup.
get me one ready. I'll take a Road Glide, okay?
Need some built 131s.
I'll just
But-
trade you straight up.
The but that's the thing about it, man. Like his bike's fast, man, and
It's very fast.
the Indian's fast too. I mean, all he did was put cams in it, but
Mm-hmm.
that water cooled motor is capable of so much more than a Harley air cooled motor is. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and so, you know, is all the fun of the shit talking about it back and forth. It's all fun, right? At the end of the day, I was stoked to see him build that bike and bring it out there, ride it out there more than
Ride it to
anything,
the Campout, yeah.
and you know, even line it up. I mean,
Agreed.
for the Indian, and I'm just the last time you'll ever hear me say this, but for it to only have a set of cams and to keep up with me, got to give it some props.
Yeah.
Big time.
It's fast.
You know?
Yeah.
Big time. I'm interested to see what essentially Harley's answer in their motor is going to be like too, because that thing, he knows that motor is silly.
The Revolution?
That motor is silly.
It fucks, dude.
Yeah.
Wait till y'all get on that. That Revolution is not a joke. It's not a joke.
It's gonna probably be different though. Whenever, like, you put that in a different chassis.
Exactly. I'm interested to see what the difference would be. I mean, in the Pan America,
But it's water cooled too, right?
yeah. So, essentially, I would say similar, or if not identical concept. Even the moldings of the motor, it's the same type of look, right? It's not open air V twins like all the traditional Harleys. It's capsulized, just like the Indian is.
Well, they don't need the fins to
Yeah.
cool it.
Right,
So.
right.
Which I don't care for
That
that
whiskey
look.
warm going on, dude. In my neck.
Hell yeah! You
We
know,
kicked the air on. Shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fucking hot.
cut your t-shirt,
Hot
bro.
tamale, I'm sweating.
Thick neck, mother.
I guess y'all haven't ridden the FT.
Have not. Have you?
Never heard of her.
You rode Stu's at one time at Ferris Wheelers, right?
And I feel it probably would feel the same as that bike.
Really?
That felt like a real off-road type, like dirt bike almost.
Small
But it
though.
was fucking
It's small.
really fast.
It's not that the bike isn't quick or cool or whatever, but the thing is, like, I need my bike to do more than just one thing.
Yeah.
You know, the FTR, badass bike, but
Around town, you can't touch it.
yeah,
Just
but
like a sport bike.
come fuck with me on the road, man.
Exactly.
Let's, like, throw your shit
Let,
on there.
let me
Let's
see
go
you
ride
in
somewhere.
800 miles because you're gonna probably
Yeah.
be dead
Not gonna
halfway.
be comfortable, yeah.
Chamberlain, dude, I'll beat
You guys
Chamberlain's
are
ass.
entranced by this thing. We're gonna turn this
Yeah, we
thing
gotta
off.
turn that off.
Good. I think
Y'all
that's good.
motherfuckers.
Well, I mean,
Interacting with the community.
this podcast for right now.
Yeah, but these are.
That's what I said. Just
these
let
are the
Saxon look
homies.
at it.
Yeah.
All up there.
Yeah. Zach was
So
at
what
the-
do you think-
Zach's the kid, he partied hard.
What do you think, like, stood out the most to you about the camp out this year that you enjoyed the most?
Let's just go around the table. Go ahead and kick it off, Jaden.
And I already said it would probably just be the vibe, just the overall. Like I said, it was surreal. Most of it, looking around, I can't tell you. Each day, at one point I looked around and just went, Jesus Christ, this is insane.
Yeah.
Including Thursday, like I couldn't fucking believe it. The turnout that was there Thursday.
Yeah, just the first day. Yeah.
And then, like I said, the vibe, including the rain. When everybody, all of a sudden. The rain was one thing. I had a really good rain jacket, so I was one of the ones that stayed out in a little bit longer and going to get beers. I would go fill up my pockets and bring them back to the stage. Made a couple runs on that. And like I said, it was just surreal. You would get over there and I would look around. And I remember the first time we were there and it rained, everybody fit under the pavilion, where the smoker is. And to look around and see that filled up. But then you just see these random canopies that have, 10, 15 people underneath them. And there's a few of those sprinkled around. You look over the stage and they look like, you know what I mean? Who knows how many people the stage has between in it and right around it. And then, as you just make the panorama, thing, that was one of my biggest, I was so happy. I was proud. It was kind of sobering in a good way. Just, this is awesome. Look how many people were having a good time. And it was a little rain, you know what I mean? It wasn't tornadoes. It wasn't anything where it was taking away from the party. So, yeah, it had that fucking Woodstock, that hippie vibe where it kind of brought everybody together. People were forced to, be amongst each other in the stage between the leg wrestling and all that stuff. Just the togetherness of it. Yeah. That was one of the coolest things, that it, as big as it was and as bigger as it had ever been, it felt as small and as friendly and as family and as connected as, I guess, any of them outside of probably the first one when it was literally just us.
Yeah.
And
there was still a lot of camp. I mean, it was weird because this is the first year that we didn't consolidate the tents around the campfire.
Yeah.
The whole campground was filled. Well,
It was awesome.
it was just people from end to end, right?
Yeah.
And everybody had their own thing. And it's like, as much as we want, I think we all agree that we want everybody to kind of converge under one fire. I get it, man.
It's not gonna happen,
It's
yeah.
hard to look at that from a distance. We're in it because we camp next to it, right? But when they all have their chairs and their things and their own little fire pit over there, I get it, man. But that's the scary part about the growth of the Campout is the intimacy goes away.
Well, then
I think the rain made it more intimate
It did.
because you
Yeah,
had to get
forced.
close and
Yeah.
get to know people.
One of my biggest regrets was not, and I'll give it to you so you can talk, but it's Mark and them, they stayed at Monty's thing kind of up the hill by the office, and I would go up there and hang out, but all of a sudden I would turn and call that bad planning on my part. I wouldn't take a cooler, but I'd go up there and need a beer. Next thing I know, I'd go back down and get a beer, take a piss, and seems like I'm stuck down there for 3 hours. So that was my biggest at the end of the day. I was like, man, I don't feel like I hung out with Mark and those guys near as much as I really wanted to, and I wasn't even trying not to, if that makes sense. So
No, that's a good segue into my point. Essentially, what I feel like Campout was for me, because we've spoken about it before in the prelude or anything that we've talked about previously, is that the Campout is going to be a different experience for everybody. You have to make it what it is to you. And for me, this year in particular, more than any other year, the Campout wasn't really my Campout. I was trying to make sure everybody else had the Campout that we've all experienced in the past. So intentionally, I did as much or more circulation to try to meet people that essentially either A, had never met before, or B, deserved that connection. And it was a very conscious decision, but I knew that it was going to take away from kind of my if I just sat experience. But I don't regret it whatsoever, because I think, at least from my perspective, I think those connections for some of the individuals were really impactful. And that's, if I'm coming from who fucking knows wherever, it doesn't matter, 200, 500, 1,800, that many miles, and nobody even gives me a peace out or anything like that, that would kind of suck. Yeah. So I tried to make it, I tried to make it worth somebody's while, in a sense, even though I'm just
that's why
regular,
the campfire thing works, because at the end of the day, when you come to the campfire and we're all there, and we're talking, and someone walks up, hey man, hey Jace, or hey James, I'm so and so, I rode from here. I'm like, fuck, you rode from there, dude? How was the weather? That was you, right? So it's like we talked about this at the Campout, because we saw a couple people that were just sitting alone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They came alone, which is hard to do. And
Really
they did it.
fucking hard to do.
They did it. They were there. And all they had to do while they were there alone is just walk up to any group of people and just fucking be
Just
a fly on the
exist.
wall.
Yeah. No,
You know?
exactly.
Eventually, someone will be like, hey, man, what's your name? Where'd you come from?
Yeah.
And then it's the same thing like this podcast. Like, hey, James, so, what's your life story? And you start here, and then you say something like, oh, shit, Belle Biv DeVoe, I love them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then you
go
start
from there.
tying.
Yeah.
You start tying these fabrics into a knot or whatever it is. That's how you get tighter.
Yeah.
And there's no way to fabricate that. It is only authentic by doing it and being there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I think that was my takeaway from this Campout. From Campout 4, it was not walking away and Tuesday, Wednesday morning being like, oh, this guy was there and I'm now meeting you on the internet. I tried to get in their face, even if it was for a brief period of time, just to say then after the fact, if we do connect on the internet or anywhere else, we had an introduction.
Yeah.
And it was super beneficial for me. But it did change my personal experience.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, the bigger it grows, the less this camp out is what it was for us in the beginning, and the more it is about being a host. Like, hey, man, hope everybody has a good time. So it's like the part of it is like, I want to get shit-faced.
Right.
And I want to do that. And I want to go live.
Right.
I couldn't go live this year. We had no service for some reason. But I want to do all this crazy shit we've always done. But now it's like, fuck, man. Like, I feel like, A, I should be walking around taking pictures as much as I can. B, I should be coherent enough that when someone comes up and talks to me and says, like, yo, man, I just rode from fucking Alaska, dude. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, really? And not be like some like, oh, cool. All right, we get it. You rode far. And just walk off. You know what I mean?
The cool thing about it, though, and I know all y'all have gotten love after the fact, and I have as well, I think those efforts that we made during the event were received and appreciated, and literally have had direct conversations about, you made me feel welcome, and that's why I enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, that's all I need.
Did you get a lot of people come up to you and go, are you dragging?
Yeah.
This
So
fucking guy.
I told you guys that on Sunday before we left. Like a little bit of it felt exactly what James said. But I purposely made a conscious decision to do that. But some of it felt like I was kind of working an event, because it was one of those. I would have a conversation and I was like, man, I'm out of beer. I'm gonna go take a leak. Let me, catch you in a minute. Go talk. And on my way to go get a beer or take a leak, somebody else would say something like, hey, man, I'll be right back to you. And then, of course, I'm not going to be a dick, so I'd come right back to him. But it was like that, and it felt like most of the weekend, and I loved it. And just like you said, I tried to be, it was genuine with every single person. And if I didn't talk to you, man, I hated it. I missed it. But it felt like it was I don't know. That's the least I can do if you come out there. And I went through a 30-pack. I woke up I drank. I had fun, but I got there again after dark, 9, 10 o'clock-ish. I woke up a 30-pack and into the next one, gone. And a lot of those were, oh, they don't have Montucky's where you're from. You've heard about them on the podcast. Dude, here, let's drink one together. I'm going to send you on with one. And a lot of those were giveaway beers.
Bye now.
Trading beers and that kind of stuff. And you start naming the states. There's so many that I won't remember. That, I can't time them right now. But the states, the South Dakota, the Iowas, the Illinois,
dude from North Dakota,
the North Dakota, the you know what I mean? Just like I said, it was surreal. I mean, that's one of the things I can go back.
But we're gonna finish this whole deal. But to kind of talk, we were saying before we turned the mics on, where it's like everybody's saying, "Oh man, next year I'm making it," and it's like, first off, why are you as a grown man telling me your excuse? You know what I mean? Don't explain yourself to me, dude. Just show the fuck up next year.
Yeah. If you can't make it this year because whatever reason,
man,
you don't have to tell me about it. Just show up next year.
Yeah. It's just weird. It's like, do you want sympathy?
Well,
like somebody rode through the snow and you couldn't do it. I get it. That's even scary for me as an experienced rider. Like, I'd be sketched out too, but I would probably, I think Steve Chamberlain said it best. He goes, I would probably just load my bike up in a truck and I would ride it to warmer weather and then leave the truck with a homie in somewhere. I mean,
right.
or just drive it all the way there and ride the fucking, ride,
Yeah, for
you know, or
It happened, and it didn't matter.
or just drive.
Or like you said several times, if you have to drive your truck, drive your fucking truck. At least you're there,
Yeah,
having a good
come
time.
fucking hang
It doesn't
out.
matter.
So some of the coolest people that I met all weekend were Kyle's homies from Greenville. That some dudes that he first met when he moved down here from Missouri a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
They don't even have bikes, but they were some of the funniest, fucking
Yeah.
coolest dudes. They were making jokes about getting his Mustang on, we were calling it telling me to drift. And dude, but they were fucking so cool. And like I said, they just came to hang out. So the bikes are optional.
Right? Did it matter at the end of the day?
No,
It
dude,
didn't
they
fucking
came
matter at
and they
all.
added
still
to
had
the
a good
whole
time.
thing.
I mean, there's only like one star of the event's bike, and that was sit down Steve's bike because everybody was whoring it out.
It was everywhere. Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
Dumped it in
But the one thing I was saying is, if you couldn't make it and you're like, oh, dude, I'll be there next year, that's awesome. What I don't need to see is the people that were acting like, okay, now it looks like it passed my cool test. Fuck, dude, looks like y'all had a good enough time that I'll be there. No. First of all, that's not how it works. This wasn't a litmus.
You show up in the bad times, you show up in the good times.
Yeah, and it's just those. That's the shit. I'm one ear out the other when I see those. Like, oh man, looks like it was fun. I'll be there next year.
Yeah.
No, just
I don't like that shit either because at the same time, like those people, I'm saying it and they might get mad, but the people that are not going there to create the event, that are going to come back and just enjoy what's being created, it's not the same. When we talk about this ownership of this event, it's as much as it is ours, it's Steve Chamberlain's, since he's been coming since day one. It's our boy RD. Yeah. It's the homie Zach from fucking Illinois.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all these people that come to these events, and it's like
The people that are waiting for it to be like on master level.
oh, now it's born free status. Now I'll go.
They miss the
Chicks do that
shit that
shit.
really is like the rough shit, right? The stuff that like you're bleeding together, and that's what really makes it worth it. If you're just doing the creamy stuff on the top, like you're just frosting, it ain't the same, dude. It ain't the same. Be the ingredients. Show up.
We're marketing to you, bro.
so yeah, that was
Buy
one,
some shit.
But I hope they feel bad. I hope they saw everybody
Having
have
a
the
ball,
most
yeah.
amazing time, and I hope with your wavering on I didn't come, I hope you feel like shit right
Yeah.
now
If you
because you
didn't-
missed out. And we told you this shit well before. If you don't come, you don't make the effort,
year
you're gonna
before.
feel like you missed out. And sorry, but you did.
if you didn't come because you just didn't want to, if it wasn't like, hey, I paid the bills and I literally couldn't get off work. If it was I'm on the fence and you didn't come, fuck you, dude. Don't come next year. I don't really need you.
Yeah,
Like it's
you're
one
not
of those,
for this event.
Yeah, but I don't know. Just get over it. But what you just said about it's Steve's event, it's ever that's what I told a few people. Guys that especially if one or two guys that came out. Hey man, this is your shit now. Like no matter what you told people. Whenever you were coming down here, you might have had a coworker, an old lady, somebody going, where are you going again? Oh, well, these guys camp. Dude, you came, you were here, you partied.
Yeah.
This is your camp out now.
Yeah.
Now it's on you to go back to wherever the fuck you're from.
You're the captain.
And
Yeah. You were the captain now.
I don't know
Tell
a
them
person.
it was everything I thought it'd be and more. You got
I
to
don't know a
fucking
person
come,
that
dude.
came this year or even previous years that has said, nah, it wasn't for me. Every single person has said, it was everything and more to me, to everybody else. Hell yes, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
This is mine now. And I love that because that's taking ownership.
Yeah.
That is taking the reins and running with it. And just that's how you grow something full grassroots.
It makes motorcycles fun, man. Don't everybody's in that same boat with motorcycles, right? You get it, you start riding, you want to ride every day, and then it turns into the bar hopper scene around town, and then next thing you know, like that gets old, right? It gets old. Not saying we don't still do it, but
Right.
it's not like I'm not fucking can't sleep at night on Friday night because I'm meeting up with Jade in the morning. We're gonna go to fucking Reno's.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that doesn't keep me up at night.
But
Shit! I'm about to ride across country to camp out and sleep in the dirt and
That's the
fucking
shit now.
party.
That's the shit that
That's
keeps
the
me
shit I
up.
can't go to sleep about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, quick little anecdote too about as far as what James said about people that maybe look like they weren't really engaging and him trying to go to his way to talk to them. So there's a dude who's moved to Dallas from Alabama. I don't know, 6 months, sometime in the last year. Correct me, Dustin, if I'm wrong. Wherever it was, hit me up about the T-bars, bike night. Wanted to come. Was working second shift. Couldn't. One of those things where been talking for a minute via Instagram, and he came to recently got on a bike, got on a different bike, came to the bike night, and I missed him. I didn't see him for whatever reason. I think I got there early and I was already drunk and I was just doing my thing. And usually I go out of my way to, if I see a dude kind of standing by himself, go, hey, dude, what are you doing? Let me buy you a beer.
Right.
I missed him. He said he hung out for like 30 minutes and all of a sudden was just like, oh, I didn't talk to anybody. So I just bailed. Met him at the Campout. One of those things where I was like, I know you, dude. Where'd I know you from? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So from that minute, I was like, come here. And I was talking to a couple. I think I was talking to Taylor and Brendan, actually, the guys from Boston. One of those things, Amelia just brought him in as a friend. We're all talking. The rest of the night, if he was around me, I introduced him to anybody I knew. The rest of the weekend, every time I would see Dustin, I would look up, and it seemed like he was holding court in a group of 3 or 4 dudes. Not only like in a group, it seemed like he was telling a story or doing something, and the dude made friends. Like, I mean, I'll let you tell, but the rest of the weekend, he never had that look of, I don't know, like, I mean, he was walking around, big dick energy. This is my camp out now. Up through Sunday, I'm seeing him hug people by. You know, the dude that showed up.
I'll see you next year.
Yeah, no, motherfucker there showed up. I'm seeing him hugging dudes from other states. All right, dude, see, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's
Awesome.
about.
Dude,
if you can't come to the camp out and make friends, you got a fucked up personality or something. Something's wrong.
What stuck out for you, Cody B?
Well, y'all pretty much hit everything on the head.
course.
Ditto.
I mean, I was just gonna.
Did you dream it all the whole day Friday that you slept?
No,
like a cool.
I
Was it like migraine level?
Yes, it was bad. It was bad.
I feel bad for
That's
you.
why I couldn't get up. But
You need to step your mimosa.
you did the
game
hardest
up, bro.
riding.
fuck mimosas. I
You
will
need to
not.
step your mimosa game
I will
up.
not
son.
fucking drink more than 4.
Dude,
or
we're
5
drinking
no more.
mimosas on the way to Houston tomorrow.
I mean, all right, but I'm cutting myself off at 4. I'm going to fucking beer or liquor. But no, I was just gonna say, like, y'all hit the nail on the head with everything. I was just gonna say, like, you know, showing up by yourself, like we've already talked about. You know, I've done that. You know, and it's hard. It is hard to walk up on a group. You know, and even as big as it's gotten now, you know, it's way bigger than the first time I walked up on all y'all. You know, and I could just imagine. So, you know, kind of like James said, I just try to make everybody feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, you know, as long as I stayed sober, I just try to make my laps, talk to everybody. Like you said, you know, you're sitting there talking with somebody and you run out of beer. That's almost a good time to switch conversations.
Yeah. Perfect segue.
I mean, not to talk shit to nobody, but
Yeah.
like you're just trying to hit everybody.
You got
know?
to the end of this beer to tell me who you are.
It's not like that, but
But it's like, yeah, man, I'll catch you later. I gotta go grab a beer.
Exactly.
You go grab a beer, you leave the cooler, and it's like you run into somebody
Then it
else.
starts again. Yeah, the whole
you're
thing
just like,
starts again.
bam, man, you're just chatting it up. And one thing I was gonna say about we talk to so many people on the internet every day or on Instagram or whatever, and just to put face to a name.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people don't post their face or a picture of themselves on their Instagram. It's all, you know, a picture of the bike. Yeah, I know your fucking bike, but I don't know what you look like.
Selfie in a helmet.
Yeah, and then when they walk up to you and like, yeah, I'm so-and-so. Oh, fuck, yeah, we've carried on 3 conversations
fucking
before.
bro
you know?
hug real quick. Come on.
Yeah, it's
Come on.
It's super cool just to put it all together, you know?
Yeah,
It's funny you mentioned that because the more I had to have added more people just in the last few days than I've added.
Oh,
in,
yeah.
I don't even know how long. And the exact thing that you just described, I'm like, why don't y'all put your face on there, like your existence on there? Why is it just a motorcycle or a helmet or nothing? I want to know a person a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah,
all
They're
What
like,
you look
I am
like.
Donna Glide, whatever. Like, it's,
Yeah, if they're a performance
it's all
value
it is.
guy, it's always something glide.
Yeah.
If they're a Dyna, it's always FXDB.
If you're lucky enough, you'll graduate.
But you're right. You're right. It
Buy a
was
big
cool
wheel
to
faggot.
get
It
that.
ain't for everybody.
But yeah, I mean, for me, the camp out, I mean, I think I've already articulated in the last couple of podcasts I've done is, I was telling Steve last night, so I'm not a dude that wants to be on stage with a microphone. It's just not me,
Yeah, sure.
right? But he made it look so easy, effortless.
He's used to it.
That like he was when he got done with it, I was like, all right, I'm ready, man. I'm fucking hyped up. Like I feel like I can do this. And he gave it to me,
Fucking B-Rabbit guy on stage.
and I'm like,
No, Papa Dog.
he choked.
I was so ready to like I wanted to show love to everybody that traveled there, and I wanted to like show love to you guys helping make this thing happen. But it's like on stage, it's like I didn't know, like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know how to like work that crowd, right? Like you're talking to a podcast and thousands of people listen to it, but then they're not in front of your face
when you're looking at them.
And Steve was showing me the video he was taking of me while I was talking to them. I was like, fuck, man. Like on the stage, it's a lot of motherfucking heads over there. You know what I'm saying? And you want to say something that's like, you know, encouraging. And I wanted to tell people like, yo, like the way you guys traveled here was the most inspiring thing to me.
Yeah, inspiring.
You know?
And this is your forum to do that appropriately,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
for you. And that's cool, too. And you're right. We didn't – because we were so shotgun and all that stuff. Like, for a minute there, I don't even know if we really discussed it. And I'm like, am I going to end up doing this? I'm like, everybody come to the stage. Yeah. And then suddenly I'm like, oh, cool. There's an MC. Here you go.
There's an MC.
Yeah, you got the microphone set up.
I was ready to
got it.
I was
He's
ready
got
to
it.
do it. Hey, brothers, what's happening?
Sound like Martin Luther King is here.
Hey.
Everybody, come on. We don't got something going on for y'all.
I'm about to start a movement, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was kind of the deal. It's like, you know, I could tell you a favorite thing from every day, but, you know, one of the awesome things about Saturday or actually Friday was just everybody crowding around that sign. And I didn't know who the fucking phone I had. I thought it was my phone. And I saw a video that Adam or somebody posted a video of me standing up front, like taking a fucking selfie with everybody in the crowd. And I was like, that's not on my phone at all. So whose phone is this? Ended up being Steve's phone.
Steve's, okay.
And then, so that was amazing to see that. And that wasn't even half the campout that was there in that photo. And then the next day, Friday or Saturday, like we did the ride, you know, Jones went down. Fortunately, it was nothing bad. You know, that was, it's kind of fitting for Jones.
That was the highest spirited crash
Fitting?
ever.
It just seems
He
like,
was so it's like it didn't even happen.
Yeah.
Just pull a little mud and grass out and let's go. But that is Jones. Like, anybody who knows Jones, that is him to a T.
Yeah.
To a T.
Yeah.
It was the same thing
But
with
they-
Jaden last year. The exact same thing. Like,
Jones rallied. I was
oh,
calling him a
Jones,
bitch.
yeah, correct. But your thing was more impactful than his was.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
yours
I
was,
was
we
in
had to
my
put your
head,
bikes
I was
up.
a little
They had to
rougher.
put
the
your
fact
bikes
that
up.
the fact that we were able to go get those shots around that corner afterwards, and
Yeah.
I mean, I got a couple good ones at Jones, and they're already kind of like making the rounds of all the club styles.
Oh, that then his bike doing the mud thing, dude.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody rally from something that
Right.
was
State
but
Farm's
he-
going to
he
be
did
like, sir, what happened after this crash?
Yeah.
Because this motherfucker is not in
This
the same
bike was
condition.
still rideable, sir.
No, yeah.
No, but he did the
Fucking
right thing because
super big
when he,
energy.
from what I heard, when he come around the corner and it slid out from underneath him, he just went towards the ditch,
Correct.
to try to save the bike instead of laying it over in the road.
Correct.
You know.
So did you see the HTX Dyna Crew page today
Oh
where
my
the
God.
guy
Dude, those
they're
fucking-
behind him and the guys
Oof.
go and
That
all of a
was
sudden he
rough.
high sides. So Jones said he basically did the same thing except he was able to get it back up so he didn't high side
Yeah.
and just rode off the road
Yeah.
and it was way
He did the
better
right
than
thing,
the way home dude.
And we weren't.
I didn't see that.
We weren't giving it no slack. I mean, we were.
Put it on the screen.
What?
I didn't see that.
Oh, we can't.
Oh, you can't.
No, that was fucking rough too.
H-Tech's Dyna Crew.
So
posted
Colorado's
that
the dude that won the syrup competition.
Okay.
He
went down?
fucking
Okay, I
no,
got
he
you.
almost went down. That shit
Oh
was
my
fucking
God,
rough.
Yeah. Oh my
Hold up.
god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
I don't. You need to log into yours or some shit. What's his password?
Sexy.
So is this like, this isn't showing at the same time?
No, this
is it?
isn't showing them. This is just us
It's
seeing
just
what's
us
going
seeing-
on.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
If he does it on that computer, then it'll show them what's
That's
going
pretty
on.
cool.
You should probably do it on both
Got
computers.
that set up. That's all good. Yeah,
We're
it'd be
working
cool
on
to-
it.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Y'all are working.
Dude, the next studio, when this stuff grows more and we get into like the next studio,
When we start a compound.
I don't know about that.
Oh Lord.
Dude, I don't want to have to let you
The
have
guy
sex
that
with all our
can
wives.
go
Come
anywhere in
on,
the
man.
country.
Let's do it. I wouldn't even know. This party would never stop.
Oh god.
I need it
We'd
to
be
stop.
divorced.
We don't.
I
need
need it to stop every once in a
I'd
while.
live in the shop.
But yeah, I think that
full time on this.
I think that for sure that was the best part, man. It really was. And you know what the best part too on the hindsight of it is not only the
Right there,
the
first one.
check it out.
Wait, so this is. Oh,
Show them on the other computer too. You got to show them on the other one too.
damn, homie.
Yeah, dude, and it when it slid out from
Dude,
him,
what?
it slid out quick.
That's what.
It's
that's
quick.
Oh man.
Like almost like he hit oil.
It's like it's like no
It's
reason.
that little wet spot.
What he hit was he hit a
drug.
fucking like he must have did some fucked up shit to his old lady before that or something
Dude, but
because
look
that
at-
was like a karma spot.
You can see the
wet
dry
spot
wet,
right
dry
there.
wet, dry
Yeah.
wet
You can see
everywhere.
it. And
that's what I mean. Up in the elevation,
unless he was on the rear brake, because you see his brake lights were on. See him? If he was
It-
on the rear
that
brake,
might just be regular though.
yeah. If he
Oh,
was on
yeah.
the rear brake
was.
instead of the front brake,
Yeah.
that rear brake hit that water
I
and
ain't
slid
trying
out.
to coach this. I ain't trying to coach this dude how to ride, but I'm just saying like that shit happened quick. It's gonna be hard to correct that. Like
I mean, he definitely hit
Something.
and on the brake.
Oh fuck, dude. So that's a homie from Houston.
Yeah, one of the HTX Diner crew dudes.
Dang.
But
sorry.
like a fucking,
sorry to see
like
that.
a lot lizards fucking comment. Unfortunately, it's part of the game.
But like a fucking gangster,
sure.
he
For
he
sure,
rode
though.
it back
They
to
have it on
camp.
there?
And he
that-
rode it home.
Yeah,
He
like
rode
a
that
fucking
back
gangster. He
home.
rode it back to camp.
He
I
rode
think
it home.
Scott actually helped him fix his helmet and get some stuff and get him situated. And he rode it all the way back to Houston.
That's a nasty.
Wait, so how many
spill,
wrecks
man.
was that? I thought
So,
there was only
Like
the
6
two.
or 7. No, there's
Joe-
like 6 or 7.
Jesus.
So the original point was Jones was saying that he was
But
basically
everybody
doing the
was
same
good,
thing.
right?
It just didn't.
Yeah, I mean it's good internet. That's what's going on.
One dude got hit by a fucking car. Hell.
For real, I didn't know that.
No,
So, yeah,
that was
I-
the other.
Head
That was
on.
the two that I knew.
I keep hearing about the guy that got his arm fucked up, but I never saw
No,
him. I
it
don't know
never.
who it
He was
is.
at the campfire Saturday night. Like
Your cousin.
No, they went off. They
Oh
went
my
down,
goodness.
but they didn't have like a car incident or no fucked up arm.
Showed me the picture.
all
hear about none of this
all
shit.
I gotta say is like, do you need any more examples of the reason why you don't take that road lightly? Like,
Yeah,
it's
Talamina don't fuck
it don't
around.
play.
Dude.
It don't
and
play.
especially when it's
It, like
damp.
he's just riding regular, right?
When it's
And
damp like
still
that,
got him.
Yeah,
I don't care what tires you got. They're not the best on that
Yeah.
kind of road.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because that road surface is not the best anyway.
yeah. I think we got a private show from Zach and Kenny
Yeah, that was cool.
on top of the Talamina
That
there.
was cool, yeah.
That shit was pretty
getting,
rad,
That was
man.
getting it.
Yeah.
That was getting it. I'm shocked that Zach made it back to camp. Shocked.
I was too
He
because
was
Zach
on
finished.
the fucking. Well,
Zach
actually,
finished
they
that
kinda
fucking
didn't.
run. Does Zach have any pictures of that on his Instagram?
They kind
Why
of didn't make it back.
Why weren't they out there stunting Friday? In front.
Yeah, you
Well,
didn't have no
Zach
tire.
wasn't there. Zach didn't get there till Saturday morning, and Kenny didn't show up till when did Kenny
That's
show up?
right. That's right.
I
Kenny got
think in the
there.
evening.
On Thursday, right? Or on
no.
Friday?
I think it was
Friday.
like
Later
right before
Friday.
it rained. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
right because he helped me carry the thing over.
Yeah,
the-
he was in the video.
Oh, the
Yeah.
tent, yeah.
But yeah, Zach
okay,
didn't show up till
that's
Saturday morning, so he went out finally because last year he blew his motor on the way to the
On
first
the
gas
way to
stop. Yeah.
Clayton, yeah.
But dude, they was fucking ripping out there,
They
man.
were.
Oh yeah,
They were.
They was killing.
That was fun.
And then they had that's what had us miss the wall deal. I was super bummed about that because we were right there, and then stunt bike problems. They just started falling
Dude,
apart.
the whole the wall.
Nah,
Is there an Instagram that has like any of the pictures of? Oh, well, show mine the wall we were shooting like
Jason or Cody put it up too.
Yeah, because the wall is like this spot. It's not on the Talamina. It's another spot, right? And when you go to it,
photo that every year. I think.
yeah. Well, we hit it every year. It's a badass spot.
Yeah.
And then what we did was, I wanted to try to get some shots in the corners, and man,
And they worked out. Those were
some of them.
the ones
some of
that
them.
you put up at least they were nice.
They were
Nice.
it's very hard to get that shot.
is.
My camera is not a action camera like the high end cameras are more for sports, so it's capturing quickly.
Sure.
Mine can't focus quick enough, so I would get like one good shot and then the rest would be
Blurred out.
kind of shit. Yeah, you see up there.
I mean, it
See-
was cool though. I mean, Cody B's he's
good.
pro, dude. He's
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say because like
He kind of
It's
came
almost
from left field though, because
it's almost like we all like grew up together in a sense
Yeah.
because
and then you see one person have
we
a
know
skill start to
exactly
shine.
where he started,
Yeah.
right? And the same thing with Jones. Both of those guys ride so
Yeah.
well, just because Jones put it in the dirt, don't let it fool you. Like
Yeah.
he rides very
He
well.
he was right behind Cody for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's that's the thing. Like it's a cool thing to see all these cats do what they do because it's they're pushing themselves just like everybody else is pushing themselves, right? It's not like our progression has
Whose
stopped.
Instagram is that up there? The the delay is awesome. The Brandon Bytel,
Jason critique.
Mr. Freedom Machine. Yeah.
All right.
See what
Not
he-
bike related.
Well,
Fair enough.
I hope it's this chick. I hope it's
Yo,
this kid.
right?
We're just gonna.
I hope it's
rip
just
it to
like
shreds,
pussy
dude.
popping out there. No.
Well, one thing that I know Jones will back me up on this is if you're on the fence about buying Commander 3s, don't do it.
No.
So he had Commander 3s on his?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
fucking
dude, fuck
trash.
those things.
They
That's
are
tough.
trash.
I took a brand new Commander 3 off my bike to put Metzlers on, and that's what I'm
They
running
are
right now,
trash.
just to try Metzlers.
Dude, that's tough
They
coming
were
from.
so slick. My
Commander
bike-
2s were the best.
But yeah, coming from a tire that was essentially like in our world king, like long distance, good corners, like the C2. That I still have them.
Yeah.
That tire is so special, and then going to the next one,
I can't believe
that
how bad they were.
has had nothing but poor
I'm waiting on
reviews
the
from
delay.
all the homies.
Which one is it?
Any kind of wet surface, those tires.
That
are
sucks.
trash.
Yeah, especially
Which
in,
picture is he talking about?
'cause
The
we were going
last
back-
pic.
Most recent is last one.
The most recent one. Go to the very top.
Look dope. It's like a mirrored image. Looks like it's on some
car?
water or something.
Wait, hold on. There's a delay.
That ain't it. Say.
Oh, with the 18-wheeler? Like, that's fucking dope. Hold on. Wait for it. There's a delay. So
Zach, don't feed the animals.
Ah, I see. Was Is that on South Flats? Where's that?
now it's just you use the reflection from the water on the ground
It's pretty.
to get the. Yeah, it's dope.
How are you pulling
Sponsored by Peterbilt.
Yeah, dude, we're
Optimus
fancy.
Prime just got an erection.
Optimus.
Do you think? What do you think Optimus Prime's dick looks like? Do you think it's like what part of the car do you think it is?
Exhaust.
shaft.
It's the exhaust.
The drive shaft?
Obviously.
Oh, I think it's thicker than that.
It's like a Ford Ranger.
Jesus Christ. All the doors.
My goal was to
Okay.
turn the conversation at an hour over to our trip that's coming up.
Are we an hour already?
We're at an hour, but I'm gonna go, Pete. Closing statements about Fast Life Campout 4. Go, whatever you got to say. Do it. Make
Honestly, I feel like the amount of content and outpouring on the internet over this past week, not only the build up to it, but especially everybody coming back from, like I said, everywhere. I don't. If you had a bad time, DM me, and I don't know, we'll make it right. But
Let's
I feel
talk
like
about it, yeah.
I feel like everybody had a good time, and just the overall vibe of everybody that was on the trip. And like I said, if you follow it, I feel like if you're just semi-conscious in this fucking world, your feed somehow it bled into it, and you were seeing these dudes had a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, and as far as getting pumped up for next year, bikes don't matter, genre doesn't matter. It's about coming out and hanging a good time. You know what I mean? You don't even have to have a bike. If you just like what we do, if you like hanging around good people and you're cool, come on, dude.
Yeah, I was trying to
just
get all
show
kinds of friends to come that don't have bikes. Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking
Same thing,
come out and
same
have
thing.
a good
I'll
time.
tell everybody. Just
You
show
should hit your
up.
closing statement since you're on that side of the table on a camera
My
now.
closing statement. Well, if you didn't come, you fucked up.
Hey,
If you're gonna come next year because you seen these reels, I understand. Also,
One more night.
I know y'all didn't expect the Sporty to do that good.
Hey, Saxon's ripping.
Shit.
Saxon's ripping.
Next
yeah,
year.
don't put him on a real bike. He'll fuck you up.
Yeah, I get you. I
Shit,
get you now.
The sporty, you get it.
Nah, I might keep the
Are y'all
Sporty just so
good
I
if it
can
doesn't
make
get
a
any
point.
bigger? Like if it just stayed around the number?
I think it's going to be different. That's the thing. There's too much.
I just don't
there's-
want it to. I don't want it to get too much. I wanted
Goodbye.
to stay this crowd.
As long as the positivity stays there, I don't care the size.
I don't want it to get cuts and hell yeah brothers and
Yeah.
Because if you're being honest, we had some of both of those.
We did.
And
We did.
They kind of,
But,
everything kind of
hey,
just jived.
that I think they found out that it wasn't about them also. So
Exactly.
and that's okay. But this is our event. This is the performance bagger touring, whatever you want to call it, event. This ain't about the other bullshit. It's about having a good time, showing up, being a good person.
Right.
Joel, ladies have a good time?
No, dude, Molly had a great time.
I thought this was probably it was the heaviest turnout we've ever had for females. It's the first time we've ever had females that were not like directly tied to a guy.
Yep.
And all of them, I've
think
received
they
multiple
all had a good
comments
time.
that not only did they have a good time, but I think the concern with females when you're around a whole gang of guys like that, right, is like, how's it going to be for me? And
Creepy.
I received confirmation of that. not only was it good, but they felt extremely safe. Like no one would let no weird shit happen, and that's the vibe that we feel.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that because my lady said Friday when I was in the tent, you was trying to walk her around the fire looking for her some dick.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. I was making people feel welcome
At my old lady's expense.
She had a good time, baby.
I don't want no dick.
You was passed out. Yeah, exactly. He was passed out. Had to parade somebody.
Yeah, we
around.
gonna go get you some dick.
No,
girl,
that was
come
fun.
on.
That was fun.
But no, as far as the girls, man, same thing. I thought it was a record turnout for chicks, and it looked like they had a blast and did their own thing.
I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it just fucked all the way around.
I agree. Big shout outs to everybody. Really,
Yeah.
that's the end of it.
Thanks everybody for coming.
Everybody
man.
it
was a blast.
a good
Next
time.
year it'll be better. It's gonna get better and better until it doesn't.
And I think everybody knows like the relationships that they had, the little pockets that you had. Like I know I had a handful. Like there was this group from Ohio that I like. We had a rain bond like in the corner of the fucking.
I saw the pictures.
Dude.
Yeah.
Nothing but a good time.
I
Just
fucked with those guys too.
good
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
right? And I think there was all like Styles homies, but he couldn't be there.
Yeah.
And they were doing what we did with Trent.
Yeah, I
and
saw
like
that. That
touring
was awesome.
Styles ass across on the
oh,
way.
that made me laugh. Cool.
It's just love, dude. It's the same concept. So I ain't got nothing more to say about that.
Styles, we missed you too, big guy.
Dude.
Missed you.
Yeah.
See you
Exactly.
next
I
one.
feel like I missed a lot Friday, but we'll make up for it.
It's all
Yeah,
right.
down south camp out next.
Actually didn't miss it.
If we make
No, up north next in July.
too
I haven't
close to
seen
Sturgis,
anything
man.
from that,
Sturgis.
but I say, definitely if Steve's doing the camp out up there, it's happening. Then if you guys want to see what
I
this
think
is
he
about,
passed it on to Bob.
Bob, okay,
I don't know. Talk to Steve about that.
definitely do it. Definitely check it out. But the next one that I know I'll be at is going to be the down south camp out. And for all you people out there that keep asking me about doing campouts in different parts, no, don't. Just come to the one that's there. Stop trying to fucking make more camp. We don't need more campouts. We need you to come to the one
Yeah,
that
we need
takes
more
place.
attendance at the ones that are there.
Go to the Fast Life camp out. Go to the up north. Go to the down south. And if you want to do other things, come to the fucking campground at Sturgis that we go to. Go to Daytona.
That's what I was about to say. It's not a camp out considered, but come to Sturgis. Come camp with us at Days Inn and have a good time there. It don't have to be called a camp out. Just come to the events we're at. We're welcoming to anybody that shows up.
I don't like the shit's not supposed to be convenient. It's not.
No, that's what makes it. That's what makes it
Like,
trip.
So if you're reaching out to him about starting one, then I already know you're
Go
not.
fuck yourself.
Then I know you're not. Then I already know.
Easy.
Then I know you're already.
All right, take
I already
the
know
honey
you're not
away.
one that can start one on your own. So yes, and if that's the case, little life hack for you, playa. If you do want to start your own camp out, the only way it's ever going to get anywhere off the ground is if you come to all the ones that are already established.
Yeah.
Fuck with us heavy and let us get behind it, and then you may have a shot. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's how it. You know what I mean? Or befriend Steve.
If there's already 3 campouts
yeah, you got to be fucking real,
right now
Yeah.
that have good crowds showing up, then,
Yeah.
dude, that's you gotta look at the events that go throughout the year. Most people might make 3 or 4 a year if they're lucky.
That's high.
Yeah.
That's high. I would
That
say
is
that's
high.
high.
That is high.
That's like
two
us
to three.
people.
Yeah.
2 to 3.
Some people,
Yeah.
quite frankly, like people we grew up around, or this might have been it.
Yeah.
This might have been their
that might have been their
one
yearly
thing.
blowout right there.
Between a family vacation and
Yeah.
just work.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Which to me, that just adds the level of appreciation. Because if this is the one thing that you decided to do this year, thank you.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was
For
gonna
real,
say,
thank
and that's
you.
why
That's
I
kind of
also
shit. Like,
try
I want
to
to buy your shirt next time. Just tell me.
yeah, and I
Come
also
up.
want to try to make everybody feel like we appreciate you coming. We really do.
do more than you fucking.
And you
know.
you make this just as much as we do. If you
yeah, it
show up
wouldn't
and have a
be-
good time,
You know, if we over talked our ass, if we wrote checks our asses couldn't handle, and it was 100 of us,
Yeah.
the same jerk offs in the same little area.
Yeah.
Well, then the egg's on us. No, it's you motherfuckers coming from thousands of miles away, multiple people coming from over 1,000 miles away, and so many more that are just under that.
and it's good in one aspect, but it's bad in the other. But I will say, not having service is kind of a good thing out there because everybody is not on their fucking phones. We're all mingling. We're all talking shit. We're having a good time, drinking beer, partying, whatever. you're not, everybody's not out there on
You're right.
Instagram doing their shit.
You're right.
Well, it's a thing where you're not. It's not a dealership. It's not Daytona. It's not this dealership or this big thing where you're going to get there and you may not see anybody. You get there, you can't help but run into the motherfuckers that are throwing it when you get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all partying.
You
together.
know where they're
This
at.
isn't a Daytona. This isn't a Sturgis. Or even a smaller event than those where you can get there and you really can't see. You know what I mean?
Stupid shit.
I've seen people do that where you get somewhere and all of a sudden you mean to link up with somebody and it never happens. This is the opposite of that.
Let
This
me
is you're
turn
throwing
this
yourself
television
in.
off.
Fast left.
For you
Campout, Thailand.
children.
Oh, dude.
Hey.
I'm in, Ben.
Who's that?
I'm in.
Jessica. All right, Jessica. Hey, wait, is that the underscore J underscore? Dude, she had. I was on one when we was around it, and these guys started listing off their fucking handles, right? And I was dying. Nobody had a regular handle. Like 6 motherfuckers. Hold on, what's my name? Oh, White Claw Outlaw. Okay, there's one.
That's Brad. That's Brad.
Dude, horrible with
Brad.
names. And then they just kept
Horrible with
banging.
His friend's Jay. Horrible with names.
What?
His name's like a fucking corporate email.
Yeah. He said that's in 16.
No,
It's just
He's probably still got an AOL email with this shit.
Fuck off. No, we was dying on that too because I'm saying I was trying to take notes. I was
hoping you forgot.
Yeah, no, I didn't forget that shit. I was trying to take notes because I'm like, when I get service, I want to like get with
Follow
y'all,
them,
and they just had me rolling. God, fuck, I'm the worst. One of them's name was like fucking.
What's another crazy name from your group?
Yeah. It was like fucking Brontosaurus Rex or some shit
like Baggersaurus Rex.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, these motherfuckers was off it. It actually, one of them was Jerome with a G. That was one of them. The weirdest shit, dude.
That's his name, Jerome with a G.
With a G.
And he spelled it.
W-I-T. And I went up to another homie, a Houston guy. I'm like, Jerome with a G. I was fucked up, and he's like, I ain't Jerome. I'm like, nigga, you look like him. I don't know what to tell you.
That's wild. That seems like the type of shit that we would do sitting in the shop downstairs going, you know what your Instagram name should be?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I guarantee you they got fucked up and like, let's hit new names on.
Jerome with a G.
What I tell y'all? Memories.
Memories.
But that was great
good.
because I think they had just as much.
But it says Jerome with a G.
Probably because Jerome was taken on Instagram.
I bet they had.
That's actually probably like the win of
That's pretty
Instagram
good.
right
Yeah,
now.
that's pretty good.
Jerome
With
with
a G.
a G.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty
I'm
fucking
saying,
good. That's pretty-
creative
Yeah.
as hell. That's why it had me
Got
dying.
the H.
Had me dying as hell. And I feel like they had just as much fun and appreciation
I want to
in
laugh
that
like
moment
Jaden.
that
I
I
want like
did.
a synonymous laugh. So when people hear my laugh going, the funniest thing is like everybody knows your
Jaden,
laugh,
Jaden.
Jaden. And so like at the camp out, I'm like 2 cars away from you, basically.
It echoes.
And then his laugh starts, and someone looks at me and goes, "Jaden's laughing."
But I don't feel like I don't feel like I really lost my shit laughing at the camp out. Like there's times where I absolutely lose it. I had some good laughs. Don't get me wrong.
Do you
Some
think that,
laughs,
like-
probably some pterodactyl
You
laughs?
always have some good laughs.
But I don't feel like I absolutely like. There's times where when it happens and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I'm making people laugh. But I'm at that point I'm gone. Like I'm just like it's gotta go its course.
Both you and Jacob, when you lose it, it's lost.
Oh, yeah.
It's full loss.
See, when Jacob loses his shit laughing, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
He's
like
a
hard.
funny
Yeah.
laugher.
I got this video of Jacob in Durango squeezing a hamburger high as fuck on edibles, and just laughing at that fucking place we stayed in Durango, the hotel. You know when we went to the hot tub, we were a fucking bunch of queers basically.
Oh, I forgot which.
So that night before we went to the hot tub, Jacob had took all these drugs and basically was laughing, and he was just like, he was eating, but whatever was in his right hand just kept getting squished. It's coming out of his knuckles and shit. But he can't stop laughing. He's just like,
He's the
It's
best.
like-
He's the best too because he'll laugh right, and he'll get to like the end of his laugh, to the point where he like goes up, silence for 30 seconds laughing, and then like down. It's wild, bro.
I love it. But no, I wanted to, like the camp out, man. It was great. Hopefully you guys make it. If you guys want to be a part of any of this type of shit, we are going to be at Days Inn Campground for Sturgis.
Same shit.
All you got to do is show up. We're there for the first weekend, so we're like there the 4th of.
Just say Wednesday to Wednesday.
It's Wednesday to Wednesday is
Pretty much,
basically
yeah.
the deal. So we're there.
Like the 3rd to
I mean, if
the
you
11th
can't figure
or
out when
something.
Sturgis starts, then
I need to.
Yeah, we're there the 4th to the 11th.
4th to the.
So come out. Just it's like $180 for 5 days camping there or something like that. It's not that a lot. It's not a lot. It's a
might
great
not even be that
campground.
I accidentally drunk text the chick that runs the campground at Sturgis.
Yeah.
the other
Oh,
day.
shit.
I was fucked up
How'd
at the
you
bar.
get her number?
For through the booking process. It was one of those things. She was like, "Hey, I'm KK." Just like text me because I think I told her we were getting in late or something, and it was all like reservation stuff. Like, hey, like just all business.
Send nudes.
And yeah, then I got to the point where
Hey, don't say that.
I was at a bar not too long ago, and I just texted Gremlins to it, and I was trying to talk. I was trying to text it myself. Somebody said something. You gotta watch Gremlins, man. It fucking goes hard. And I was
oh,
like,
you
"Yeah,
was
dude."
leaving a note, like a
So I was
draft
like-
note.
so I was trying to text myself a drunk text. Hey, Gremlins, and I sent to the chick that runs the Days Inn Campground.
You said what?
Yeah, so she
Is that
res-
how dick pics get like
She res-
circulated?
she responds
What,
like
what if she sends her tatties back? Like,
Well,
here
she,
they go.
she responds the next day with something like, she goes, "I just forwarded your reservation information." And I was like, I
Okay.
sent her back. I was like, "KK, we met in Sturgis this summer." I was like, "Sorry, I was hammered the other night at the bar. I was trying to text myself. This got to you." And she sent me back like the cheers emoji. She's like, "All right, have fun." And I was like, "We'll see you this summer."
Lives that life.
So yeah,
later.
so the Days Inn Campground, the people that run it are as fucking cool as you can imagine. It's a go back and listen to the Sturgis podcast. They have a bar that basically doesn't close as long as you're awake. You can buy beer, walk it down to the. It's
They got
The
sweet,
reason,
they got
like,
sweet cheeks.
fucking up if you don't stay there.
So everybody, you
I
know,
don't
like
sweet chicks.
we were talking.
Fuck that bitch.
We were talking last night, me and Steve, because Steve stays at the the Camp Zero,
yeah.
which is a part of Buffalo Chip. I've stayed there. It's not great, personally. Now, if you want to go be with a bunch of Instagram
I'm gonna
people,
say who it. Yeah. It's
talking,
who-
I'm
it's all-
talking, I'm talking shit.
It's all about who you're with.
But
I'm not
that
gonna rag on
campground
it,
does
but-
not have the atmosphere that Days Inn has, and they're not in a spot where you can jump and go anywhere in Sturgis or anywhere in the Badlands there or the Black Hills.
Yeah.
Because
on,
where
like,
we
the
are,
outside
yeah,
of
where we're
town.
at, we're right on the
It's on
highway in
other side of
Lozelle.
town, where
Like,
the FXR show was.
Well, fuck,
Yeah,
let's be
it's on
honest.
the
It's
other
all
side
of
of
us and Arkansas, which is
Yeah.
Justin, Tony, Scott, Steve. All of them.
I mean, we
Big
could
Trouble
make
and them
it.
were going too.
We could
Just
make
between
it apart.
us,
Well,
just
we know
between-
he ain't camping. but-
Texas, Arkansas, dude, you're fucking up if you don't stay with. Like I said, I mean,
Hey, you can.
I mean,
you
you
can
do
do
you,
your
homie.
thing,
If
but-
you want to be insta cool, do that.
Yeah,
Or
here's
like,
the
for
deal.
example, Steve.
or do
right?
it for real and have
Steve's
the
in-
best time of your
Steve's
life. You
got a
can do
big
both.
rig that
Why
he
not?
stays in,
Why don't
right?
we
Yeah.
all throw in?
We
just
went
get a
sleeping in the
fucking
dirt,
house?
so it's different. It's a different experience versus
You got 20
being in the dirt.
motherfuckers
The
throwing
reason
in
this
again
is
the
why the
house.
houses
We
don't
gonna-
work
we
because you
gonna
have to
get
do a
Wayne's
house.
house.
You can only do a house from a Monday to Monday. You can't do it the way we're doing it.
You
No,
got-
we'd have to do a double. We'd have
Yeah,
to do a
you would.
2-week stay.
But
to-
if you got 20 people throwing in, it's gonna be cheap as fuck.
okay, who's going to get the master bedroom?
Oh, okay.
I got the most followers.
Whoever wants to pay the most. Whoever wants to pay the
This
most,
guy.
motherfucker.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
You
ain't
put
doing
up for
shit.
it.
Mark's gonna get it because he's a boss.
No,
I think camping out there for $100 for 5
It's
days
awesome.
or whatever is pretty much as good as it gets. Knowing you have a shower.
No, it is.
I mean,
one of the best
The
it's-
showers
yeah.
are great. The bar.
The house would be badass, but when you do that,
The area-
I feel like that needs to be
where we
selected
camped
down.
last year was perfect.
Look,
the bar is like
feel like we
100.
need-
we're going to be doing this
We
for a
need to
lot of
gra-
years.
yeah, we
At
need
some
to
point-
graduate
I'm talking about
to the
Fast Life
house.
Junior.
At some point, we're going to do the house, but right now,
That's later.
let's keep being the inspirers of people to do this shit.
So-
I want
Is-
motherfuckers
is
to roll up
your
with us
lady
and know
going
they
this
can come.
year?
All they have to do is come to the same campground.
Jace, is
They can
Britta
see what's-
going?
yeah,
Yeah, Brittany going.
Bring
going
your
down.
ladies
Yeah.
if they're cool.
You know it.
Shannon going.
yeah, she
Sturgis?
going. She has to.
Hell yeah, dude.
This is gonna be big fun.
To be honest, if they got plane tickets, it's just as cheap.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
like him coming up in the truck because then
They
have
can
all
bring
our
us the
gear,
big
dude.
tents,
Have
dude.
all
I'm
the
bringing
gear.
my Taj
You can
Mahal.
haul that
Oh,
on
I'm
the plane.
finna bring a different one.
You can haul that on the plane.
I feel like my tent's just
You can
my tent's
check
living
that
a
bitch.
rough life, bro.
Or actually, you
Rough
can
life,
ship it
rough
to
life.
fucking Sturgis.
You can, but
Yeah,
I like the
shipping's where it's
fact
at.
that they show up with all that shit, and then we can throw our shit in the
Dude,
bike.
and
in
they
the-
drove in a day.
Well, we can ship it back.
The only thing about shipping it up there is if you don't have a car to go pick it up in, you got
But I
maybe a
mean,
pain in the ass.
they're
to pick it
taking
up on
your
the
truck
bike,
this
depending on
year,
what
baby.
you ship up.
My chick's fine. She done said she's fine.
Yeah.
Fuck that driving shit.
Okay. Oh,
It's
she's
only-
flying?
It's like $300.
I'm trying to
Why
get
wouldn't
it.
you?
I'm trying to buy a new Jeep before
You're
then.
taking your Jeep then.
Maybe.
There's not enough room
Maybe.
in a
You know,
Jeep.
if
You
there's
gotta
only
have a bed.
3 of 'em.
You
I'm
gotta
trying.
have a
I'm
bed.
trying to get a little. I'm trying to get some donations for that Jeep, bro. So
So Patreon,
getting
Fast
car
Life
free?
Garage.
Man.
the campground at Sturgis is called Days Inn Campground. It's on the corner.
End, not IN.
Days,
END.
DAYS, new word, END.
There you go.
End of days, days end.
In country. Days end.
There is a stripper pole in the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's confusing because there's a days in, INN.
Yeah, that's
literally
yeah.
catty corner across the holiday.
Yeah.
Don't say at the hotel. You want
Right.
the campground, the
Right.
days end,
Yeah,
END.
in the dirt.
Hey, some of the best shitters and showers you've ever been in.
They
I
are
was
nice.
one
They're very
surprised.
nice.
I was really
Surprisingly,
surprised.
right.
They're nice.
Because, I mean, we've been to plenty of campsites, even KOAs, right?
Okay.
KOAs that are like supposed to be the nicest ones,
Yeah.
and they're not.
They're not.
The Days Ends ones are nice, and they keep them clean on the regular,
Dude, I had
like
sex in one
multiple
of them.
times a
they're-
day.
I did too.
Did y'all have sex?
Yeah.
Oh
In
yeah,
there?
for sure. Not in the deal, but just
Oh no,
There.
in the
Dude,
deal.
good,
What-
good
what-
shower
in the
sex.
shower.
Once
bro.
the rally started, there
Share
was
that
also
shower?
a.
Dude,
there
I had
was a
sex with
community.
flip flops on, dude. I've never done that before.
Once the rally started, there was a
I had to
community.
take
sex
mine
on the
off. I had
beach.
to get some grill.
There's a community sex doll at the very beginning, at the
Yeah.
very front of the campsite. One of those like legs up in the air, real deal pussy.
Oh, yeah, that was
walk
a-
up, pump and
That was
dump.
like a club or something.
Yeah,
yeah, and it was
It was-
like the real joint. Like
it was the
heavy.
fancy version of the fleshlight on a fucking T-post. It was like I said, it was a real deal. But they had the doll strapped down to this table. You could walk up and get it if you wanted it, baby.
If you're having a lonely night,
But it was a bunch. It was around a bunch of Hell's Angels.
Would you
trailers,
fuck it like?
too.
Would you fuck a fuck
I
doll?
got you, Ben. I'll set your
Are
tent
you
up for
kidding
you.
me?
Oh, 100%.
You already know.
100%. I'll say,
I'll
oh,
settle.
Yeah,
I won't settle for that.
anybody who shows up, we'll all set you up.
Even Craig,
tent-wise.
even Craig fucked it up.
Well, here's the here's the deal. The Days Inn Campground at
I
Sturgis.
did walk up, put my finger in it. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, bet you did. You got
Well, I
finger
didn't go
cooties.
fucking knuckle deep on it, but I
You
was
got
like,
finger
And then,
cooties.
and
I was
then
like,
he
fuck.
smelt it, didn't he?
no, I immediately was like, I
Smells
got
like cum.
Wait, yo, what if there was like,
like Jones.
what if there was like a I don't know, what's that called when you like search for shit?
Google.
Like a treasure hunt type deal. And what if like scavenger
Scavenger
hunt?
hunt,
What if
yeah.
like that was the jackpot up in there?
Yeah,
You can find the
you had to
diamond in the
fist
pussy.
it.
In the-
You can find the.
My hand's stuck. But no, Sturgis, if you want to come and you want to party with us, this is the. We don't know what to. I mean, this isn't. We don't run the campground. We have no connection to this campground. It's just a very good campground that works for what we're trying to do. So if you guys want to come to Sturgis and be a part of the whatever Sturgis is going to be for 2021, come to Days Inn, camp with us. Don't come there and camp down the fucking road and be that weirdo that
Put
has
your
to walk
shit
up.
right next to mine.
Yeah.
Come camp with us or fuck the fuck off.
Do you know,
Straight up.
The only thing that sucks about it, I will say, there's one
dirt road.
Where's, well, that you got to wash your bike every time you leave. But
Yeah.
the only thing that does suck about it is you can't have fire.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah, but it's in August. You don't need to fire.
That's
No,
right.
you don't need a fire for the heat. You need a fire for the environment.
The light.
All
The
that happens though,
light and the.
that just makes us
Yeah.
go to the bar. That's
Yeah.
really all that does.
Yeah, but-
But think about it, that night that we all jumped in the fucking Uber or the fucking bus and went down to the
city?
downtown.
Oh,
that's when we ran into the 2 Lane Life
I
dudes
want
and
to
we were
do-
partying with them.
I want
Yeah.
to do more of those nights too.
walked all the way
Yeah,
home.
dude.
I want
they're
to go
fun.
downtown and
And
party
that's-
more. We only went downtown.
Dude,
I
we're
think,
fucking
one
the
night.
Fast Like boys, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we know them. Like
It was
no
cool.
What's
You
one of the
like
things, worst case-
across the joint, like
If we get stuck and the bus doesn't run
I see
anymore,
you. I
what
see
are
you.
we? 1.3 miles.
Oh, yeah, I
we
walked
can
it.
walk.
It's walking.
Larry walked
It ain't a
Larry
fun
walked
walk,
it.
but you can walk it and
It
make it
wasn't
home
fun.
and go, goddamn, I'll have a beer,
Justin-
smoke a bowl, and go to bed.
Justin
Well,
Hang'em
for
High
sure.
seen Larry walking down the road. He's like, "Hey, brother, you need a ride?" Larry's like, "No, man, I'm good."
I'd have taken this.
He's like, "All right, brother." Larry was fucked up. He didn't know what was going on.
We found
You're
Larry.
not raping me tonight.
that-
We
Downtown
found Larry in
Sturgis.
Deadwood. He was fucking naked behind a fucking chicken coop.
Only Jacob's sister could get him out.
Watch out, man.
There's so many innuendos here. But no, so like I said, this podcast I wanted to do a recap, but I also wanted to like shed light on what we're about to do, which is a milestone for all of us.
We got a time limit on this or what?
No,
Okay.
dude.
Okay.
At 3 hours, we're cutting this shit off, and if we run after 3 hours, that's on
Yeah,
Patreon.
we do have a time limit. So what time is it is on there?
We're an hour and a half right now.
Okay, so we got an hour and a half about this trip.
Hour and a half to talk about Northeast.
Yeah.
Do we need to like bring out the itinerary?
I
and
think we
shit?
should. I think we should.
You already got
Because
it.
what I would really like to happen is like people that these towns that we're gonna go through, if people
Hit
can
us
come
up,
out
bro.
and party with
Hit
us,
us
like
up, yeah.
No,
I
I
don't-
don't have the itinerary.
look,
but
I don't
just
want to
got
go to
dates
Chili's in every town we go to.
No, fuck you. We're
Bullshit,
not
you
going to
don't.
Chili's.
You
at any
really do.
time
No,
we
I
go
don't.
to.
But I will fucking suggest it if
We're not
nobody's
gonna.
coming to the table.
We're not gonna.
I'm telling you,
You
we're,
can go to
we're
Chili's.
changing
You
the,
gonna be
the
alone.
restaurant plans up for sure.
You gonna be alone.
We're not going to no fucking Chili's.
Do you think New York has Hooters?
We're not going to Hooters?
Come.
We're going to fucking
No,
Joe Bob's.
They got restaurants called
Sloppy
Double
Joe
Apples,
House or
Big
something.
Apples.
Big Apples.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. We're not doing no
All right.
chain restaurants, especially on this trip. Going east,
Yeah.
there's so
I'm
many
stoked.
options. I haven't been, but
I'm
there's
big
so
stoked.
many options. I feel like
I want to eat all the clams of Chowders.
It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna eat all.
Once
the
we get
clams
like to
and
that
the chowders.
area,
Yeah.
nothing but. I
And
feel like
the
that's
lobsters.
gonna be the full menu for at
Yeah.
least a few days.
Oh god,
when
we're
we're on
gonna
that
get, we're gonna
coast.
get sick of seafood.
I don't think so.
Hey,
It's so good.
as we come back to a landlocked area, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
So start of the trip is going to be Sunday.
Texas to-
So yeah, so Sunday, May 30th is when we're actually fitting to leave out, and we're going to leave from East Texas.
Yeah.
We are coming
there's
down the night before.
Correct.
Saturday.
So
So,
there's
we'll
gonna
be fucked up.
8 of us.
We're
Yeah.
gonna be hungover as fuck.
8 of us is the count that's going to go, and we're
Not at all.
We're literally doing the same rip that we did last year to the Smokies, because half of these guys haven't been to the Smokies, so we decided to make that part of this trip.
Yeah.
A brief part, but still a part.
Of their trip.
Exactly. So the first day we're going from East Texas to Chattanooga.
Chattanooga. Yeah.
That's going to be day 1 on May 30th, Sunday, May 30th, and then basically we're kicking off of June with our whole trip. Our whole trip is going to be in the beginning of June. So May 31st, so that would be Monday. We're going from Chattanooga in through the Smokies, and then we're ending up in Charlotte, which I'm stoked about.
Which is
So
on the fence. On the fence right now.
There's a deal on the fence right now, right? So
What?
who all can't leave Saturday on this trip?
I think Trent's the only one that said he might come on Sunday, but he was going to meet by the time we leave out.
Because we're at a spot right now where we might
But
leave
we're still-
Saturday.
But.
I done told y'all that.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold
wait,
on.
I'm
no,
on
no,
board.
hold on.
Okay.
But we was originally leaving on Monday, so we pushed.
Oh, yeah, we cut a couple days.
Yeah, there's
off.
no way we're gonna fucking spend a whole weekend sitting there twirling our thumbs to get ready to
in
go on
East
a-
Texas.
I get off.
No, what
I'm
I'm
done with
what
work
I'm saying
Friday
is
5-ish, and I'm ready to go. Like
Yeah.
other than loading the bike.
That's what I'm saying. So this is
but-
what I was
Saturday morning,
suggesting.
But I
fucking
was saying
go.
there's a big
There's an opportunity.
there's a big party going on Saturday in East Texas, so I think if y'all come
Yeah,
and
the
hit
crawfish
that up,
bowl. I agree.
and then we leave out Sunday morning.
I think we just stick to the plan.
Hungover as
We-
fuck, miserable,
Because
and
we
ride
what we
800
did
miles.
originally, we were leaving I think Tuesday, so we cut a couple days on the front end of downtime because Monday is Memorial. Monday is Memorial.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Memorial,
we cut a
yeah.
couple of those days off.
June. I thought Memorial Day was in May.
May.
And, yeah, it is
yeah,
May.
end of May.
End of May.
Oh.
So Monday
So
is
it's June.
first day of June. Yeah.
It's Memorial Day.
So that
what I'm saying.
that strategy we gained 2 days on the front end of the trip, which allowed us the freedom that we needed on the back end trip. When we come full circle, it's because the whole strategy was to make sure that we are back all the way through, and we got to Rebels Den for Tony's party on June 12th. That was the whole concept, because we knew. We were looking at the map and we were looking at the days, and we were going to be in fucking Niagara Falls, and we had to be back. We had to be to Tony's in like 24 hours.
Yeah,
Stupid
fuck
shit,
that.
right?
Yeah.
fuck. We need to leave 2 days early.
Exactly. So we got those days that we needed,
By leaving
but
earlier.
by leaving
Yeah.
2 days earlier. Exactly.
Yeah, the main thing with this trip is like just seeing all this shit, man. Like I did a brief run through of Pennsylvania and New York with when me and Steve ripped through it, but like I don't know why I'm so fixated on this area. You know what I'm saying?
I'm stoked on.
I'm fixated on it because it's like it's so uncharted for us. Like even myself, like this is like one of the one trips that we've done that we're gonna do together, where we're fucking all at the same time experiencing like this new road, this new place, right? And so for me, like I'm finally like stoked. Like I'm gonna, if I ever talk about going to Maine again, it's gonna be with you guys, no matter what the world looks like at that point. It'd be like, yeah, so me and the homies went to Maine that time. It's like you guys have been hearing me talk about California and Sturgis and Smokies forever.
But that's what California was to us a few years ago.
Exactly.
Was that you were the only one, and then it was all of us doing exactly what you're going to be doing on this deal.
Yeah.
There, you can't change that. You can't replace that.
Yeah.
You're calling it your Maine trip. I'm calling it my Tennessee, my North Carolina,
So
my
much.
Washington, D.C., my Boston, my New York, and my Maine. You know what I mean? Like it's
It's all of it.
it's and I've been on the backside. If we say what we're gonna, I've done a little bit of that driving in a car, just taking Tara Lynn, living in Western New York. And I've done it in the summer a couple times now. Going, this is the like going through Ohio and stuff that you look on a map. Oh, it doesn't look like anything. You're driving in a car going,
We're going to skip
on the
Ohio.
interstate going, this is the shit. I wish I was on a motorcycle right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm over the fucking. I'm so fucking excited about it that I've got that. What's gonna go wrong feeling? Like I'm not talking about it. I'm not fucking. Well, yeah, 100%. But
It's not real wood.
I've got
Hey.
that. I've got
Okay,
that,
you
like,
got it.
I'm not.
That's not real wood either.
Hey!
There you go.
I've got the. I'm just not even. I'm just trying to keep it in check.
Yeah.
That's how excited I am about it because yeah, dude, this is a. As much as it hurt not to do the California, that fucking trip is I think it's going to be the same thing and maybe even more, only because the personalities and the people involved. And I think on this one, we may not be able to see things as beautiful as that. And the salt
I think we will though,
gonna be a
man.
different
And
It's a different
it'll
type
be
of beauty.
it'll be a different type of beauty. But the fact that we have people lined up and we know so many other people on this one, where it's going to be, I think the people are going to be as much as big of a part of the ride as the actual riding and the
know more
sightseeing.
people on the East Coast than
That's what I'm saying.
Well, there's so many. The cities are so close, and the people that know us and we know them are so much more tight together.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we're fucking crashing at Mark from Lexin's house.
Thank you, Mark.
right before his wedding.
Literally, like his wife.
The
Like we were talking on the phone
Wednesday
earlier,
before the
and
wedding.
Mark was like. Yeah, I was telling my, his soon-to-be wife, like, Jace and all the boys from Texas are coming through, and she's like, they should stay here. It's like, there's 8 of them. He goes, yeah, we have enough room. I'm like,
That's so awesome.
before your wedding?
So awesome.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to fucking rage, dude.
We're
like,
not monsters, though. We're not going to tear their
dude,
house up.
I'm
but
leaving shit stains on the toilet.
I'm
dude.
Yeah,
storming.
don't make promises you can't keep.
I'm storming the Capitol, but I'm doing
not
it
do that,
correctly
Heather.
this
Oh,
time.
God.
Oh, God.
And then I'm still in the Declaration of Independence, motherfuckers.
Oh, God. All right,
Liberty
now-
Bell, bitch.
Should we run
That's
through
Philadelphia. That's a little bit, a couple of days
We're
later.
gonna
do
run
that
through the
next
whole
day.
joint, and then y'all can have all the sidebars and comments.
Well, so here's the deal. We're going to Chattanooga the first night. The first night's Chattanooga.
Anybody wants to meet up?
Anybody want to party, we'll be there.
Party will be there 8 or 9
late
o'clock
night.
at night.
We'll be there late, but
Late
we're
night.
down to fucking party.
Last time we got to
Denton
Chattanooga, we
Performance-
stayed up till 4 a.m. with
Yeah.
Denton.
Yeah.
Denton Performance
yeah.
came through. We fucking partied with
Yep.
Denton and his homie that time.
Stayed up.
All the dudes
The
from
thing was that
We're so
Jeremy
tired.
Heighton had reached out to
Hinchin.
both
Hinchin, yeah.
Hinchin.
Hinchin, Heighton.
He's in like
Raleigh.
outside of Raleigh. So
So it's
if
like
we
it's
push
closer.
No, but Raleigh's closer to.
if we push further
Virginia
than
Beach.
Charlotte, we can stay.
no,
with
Raleigh's.
him.
Raleigh's closer to Charlotte. That's
Jimmy-
not-
No, it's past Charlotte.
It's past Charlotte.
Right.
So
that's what
if
I'm
we
saying,
go to
that
his
direction.
place, he offered us free room and board to party with him that night. So if we
Well,
go
then maybe
past
we skip
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah, I
next
think that's
day.
what might be the deal. But Virginia Beach is the one that I think that we're really trying to like hunker down and like
Yeah.
fucking rage.
Yeah, and
You
then
know what I mean?
Ben's gonna
Jaden
meet
might
us.
kill somebody.
Jimmy and Emily Medlin just haven't built a new house in Charlotte, or a little bit outside of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Oh.
We also have a
Oh, there's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be a fight for who wants to
well,
hang
no,
out
it's
with us.
there's not a big
Hey,
deal.
let's
But
have 'em bid.
they said 100%. If you
Hey,
guys
it's like
come
an
to
auction
Charlotte-
for our attention.
They said if you come to Charlotte, you guys have a place to stay. If
So
nothing
which-
else, they want to come meet up.
Which
for
one of
beers
y'all
or
are
whatever.
buying the beer?
That's
But
so. That's
they
so
said
much
we have a
love. Though.
place to-
It's, God, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Dude, I love it, man.
Super cool.
that's what I'm saying. This one,
I feel important.
as iconic as that was, as much as it stings in the gut, I know Kyle can back it up. Trent too, probably, on how much it hated to miss that. Dude, this one I feel like it's gonna be
It's different.
It'll be different for sure, but I feel like you'll never get that, but it's going to be equally rewarding as far as, because I think we're going to fuck with people that we care about us, whatever, every fucking step of the way.
And
so much
just
space.
the same way, we're going to get just as good or equal better pictures as those with all of us, with all 8 of us instead of 6 of us. You know?
So much space, so much time, really super high mileage count.
Yeah.
Just because the West is massive, right?
Yeah.
That's what that trip is.
Yeah.
This trip, exactly like you're saying, is going to be high mileage count, but the proximity of things is significantly
Yeah,
closer.
how many 400-mile days do we have on that
Every
trip?
fucking day, practically.
Every day
Yeah.
is a
Besides,
This-
like,
400-mile day.
the 2 days we were in Venice. It's
Yeah, so like our trip this time, we tried to limit it like to where we didn't have more than like a 300-mile day.
Yeah.
We only have like 2,
which is going to be
maybe
so
3
much more
400-mile
fresh.
days out of 14 days.
So it will be, like you said, Jaden, it'll be a heavy person connection.
Yeah.
Along with things that are going to be a bunch of first for everybody. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And not to be confused, as iconic as that is, I'm not talking about just the picture, like the Instagram worthy of it. I'm talking about as much as it. I see that picture, and as cool as it is, I also know the gas stop before, after, 100 miles before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what stings about seeing that, because that just kind of encompasses the whole trip. And like I said, when Kyle and I missed a trip, that's
when
it.
we showed up to Venice and linked up with you and Kyle, like it felt like we were coming home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because the homies were waiting for
Yeah.
us, basically.
Yeah, y'all were
Loved
like a couple blocks from us or something.
Oh, it
a
was
couple
Scooty
miles.
gang.
Yes.
So rad.
But that's the best. And it's going to be the same thing just with everybody together.
Yeah.
That's the real plan. So running through the deal is going to be Chattanooga, then Chattanooga initially the plan was Charlotte or Raleigh. Exactly.
Either
So
one.
one of the two.
That being
But
said, if you got a bike
Eastern-
and you're on the way, come fucking meet us, dude.
Yeah,
And
Eastern
that-
North Carolina.
Jeremy
Hang
said
out,
that he
dude.
wants to ride with us a day or two. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that's dope, man. Like, if
Exactly.
anybody wants to come
I
ride with us,
Jeremy might ride with us to Virginia Beach and
It's not
stay a
even that
night
far.
with us and go home next day.
It's not
you
even
know?
that far.
I am
So Eastern
down.
North Carolina.
I am down, and anybody wants to do this, just fucking buy us beer, man. Come on.
Help us out.
Look, man, like I give you a
No.
shout
Us
out.
broke
Just
motherfuckers
come
traveling the
hang out,
country.
We're going from Eastern North Carolina.
But hey, man,
to
I support
Virginia
your
Beach.
Patreon. I do $20 a month.
So
I'm like, all right, man.
that's
So
not
go
too
get
much
that
of a
whiskey
crazy
over there.
drive for them.
Yeah. Well, what I thought was really cool is breaking that route up, because if we did East Texas to Chattanooga, that's 750,
800.
800 days.
Yeah,
East
And
Texas,
if we did Chattanooga to Virginia
it's 800.
Beach,
No.
759.
So people
whatever
think
it
we're
is.
cool.
Anyway,
It's
but if we
1,055.
did Chattanooga straight to Virginia Beach, that's another 400 something mile day.
No, I don't
I'm
want to do all
glad.
that.
I'm with y'all on this. If we leave a day early, we can split that up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the only reason
And
I
half
thought
of that
about
day's through
leaving
the
a day
Smokies.
earlier. The only
Yeah,
reason I thought about
and
leaving a
have
day
time.
early is because we did get that fucking that stimmy check from the Campout. So that gave us a chance to no, I already told them we got it. That gave us a chance to like, we have this money to where we can have another hotel somewhere if we need to, right? So for the people that haven't got to
There's
do
so
the
many-
Smokies with us, we could have done the same thing we did on our Smokies trip last year, and get everybody a chance to do the Dragon, all the shit that we did to Asherville, and still not feel like we're
I mean, don't get me wrong. I will be in East Texas on Friday night and ready to leave
That's what I
on,
was planning
on
on Friday
Saturday.
night, yeah.
As far as y'all are concerned, I would. But at the same time, I would
I'm
love
good.
to go to
I mean,
fucking Poppy's.
I'll tell fucking
Boy.
Pappy to move his
Friday?
fried fish up to Friday night. I mean, I'm good with it.
yeah.
What's happening, Captain?
We can make that work, but
Babby, didn't we just party at the Campout, bro?
my man, 71
Dude, he
years
parties,
old,
dude.
partying
He
like
fucks.
a motherfucker.
He showed up with a trailer on the back of his bike, and he set up camp right next to me, and you were right with us.
Pappy
too.
went harder than the dudes from Fort
Dude,
Worth. How about
He
that?
fucking made a pot of beans that I'd fucking eat right now if I had them in front of me, dude.
And breakfast
So good.
every morning.
God damn.
Dude, him and his wife go hard.
You know what? You know what I was thinking about with this whole camp out?
pals, boy.
You know, I was thinking about this camp out, and I'm thinking about all the rallies I've been a part of in my almost 20 years in this industry. And I was thinking, like, how close are we to the point of being the guys that are walking around a rally with our dicks hanging out?
Who does that?
Dude, have you not been to the rallies?
I mean, naked
The
rallies.
Sturgises?
I have been. No, well, they don't. Do
Not
that in
Sturgis, is like
Sturgis,
the
but-
rock rallies and shit like that.
Yeah. That's for. Real
I
old
feel
people.
like
they don't give a fuck.
they don't, and I'm saying like maybe.
I feel like walking around
what
with a
if
dick.
what if everything we're doing right now is exactly what these other generations did, and just that they're at another level that we haven't achieved yet of like, fuck it, right?
Well,
What if
I've
their
always.
shit was always a level below us that they never achieved what we're at. We're just already at a better
I mean,
level.
No,
that's
I
an
mean,
elitist attitude,
Dude,
and I like it.
No, Pappy's told me stories of in the 70s when he rode a fucking Sportster to Sturgis, and he grew up in South Texas, like south of Corpus Christi. A fucking Sportster.
There's not much
to
south
start-
of Corpus Christi. It's like
Yeah,
the ocean.
That's what I'm saying. Like he grew up deep south, man. He fucking rode his Sportster to fucking Sturgis
Yeah,
every
that
year,
fucks
like
you.
fucking.
That fucks all the way around. But I'm saying, just because shit happened older
Need some more
or
liquor?
before doesn't mean it's better than what we're
What
doing
you need,
now.
dog?
What you need? What you want?
Bartender really did it this time.
Zax, where's that bag? Where's the clean ice?
Clean ice.
Oh, it's melted, bro.
Is that ice dirty?
No, this is filtered water too, but it's
Filtered water.
I mean, that's what it said on the bag for QT. It said 100%
Filtered,
filtered
yeah.
water.
I mean, that's from
Totally like cigarette ashes in
Shell
it.
Station or something.
But it's on the beer boo boo that's on it too.
But you know, like
What I was saying is just because shit happened before doesn't mean it's more hardcore than what we're doing now. Like I'm not saying Pat. Like
We're not doing hardcore shit.
That
It's
shit was
just-
fucking rad.
see, I don't think
Just
we're
'cause
doing
shit-
anything different. I think
We're
we're
not
doing,
doing anything different than the people did in the 60s and 70s. We're just
But yeah,
We got
that's
social
what I'm
media.
saying. Just because it happened in 60s, 70s doesn't mean it's fucking any more badass than what we did.
we're doing
their
more
fucking
miles a day than
their
they
raps
did.
were,
But
their maps were a little bit more rudimentary. You know what I mean? They had to fucking
Yeah, we have technology. They didn't.
yeah.
It's about that
exactly.
simple.
But that is
Technology in the motorcycles,
when it
technology
comes
on the
to throwing
phones,
your ass
technology
over-
on the
throwing your
maps.
fucking ass over a motorcycle and riding.
Same shit.
Technology.
They were full
I
send.
think matters.
Bikes are better anyway.
I got to
mean,
give a shout out to
you know,
Ben. He just booked for Sturgis.
My man.
Days in Campground. He just sent me his booking ID.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Dude.
Hey, Camp Zero, right?
Uh-oh.
Who won't make it this year?
He's talking about
Craig.
that at Rebels did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got you, I
They'd
got
be
you.
in Maine.
They're having a
waiting on these
conversation
fucks.
on the YouTube
Dude,
on the
fuck,
deal. That's
fuck
dope.
Craig, right? He's
No,
not, he's
what?
not riding to fucking Maine with us. He's going to fly there and hang
got
out.
a bike
He has
up
2
there.
bikes. He has another bike up
Not
there
a
just
bike.
waiting.
It ain't the same.
I know, but
How dare you, bro?
that's his whole. I mean, I know we're only gonna be in Maine for like just a minute, but
Like, what,
it's
2
still
hours?
his backyard. Like that's where he grew
That's
up.
why, we love Craig. Craig is fucking one of us, right? So it would be so much funner to do all this shit with Craig from Chattanooga all the way up
Well,
to
who
me.
knows how far he gonna
Well,
come
yeah,
with us
he-
out of
Yeah,
Maine.
Craig,
He might end up in fucking.
He had a big
Niagara
Rebels
with
in.
us.
He had a big.
Yeah,
truck
he might go the whole
repair.
second half.
He had a big truck repair late in the year on this year on his. You know what I mean? Like, I understand if he's got and he had some
I
bike
don't.
shit.
I don't care.
I'll give him.
He
He
gotta do a
show up
lady.
or fuck
He
off.
can't take 2 weeks. Like we're done. I mean, you got to plan that.
But let's be real. Craig went real soft this year because he had his old lady
Leave
there.
him alone.
Oh,
Did he not go?
leave him alone.
Man.
No.
Give him a fucking break.
You feel me, right? You feel me.
Hey, whatever. He set
But
the curve.
at the
He
same
set the
time-
curve for the
at
last
the same
couple
time,
years on how hard he did go.
Craig
so.
gets a pass on that.
Yeah,
Like,
if anybody has
he
some
wants-
grace, it's
yeah,
him.
we're gonna give
if
him
he
a
wa-
pass.
If he wants
No,
to take a pass, if he
I
wants to
don't.
go,
I don't want to give him a pass because if he does it, if he doesn't show her who he is
Sugar free.
at the camp out, then that's going to be forever who Craig has to be with her.
I give him
What?
a pass. He's still my dog. I give him a pass.
Hey, maybe he's warming up to it.
No, you don't
yeah.
warm up to this
He's gonna
shit.
let the puppy
You
know.
show the chick your whole dick, dude. You
Don't
show her the whole
listen to
dick.
Jay.
I'm pretty sure she's seen the whole thing.
I don't know.
That's Turbo.
I feel like
baby.
he has. Yeah,
Turbo.
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 Cheers to
Everybody
Turbo.
fucks like Turbo.
Fast as fuck.
I'm. Are y'all gonna try to make the down south camp out or what?
Yes.
I'm really stoked for that.
That's part of my plan.
I'm really. I'm
really
really.
trying to like stagger.
I
my
can't wait.
I'll
time.
make it.
Because
I
if
hope-
I'm not mistaken, down south is towards the beginning of the month.
I'll have a drink off with you.
I'll fucking have a drink over him. See if he
Craig.
rear ends somebody else again.
Craig, the down south's going to be
Jay-
towards the beginning of the month, right?
Jason's Craig's
First or the
driving right
fifth,
now.
something
Probably.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
on the
If
road.
it's towards the beginning, I'm off.
Don't rear end a
1,000%.
family of 4, dude. Come down. But
Ooh, that's good.
Don't fly over their hood.
I want to. I
What
want to
a
have
gangster
Craig
on that,
back on
dude.
because I want to have him talk about the camp out again the down south one, because the thing about his camp out that's different than ours is the moment we left and we showed up in Jackson, Mississippi, and linked up with the Arkansas boys, it was like it was a badass
Game
feeling.
on.
And then partying that first night in Florida, Bama.
That's always what it's about. Linking up with your homies and fucking having a good time.
Dude, we showed up to the campground Friday night. It was late as fuck. Friday night. Big Trouble and them and Justin was up. Big Trouble was there waiting on us, and because they're not that cool until we're there, And so we showed up, and then they actually like, oh, okay, now it's time to party because the real party's here. And
Motherfucker, man.
no,
Bad shit.
yeah, because he can't talk shit back right now.
Craig said, wasn't talking to you, Cody.
Yo,
First week in November, I'm in for the. Yeah, I'm in. Like I said, I'll take sick days.
He's taking over the fucking Galveston route.
if there was somehow that shit could be like, all right, so when you think of Florida, you think of like Keys and fucking beaches and all that, like, right? Or swamp. If somehow it could be in Tarpon is so cool.
Dude, his hometown?
Tarpon
Yeah.
is so cool.
If it was anywhere to stay, for everybody to stay around there, that would be a spot to get a big Airbnb if we could do it. But how many people do you think was at the down south campground?
I would
50?
say at least 50 to 70. I think 50 to
Yeah,
70.
you can't house that many people.
But think about how many dudes were at the camp or at the campground that it's the same thing at every campground. People show up to things, but they don't show up and be a part of things, right?
That's gay.
Yeah, we had some older dude that camped right by us who I don't think he ever.
But do you think he was there for that, or do you think he
yeah.
just...
There was people there for that,
Because
yeah.
he was like, yeah, I heard about it. And I was like, cool. And but he sat there the whole time. It was one of the stories. Like, he caught me smoking weed. Like I was, hey, what's up, man? And he's just like, what's up? And he kind of laughed a couple times, like, dude, yeah, I'm cool. I talked to him. I forgot what he did. Maybe he had a city job or something. But it was, I was just like, why don't you come to the bar? And he's just like, no, I'm just kind of sitting here, kind of got a little whiskey in my cup, and
All right,
but
faggot, don't have a good time.
yeah, and like I said, I was camped way down there in like the
sorry. I think I said
Everglades.
that twice.
I was trying to find a gator, so
Them gators.
Gay and queer and fag a lot of times on thieves.
Yeah, it'd be all right. But
all right.
anywho, where are we at? Where do we go?
All right. So I see Taylor Silvers. Then Dragons. Oh, don't give her credit for that yet. She ain't made it there. So I think he means hopes to be wife screaming at me to kill during leg. Yeah, she was. I know at one point I do remember her going, "Do this for my honor," and I was like,
For my honor.
and that was like one of like fucking
All right,
9
meatball.
people. One of 9 people giving me instructions, and I got.
Oh, dude, I
ran.
saw that video. That was like the most special ed fucking leg wrestle I've ever seen.
Okay, so he beat somebody that they
you don't
flipped
say
right
that.
over. At least when he flipped me, I flipped sideways.
Oh,
And
the
at one
video,
point,
the video
I
that I
was
seen.
like,
You didn't even get to the leg wrestle on the
Exactly.
video I seen.
You saw Dustin's
there
video,
was
yeah.
so much
You
before.
participated so much.
Yeah.
Dude, it was against everything.
I
I was
didn't
like, I
see
don't want to
no
do this, but I
video.
was like, I
He
also
had
don't.
2 minutes of Jaden's preparation.
I could not get like I was like I've never done it. I don't know what the fuck what's going on in here. And so yeah, Justin Kelly, God bless him, he was trying to tell me.
Oh,
One,
God.
And I
2,
was like-
and a 3.
My leg kept going up. It's real dumb.
I can't
And,
believe he didn't get in on it.
The video finally ended up.
Sure.
Oh, dude.
He would have flipped some motherfuckers off the
He's
stage.
But-
fucking walking around with his fucking spandex on.
No.
If I was in the
Yeah,
gym
girl
every day, I
shirts.
might do that too.
The whole
bro.
point, Taylor from
He had
Boston.
Chads on.
Taylor beat him, so it was Dean. Dean's one of the guys that works for Aaron.
Aaron, yeah.
And he's
yeah.
been hanging around. And
was
so
cool.
Dean started it, and he beat somebody. Then I got down, and he beat me. And then he got Taylor, and I think Taylor beat him. They may have had a draw once, and then Taylor beat him. And then some other dude got up and beat Taylor because I guess he had a streak going on. So I saw that.
Apparently,
on the story.
Taylor had a method.
Yeah.
He was like doing it to where everybody else had to go past, and he was like perfectly 90 degrees.
Where's Taylor from?
So Taylor's from Boston. He's one of the
Okay.
two dudes. Him
I don't
and
know
Brennan
if I'm
came
mad.
down.
Was he the dude with no shirt
Sorry.
at the end? The guy with no shirt at the end was on a level 150, and he took anybody out that came up.
I don't think it. I don't know. I don't remember
Listen,
that.
I was a bitch in the tent.
Oh yeah, you weren't there.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Your wife was there.
I apologize.
Here we go.
What?
Taylor, did you ever lose other than to? Well, yeah, he lost to some dude. Yeah,
The shirt guy.
yeah, he lost his ring. But
It was fun. It was pretty.
it was fun as fuck.
we still talking about
Are
the
we back
campout?
on the Campout?
I don't know. I don't know how we got on there. I've been trying to go through the itinerary.
So people were reaching out to you because they heard about our trip coming up northeast, and dudes in Boston were saying like, "Hey, dude, when y'all get here, we're partying." Right?
Yeah. Well, that's
Taylor?
Taylor and his buddy
They're
after.
recommending dinner spots, lunch
So
spots.
yeah, so after they had big help because Brennan had his exhaust pipe cracked on whatever, so he had big help. So when they get to the camp out and then party all weekend, had a blast. We're in a month we're coming through your hometown, and of course they're going, what the fuck do you want to do? Like we got
That's what I'm excited about.
I
I'm
love
excited
that about cross country.
like
trips,
even if
man.
it's not even like okay, I physically don't have a big enough.
That's
place
like
to
us
hold you
showing
all.
up to Brian and T.
He rode ahead of us
2 years ago when
and said, "Come see my spot."
let's just say 19 when we did the big Cali trip, our first big Cali trip. That was like we didn't have a lot of connections. I would say we outside.
But
of
you
Jason.
brought somebody to the table with the Colorado
Well, I
joint, the
did,
Durango.
I did. But most of the people that we stopped at was Jason's buddies that he
Yes.
previously knew,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Now, 2 years later, it's like, man, so much relationships between whether it's campouts or just we got a connection in North Carolina.
Yep.
My
I had a
other
connection with
neighbor
Jeremy
was
and
the connection that we
Lone
stayed in his
Star.
backyard in Durango. You
Yeah.
know, like
This last time.
Remember, you drove the truck that straight days or something like that.
Yeah.
what was
To go to the showers.
Yeah.
Did we go to showers or something
Yeah.
like that in the campground?
he's like, that motherfucker better not wreck my truck.
It was like a few weeks after
And I had wrecked in, we were just talking about it, and at 32
in a year.
in a year, rear ends.
Rough year, bro.
I know, I'm paying for it insurance-wise right now. No, I'm excited about this trip.
Absolutely. And
I've never met Homie himself in person. Done so much work with him.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, because
That's
as much as
wild.
work he get done, I
Your
figure
biggest
you would
customer.
One of my, definitely
probably the
probably.
biggest.
The big.
I think he's probably my most consistent and biggest
Yeah.
customer, but at the same time, like,
That's gonna be awesome.
That will be cool.
I mean,
We're gonna party, baby. We're gonna party.
motherfucker, is it just completely out? What's it doing? Does this say dropped at the bottom? The bottom right?
Turn your Wi-Fi off.
Yeah, drop 0
All right, we're good.
I've got no service, no ways.
I ain't worried about it.
to 10%, 13.
10% is just a CPU, so we're good. But no, so I've never met him, but we've talked over the last couple of years, and we've become friends through the work we do together. And he does a lot of work with other painters.
Right.
Jeremy Lucky Strike's one of the other main painters. He tries to do a lot of work with a lot of painters, but he's had a hard time. This dude pays, and he gives you the freedom to do whatever you want. As an
He
artist,
just wants a badass helmet.
motherfuckers don't respect it.
Does he have multiple bikes?
Oh, he has a bunch of bikes.
And they're all
He bought the
painted?
Pan America. He's
wanna
waiting
s-
on that.
Uh-huh.
He also bought the
Ride that
new.
motherfucker for real.
He also bought the new one they just released like a couple days ago.
What's
The
that?
revival?
Revival. Yeah.
What's a revival?
I'm not.
You don't know about the revival?
I'm not
No,
on
missed
that.
Missed it.
Dude, it's like an electric glide.
It's like electric
It's
glide,
like
but it has
an
like.
old-
Oh, no, I did miss it.
69.
Okay.
I'm
It's
not.
got like, it
Fuck
starts
that.
with.
It's a remodel.
But here's the
It's
thing.
69, yeah, it's got a
That
114.
I
It's-
got you.
Single seater.
This
right?
is the thing about that bike though. Every dealership in America is getting
I
one.
was gonna say they're
I
only
don't
making
give a
like
fuck. It's
500
gay
or
as
something.
fuck.
No, it's more than
1,500?
it's like every dealership gets one. So every dealership that's in existence gets one bike, and so that's it.
It comes factory to.
It's gonna be a very look. I was reading some shit on the performance bagger page that Craig puts out, and people were hating on it. Craig was hating on it. I'm like,
It's
it
ugly.
doesn't have anything to do with us.
It's ugly.
It doesn't have anything to
But
do
it'll
with
be a
us.
time capsule. That's really what
It
it
has
is.
nothing to do with
if you want to
us.
put in
that's
your
what it'll be.
collector's edition,
That's like
go ahead.
that's like Harley dropping a Sportster in the performance bagger page, going, "What the fuck? They do not know their market." Like,
apparently they're
it's
doing
not for you,
They're
dude.
doing like an icon line or
Yeah.
something where they're doing a
Look,
handful of these.
Harley's-
That's the first one.
Why
to
the
drop.
fuck would you pick that one?
Apparently
though?
they're gonna do
That's
a
the
low-
ugliest bike ever made.
They're gonna do a lowrider too. Is in their
No.
sights.
They
There's-
better
there's
fucking
gonna
do
be
a lowrider because
line,
that's probably one of the
which-
best sellers.
The
but
bike
when
looks.
is he gonna go back to? Like,
when
what year
when
is it?
homie sent me the picture of the bike and goes, "I got it," and I go, "Man, every time I see that bike, I think of Elvis Presley." I really think about it. You know,
It's a big throwback. Big
Two
throwback.
times he rode an army
50s,
bike?
60s.
no. He used to. Elvis was a big Harley dude. Come
Bro,
on,
he
now.
rode them in the Army. That's about the only time he rode them.
He didn't go
Watch
to
out
Army.
now.
Watch out, man.
But no,
Only two
that
people know karate. It's Chinese and King.
watch out. But I think I don't, dude. Like these guys that get so wrapped up and think that everything Harley does has to represent them.
Yeah.
Not
Calm
them,
the
but
fuck
don't
down.
Don't produce an ugly bike. It's
But
ugly.
Cody, it doesn't have to be.
It's
for
So
you.
ugly.
to the argument, they produced a bike that they only made like 1,500 of.
Okay. Are you
So
gonna buy one?
No, that's exactly why. Even if I was gonna buy one, I couldn't afford it.
Couldn't afford it.
This is the
It's a
type of bike that they
$30,000
release. They're gonna release a bike.
much?
People are gonna buy it.
It are MSRP for like,
It's 30 grand.
yeah, it's like
Okay,
29,
that's not much more than a
29
bagger.
something on the, and then that's MSRP.
It
so
is
they
it's
probably sold
one
it
of the
for
most
more.
rarest bikes they're ever gonna make.
But it's ugly.
Hey, the T Sport was ugly when it first came out. Now we
I
love it
wouldn't
that-
agree.
but
Why they make it two different colors?
$199 is the
Why they make it
retail.
blue with
because
white
it's
bags or
nostalgic
some shit?
to the
But
old
yeah,
school
it's,
bike.
And that is the
So
difference
what's it-
between
what
single
era
bike
were they
owners
going
and
for,
multiple
though?
bike owners.
It's
Let's-
a
The
let's be real
90s or
throwback.
80s or
Yeah,
we should
put
probably
your
wear a
fucking
mask.
mask.
No, throwback's like a
Woke
69.
motherfucker, put your mask up.
Everybody's talking at once.
Yeah, you're right.
Calm your tits.
This is the best part of the podcast.
Oh my god, oh my god. I got 48
checking out.
ounces of vodka in me.
Oh, they gone.
No, we're good.
Craig agrees with you, Cody. Obviously.
I don't
say?
understand why people
What we agree on.
Harley did this and it doesn't apply to us, so I don't care. But at the same time,
Yeah, it doesn't apply to me.
when people are getting butthurt about it, it's like, dude, are you gonna buy it? So why the fuck?
Yeah, if it helps space.
I'm just
If Harley put
If
out
it
the
help pays
perfect
the
bike,
bills, who
they put out the
cares?
bike that we all want, and then your motherfucking ass can't even afford it because you don't have credit. Like, then what? Are you gonna talk shit about Harley still? Like, they make the best bike, but now it's 35 grand and I can't afford it, so fuck them. They don't know their fucking market right now. Like, calm down with that bullshit.
What's the point? It's
No,
the
I'm
same
just
concept
saying,
as the live wire. It's either for you or it's not. It's literally the same
That's
concept.
just straight gay.
Fix your fucking battery so it doesn't explode every
But
30,000 miles.
my thing is just like, why would
So
why
much
would you
hate.
spend that
So much hate on
time
this
and
side.
money on a fucking bike that who cares if you make 1,500? They're fucking ugly.
I think that
How
What is
many,
different?
how many garage
this is what I would say about this new bike, right? It's 30 grand. We can't afford it.
these mother?
We can
you
afford
paid
it.
28 grand for your fucking bagger. That's
Whatever.
$2,000 more dollars. Who gives
So
a fuck?
I have
That's
one. I
nothing.
can't afford this as a side bike.
No,
right?
of course.
It's a
So-
collector bike. If it's a limited edition,
if we had
it's
money,
collections.
if we were,
They can't even match the paint.
But that's intentional.
it's intentional.
I know it's
Look,
intentional and it's ugly.
Okay.
It doesn't matter when it just sets as a part of a collection or whatever. That's the
Okay.
nostalgic aspect of it, and that's why they're
When
trying
I'm
to do it.
60 fucking years old and that bike goes across Meekum auction for 500 grand, I'll punch myself in the face. Like, damn, I should have bought one of those.
Yeah,
It probably
but
will, though.
That's the difference, though. That you're not that guy. We're not. None of us.
Yeah,
are
we're
that
not in
guy.
that position to own a bike like that simply for the nostalgic and the rare.
So why are you
portion.
praising it?
I'm not praising. I'm just saying that like what they did. If Hollywood did this and made 40,000 of them, it would have been like there's no point
It's another bike.
because they made
Yeah.
such a small quantity of it. It's kind of a special bike to buy if you can afford it.
But-
if you can't afford it,
Okay, but
you're not involved in the conversation.
okay, but well, it's not that you can't afford it. It's not an unaffordable bike. Anybody with decent 650 credit can go buy a $30,000 bike.
Yeah.
But besides, homie, how many of your friends are gonna go buy that bike?
Well, the way I'm trying to explain this is that like they're not. They didn't make this bike to sell 1 million of them. They made it to sell 15, 2,000, whatever.
Then why
it was.
would they only price it at 30 grand? Because that's not unbearable.
That's still. I mean, it's not cheap.
It ain't cheap.
If
It's not cheap for a bike that's going to sit and
If
collect
it's a
dust
15,
for most
if
people.
it's only 1,500 made, that should have been a $40,000-$50,000 bike. It should
Well,
be
they
rare.
said this is more rare than a CVO, and CVOs they don't make they make a little bit more per year than what they made
Yeah,
for this.
yeah.
But so CVOs also have a rarity to them. So
But I would, CVOs are rare.
yeah,
But they're not as rare as that bike's gonna be.
Exactly.
So
and
that
that's why
bike
that
should be
bike's
more than $50,000 than what a fucking CDO costs.
maybe Harley's throwing people a bone because at $30,000 you could buy a bike that after a year from now is going to be so rare that it could double in price and its value. It's a fucking Dogecoin
But
type
that's
shit.
not helping them.
I don't know.
That's not helping them.
Yeah, but it's still
The
getting
seller.
still getting them to sell bikes. I mean, that's what they've ultimately been struggling with
I don't know
lately.
who was gonna go buy that. I don't know anybody that's gonna go buy that.
some of these overpriced things to some of these.
You're not behind the mic.
Nobody hears you. If you want to do drugs, do it in the fucking camera like a man.
I don't even care. I don't even care. Let's move back to the trip, huh?
Yeah.
We got sidetracked there.
A little bit.
Fuck those new electric glide looking motherfuckers.
Fucking dude.
So if he got that Pan America though,
That's gay too.
I need some of that. No,
But
it's
we'll
not.
move on.
It's not. That bike is really.
He's a
really
collector,
fun.
man. Like, you know,
No,
like,
Absolutely.
think about it like this. Everybody,
If I was fucking rich, I'd have every
Dude.
fucking Harley that was ever made.
I mean,
And I'm
think
not-
about all the brothers that are looking at the performance side saying it's gay as fuck. You know,
But they're
They-
brothers,
they like-
so they're gay.
Black dudes?
are we talking about black people?
Hell yeah,
No, I'm
brothers.
just kidding. No.
Oh, okay,
Hell
okay.
yeah.
They have their own bad style, and they probably look at our shit like it's stupid.
Yeah.
Whatever. They look at it. From
My
the
man, Banks Ishmael. My man.
Hey, Banks, why don't you go bank a dick in your ass?
Calm down, Jaden.
That Pan America's awesome.
That's right. Anybody who hasn't ridden it can say it's lame
Yeah.
because that bike is. Who you need to talk to is Lance Corey because he's the only one who's
Yeah.
really ridden it. We
Yes.
rode it around a fucking street track and it was still cool, but he's put it to it, and that's where it really needs to be.
I'm waiting on him. He's got to
Say something. Say something.
It says Ishmael, something like, I don't know, maybe he's I almost said Jewish. I was like, that'll get me canceled.
Y'all,
Was it Amish? Yeah.
y'all some judgy motherfuckers right now, man.
Hey, it's fucking.
It's not like
Let's be real. Y'all knew what it was gonna be when you see the 5 motherfuckers that sitting around this table tonight. That's the problem.
Oh, we got excellent
Paid
connection. now.
80K for
Excellent
RC
connection.
Surfers.
Capital Connections.
There's an asterisk. Yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna leave it in
Two-chain,
North
two-chain.
Carolina.
No.
This is as far as we got. North Carolina to Virginia Beach.
I'm excited for
Virginia
Virginia Beach, man.
Anthony Acevedo.
Is that a Mexican song?
Say
That's
what?
that's that dude. He runs. That's the guy that's been trying to get the bike night in Virginia Beach for a minute.
No idea.
Oh, talk to Kyle about it. Yeah, it's no. We got dudes. I don't know what to tell you. We got shooters, man. We got,
Jay know a lot
I
of people on
liked
the
it.
internet.
You're like
You
the
didn't
fucking
see-
Jay know a lot of people on the
ambassador.
internet.
He's
you
like
name
the
city,
ambassador.
I'll tell you.
I ain't got the time
I'll
you
tell you
got.
the people that we have out there that are fucking with us, and Kyle knows too. I mean,
It's good. Just like anything else that we do, we're just gonna put out where we're gonna be, and if you can be there also, that'll be
If
great.
you are from there and you can help us find the
yeah,
best
we're not
time.
expecting you to buy strings or anything like that.
But it's like at the same
Just
time,
come
it's
hang
like
out,
I don't
dude.
want
We
to come
just
to your
wanna hang
town and
out.
be like, "Hey, where's the best place to go?" Like, I don't know. What do you want to eat?
no, for
That's
sure.
Like,
the thing is,
I want to
see-
hang out with my wife again, dude. Calm down. Like,
I see
tell me where the
dudes
best
all
place
over the
is. Be a
country.
man.
I see dudes all over the country doing stuff, and I'm just like, I just want to be there part like on your random Tuesday. So
Sure.
this once a year, if I'm anywhere near you, dude, come hang out or tell me where you're at, and we'll come hang out.
Dude,
But-
Cody's
No,
fucking
it's the
this
other way
up,
around.
dude.
No, I got a couple of them.
You got a
too.
couple?
Yeah.
He's past the handle.
Dude, he's drinking. Like I told you, he's drinking it like he's at the lake. It's it's like it's after 5 on a Friday, and this motherfucker's drinking like it's a fucking
4th of
it's-
July.
Yeah, like it's 11 o'clock on a lake Saturday.
Fireworks about to
Kid
come
Rock's
off.
about to come on. And he's fucking
Exactly. Yeah, next time Cody when he walks back up here, just imagine that Kid Rock meme with the fucking shirt off.
Walking
Yeah,
in.
or he's on the beach. That's how Cody's about to walk back into this podcast.
Wow.
He's on it. He's on it. He said, "It's my long weekend." He's so stupid. He's so stupid.
Trump.
I am at the lake, goddamn.
You know what? If you're along the road that we're on, don't even reach out. We're not very fun to hang out with.
No, for sure.
You probably won't have a good time.
Hey, you guys at your local bar is gonna be way more fun.
We're gonna get kicked out.
That's all right. We'll just go to the next town, and the next town, and the next town. We don't have an itinerary.
No, so keep running through the thing. Keep letting these fools know where
Virginia
we're going.
Beach.
Hey, Winton.
I actually want to know what's going on, so
Where are we going?
let's talk about it.
They want to hear the
So
trip. Okay, they've been y'all keep going wild.
Sorry.
Sideways. Talking about
Well,
Kid Rock and
Winton
shit.
just texted me and said, "Hey, we're totally down for you guys to come back to the house in Sturgis
That's
again."
dope.
Yeah, dude. One of the best. One of
One
the
of the best.
greatest
This is
highlights
after
of last
June,
year.
though.
This is yeah.
That's August.
This is Sturgis.
Okay.
Correct.
If you come to our campground and you're cool,
Winton.
we'll
I'm
give you
in.
the pass to go to the Winton party.
It's so cool
And it's
to
a fucking
to
dope
have
party.
that type of camaraderie with guys. That to me, it is a torch pass.
Run the back sex and cut all that.
in that regard. Y'all on a different level right now.
What'd you drop?
Trying to be regular.
All right. Are we going to finish the June trip or are we going to Sturgis?
I don't know. We're about 2 days in.
I'm so excited.
Dude, yes.
Virginia Beach
Okay.
to
You haven't even
Washington
opened this
D.C.
shit, dude.
Virginia Beach to Washington
I'm on
D.C.
good one.
That's the next day. That's gonna be the 2nd of June, and that's when we're linking up with Mark up
Yeah.
in D.C.
Mark from Lexington,
Mark
yeah.
from Lexington, correct.
I
When
thought
you
we-
when you
specified.
wonder why
Did we
the
eat?
Fast Life Garage and the podcast fuck with Lexington so heavy, that's why. Because
He's a fucking solid dude.
Within days of his wedding,
He's.
he's giving us his house. He's
Yeah.
saying, "Come stay at my house."
We were originally gonna crash his wedding, but
Yeah.
we're trying to move a couple of days before that.
Well,
Yeah.
let's be honest. We're trying to leave some of the bridesmaids and some of the female guests
I'm not
for
in on
the
this
other
one.
guys that attended.
Is that what we're
We're
trying
not
to
trying
do?
to just fucking roll up in there and
Yeah.
take it all. So I said, "We'll
Save some for the rest of us,
exactly.
bro.
We'll leave your
hey,
wedding.
save some pussy for everybody else.
We'll
bro.
leave your wedding for your homies, and we'll come through a day or so early
You're welcome.
because we all know what would happen otherwise.
Dude,
yeah,
I'm gonna be Lysol in the
What would
background.
happen? I want to see what would happen.
What?
You already fucking know. We would ruin his wedding reception because
I was planning on buying tuxedo
I
t-shirts.
gotta stay.
Tuxedo
Dude.
t-shirts.
We got stage 5 clinger.
oh my god,
Dude.
We gotta go.
We can still wear tuxedo t-shirts out in D.C.
goddamn Larry. If Larry wasn't, I guess he's taken all of a sudden. I was expecting Larry to leave with the bitch from DC and like just dropping her off in New York, going, "Hey, look, this is as far as I can take you. Get the train back." Like, but I 100% expected Larry to leave DC with a bitch.
On the back.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Tits up.
I see it happening. I got a headache. Oh, God damn.
That's the smile headache.
Think
That's what
Steve,
happens.
you
It's
fuck.
smiling and
Smile head.
alcohol. I had a hangover when he started this part.
This
Yeah,
podcast
you're-
is brought to you by BC Powder. Get some, bro.
Time to get re-drunk. Hold up.
Snort it, though.
That's what I said.
Oh, hey, homie himself goes, depending on when you hose,
That's our
some
guy.
hoes
Man. He
in
goes,
there.
Yeah,
"Oh,
he
put
parties.
some hoes in
arrive
there."
here, I can have my homie take you cats in the helicopter
Oh,
right above the falls. We made it! We made it!
Saxon, watch.
oh man.
Hey,
It's a Nixon.
when they go out like Kobe, you and me will be fucking running this.
Why you gotta bring that up?
It's gonna be the Dragon
bro.
Podcast, Sax. You and me.
Dude.
Stay with me.
How fucking dope would that be? Go over
Oh, that's wrong. I just called you. That's wrong. That's wrong as hell, man. I was still excited about that. Man, that's wrong.
I've never been in a helicopter. I don't even want to be in it now. Like, it's fucked up. I've never been in a helicopter.
I was in a helicopter.
Oh
at
my
Paul Bunyan Land
God.
in Minnesota
We're
one
gonna
time.
like this is gonna go
Dude,
down.
helicopters fucking wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
pretty
wild.
cool.
It's like being a passenger on a drone.
It's wild.
That sounds horrible because my
No.
drone crashes into everything.
'Cause you
But with
can't
a
fly.
professional driver.
Okay,
Pilot.
yeah,
No,
fair enough.
It's just
No, they're cool. They're cool.
Dude, how cool would that be?
That'd be super cool. I mean, I don't know. I guess it pays to have cool people in your life.
Motherfuckers that have fuck, dude.
Do you want some ice, baby?
All I'm saying is,
He wants to mix
one
in a beer,
day,
is what he said.
if everybody,
You want me to fill this bitch up, Montucky?
Ooh, he said no. Cody's on that hort tonight.
dude, me and Cody are going on a fucking bender all weekend, dude.
More ice?
Have fun, man.
Sax is going too. Goddamn.
You want some ice? You want some ice?
I'm good.
We're going to Houston. Me and Cody and Sax are going to Houston tomorrow.
And James.
James, you going?
We're kidnapping
know, bro.
James.
I don't know.
No, fuck you. You're going.
Bring your rental.
No, you're right in the motherfucking
Hell yeah,
Chevy,
dude.
baby. I'm Chevy on 20.
24s.
You got 24s?
No, it's 20s, but I keep them clean.
Man, no, but that would be fucking amazing. We got to fucking fly over, goddamn,
really, dude, really crazy. Yeah,
Niagara Falls. That'd be insane. And
that's like once in a lifetime deal.
Homie already hooking
Y'all
us
got those
up.
passports?
yeah, we're saying it's Wind River. Is
yeah.
it Wind River Casino Hotel?
We already got that hookup, but
Winnica or something.
No. It's,
I just wanna give
it's
a
the
shout
Seneca.
out.
Is the
yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my other buddies that they're right there in Buffalo, so it's just they can see the falls from their house.
Oh, really?
And they gave us a chance to stay at their house too. But I told them we probably already had.
We've gotten so much love
Yeah.
on this one.
It's so cool, man.
It is cool. It is cool because I feel like it's almost earned in a sense that we've been giving it for an
we
extended
give
period
it for
of
the
time.
campouts and the parties that we do, but
So
now
it
we
is starting
travel.
to be reciprocated. Exactly, and that's awesome. That really is.
It is. It's cool.
All right, DC.
DC.
So we just went from
stoked.
Virginia Beach
Nick-
to DC. A whole
Nick-
dude. DC's a
Nick
cool city.
Mendocino.
I've never been to DC.
It's cool. What's that?
Nick
all right.
Mendocino.
That
Better see
we are
when
going to
I'm
be
Buffalo.
in Washington D.C. on June the 2nd.
Sarah
June the
Berge.
2nd. So June the
girl, Sarah
3rd,
Berge.
we're fitting to go from D.C. to New York, right?
Can you do this?
And we're going
with
to be
alcohol?
there 2 days. Yeah, absolutely.
Same thing.
It is
Take 2 of
encouraged.
If you don't snort it, you ain't a man.
So we're going to New York. Oh, man.
Sorry, I'm still living the campout life.
Anything white, fucking with your nose.
This motherfucker snorted.
We're going to be in
Keep a straight face.
We're going to be in New York for 2 days, which is going to be June the 3rd and June the 4th. And we're actually staying in what's it called? We're staying right next to the Queensboro
Queens.
Bridge. No, we're staying right next to the Queensboro Bridge. Is it? I think it's
Look at this guy.
what is it called? It's
Look at this fucking guy. Hey, Speed Kings.
I don't remember
Send
what it's
this
called.
motherfucker
It's like-
a $250 gift card.
hold
Going
on.
with
I got a map.
0 this time.
Let's see what I got.
No, that spot that Jacob found us for the hotel
I'm sorry,
in
who found
Queensboro.
it?
Jacob.
No,
you?
that's wrong.
Oh, you did?
Oh, he called you out on that one.
Okay, Jacob.
Okay, then. Okay.
My bad.
Jacob did book it though. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
But the view from the hotel, seeing the
Yeah.
city,
It's
Manhattan.
literally right
Queensboro
next.
Bridge.
We're gonna be in Long Island City.
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna be. Right, literally on the east side of Queensboro Bridge
Yeah.
for 2 days, and those 2 days are again June 3rd, June 4th, and then when we're done with
it's Juneteenth, right?
NYC, because I mean literally that. So we're gonna be there. That's gonna be our home base for 2 days, and we're gonna do essentially whatever the fuck we want. Right, we're gonna be tourists. But I'm assuming we're gonna connect with a bunch of homies, and we're
yes,
gonna
we're connected.
while out,
Yeah.
and it'll be a good time. And then we're gonna do the exact same thing a couple hundred miles north in Boston for the next 2 days after
Yeah.
that.
That's what's so cool is that we don't have a far ride to Boston.
Yeah.
So it's
We're gonna be
close,
hungover as fuck
Yeah.
leaving New York.
and
Dude,
we're
gonna be
planning
hungover
on
as fuck
taking
every night.
we're planning on
pretty
taking the
much.
Long Island Ferry on the east side of Long Island through Connecticut.
Yeah.
Up into
And we was talking
or
about
up into
that.
Connecticut and then into Boston. We're actually so for as close as we're staying to downtown New York, we're doing the opposite in Boston. We're actually staying off of the coast in Quincy. So then we can just catch the red line into the city for the whole 2 days that we're there in Boston, the train system.
What?
So it'll be cool.
We need to double check the days.
Do we need to
If
join
we're
a
the-
gang?
I'm sorry, what?
So I know sports are kind of like a faux pas.
No, they're not.
Is anybody down to catch a Red Sox game if they're playing the couple days they're there?
I mean, I don't.
I want to
care.
see the stadium.
I've done it. I've
but
been there.
I don't
I'd like to
wanna
go see
a
the
game.
stadium.
It's cool. It's cool. So if you want
I'm down to go to a game.
If you
get
wanna
some
go to
beers,
Fenway-
talk some shit, and leave by like the 6th inning.
If you want to go to Fenway or Foxborough, you go into
I'd
the
rather-
city
no,
and then
Fenway
you
only.
change trains and go out west, I believe. And the same thing like Harvard. Harvard is downtown. Bunker Hill, all that stuff. Like that's downtown. So it just depends on what you want to do.
Well, Fenway's downtown too, right?
Fenway, you have to change. So we're coming from the south side on the red line, and then you would have to change trains. Call it the same type of thing as I don't know any major train station or whatever, and then you do a turnover to another train, and then I don't recall which line it is, but you go
I've never rode
west.
a train.
Let's do the.
What?
Oh, dude, I rode the train in Seattle.
It's
never
a
rode
big
train.
I used to live on
I
trains.
did the BART
Inner Bay and to the city of
yeah.
San
So
Francisco.
let's go down to where
It's
Harley
crazy
is,
because you go
and
into
let's
the
do
fucking bay.
That's
Like,
unique.
You're in
though.
the water.
That's unique.
never
The bark
done a
goes
train.
under the
Yeah,
water.
I took my daughter. So when I went up there with my daughter, we took the train into town, and yeah, you go fucking. You're in like Oakland. You go under the water in the bay, and then
Ain't nothing different than the tunnel you take fucking from.
except for
way
earthquakes and
Mobile
fucking all that
That's
shit.
the thing. So like all of the East Coast, the whole East, especially like NYC, dude, people don't even own vehicles
I know,
because
they
it's
train everywhere.
it's
or subway.
it's
call
mass
it Subway,
transit
you call it
centric,
Red Line.
right? So a lot
Subway's
of the East
under the
Coast,
ground.
especially the
What's
far
a
East
Red Line?
Coast,
On top of it,
It's just a line. It's the actual train line.
yeah,
Is there a difference?
The dart rail is not the subway.
correct.
Subway's just underground.
Yeah.
No, so the Red Line is above ground. It isn't above ground, but like the
Got
whole
that
East
shit-
Coast is
they
kind of
got that shit in
interconnected.
Minnesota?
Yeah, I rode it for 5 years every single day.
Okay, dude.
That's the thing. It's a major difference, right? So here, this is not a public transportation centric city.
This is the dart rail. This is the dart rail compared to like East Coast.
Look at the
transport.
fucking thing over there. Like,
Wait a minute.
I can't see that.
That's,
Wait a minute.
That's literally that's Dallas dart rail compared to like East Coast.
Jesus Christ.
It's the Waymint kid.
Wait a minute. Oh my gosh.
hey, Craig said he'll be in Houston tomorrow.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah, he just texted me.
Oh, we gotta go then.
We're going.
Don't be no
I already,
bitch.
I already got,
Don't
I
be
already
no
got,
bitch in your blood.
I already got permission from my wife.
You had to ask permission?
No,
Be a fucking man.
it's not real permission. It was more like hey, babe, I'm going to fucking Houston.
You know
I love
what I
you.
told my wife?
And she said, you know what? Just rub
Babe,
my.
can I go?
She goes,
Yeah, she's gonna be watching
just
this podcast.
rub my hair tonight. I was like, I got your fucking vag hair all day, baby. I got you,
She's got bad hair?
dude. I like that shit. I'm not into that
Like
bald
skinny
stuff.
strip or full blown bush?
No. It's like skinny strip, fucking like a one, like maybe a half.
Oh, maybe a half.
Just like like you feel it. It feels like you got a little.
Okay, then.
It's like when you like smooth concrete, then you hit turf.
It's like that 10 grit sandpaper.
Yeah, dude.
The lowest-
I'm
the
not
lowest-
into. I'm
the
not
lowest
into
grit
that
you
bald
can
shit,
get.
dude. I'm not
Really?
into it. I've had so much bald pussy
My
in my
chick's
life.
laser. It's baby smooth.
It never.
It's baby smooth.
So
Like baby's butt.
when I tell you how great, like a little bit of hair on the pussy,
I've never felt that. Well,
I feel like this is that meme. That's my man.
it's first
Stick it
time.
with him.
My wife was the first lady I've been with,
your picking?
and it was baby smooth.
That's my man.
That's my man. I'm gonna stay beside him. Look at him. Look at him. That's my man.
Oh shit! This is fucking ridiculous.
Damn you, Shannon.
That was the best. It sucks because that video that Shannon did, and that's a fucking very common thread on the TikToks and the reels.
Yeah.
But the fact that Shannon did that with Saxon and the video that we saw was the
the
most.
diaper.
Can you play that for them?
We've done did it on the podcast.
We have.
Yeah.
No, we didn't do it through the video like this.
Yes, we did. Last time I put it in front of the camera and
Do it again. It's worth it.
It's worth it. Put it on the big screen.
God.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I plan on our trip. I plan to make a lot of reels on our trip.
Good luck. I hope you get good at
Gotta
it.
go get my lady a follow.
You suck at it right now.
Should I ask Brittany if she
Calm
want to
down.
go to Houston tomorrow?
We are going to
Yeah,
Houston.
bro. Are you gonna ask permission?
Just
or you
stay
gonna be a
tonight.
man?
No, I'm asking her if she want to go.
We didn't invite her.
Be a man.
Tell me I
Get
live
this
my
man some
life,
more
man.
Tito's, man.
Tell me I live my life.
Go. No, that's right. Hey, put that back in the ice, bro. You gonna get hot.
We need some more Tuckies in this fucking ice.
I brought a
There's
whole
one.
nother 6 up. You know?
Be a man. Drink some whiskey.
I
Drink
have
some
been.
vodka.
I've been drinking whiskey.
Drink vodka.
Cody mad drunk.
Look at that.
He big drunk.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's almost there, boys. We can finish it. Don't
For sure we can.
Y'all just gotta
For sure we can.
be a man.
And there's more paint cups right over there.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Snack earlier.
Well, you gotta get rid of the. You gotta get rid of the.
Is that a
paint.
3DX
You
or
gotta get
something like
rid of
that?
the fucking
It's a
baby
P5.
ass fucking paint cups. You gotta stack them hoes. You gotta get real with it.
Dude, those are like 30 cents
24
a piece. So
huh?
they're 30 cents a piece.
90
They don't
cents right
sponsor
here.
you that.
No, I get nothing from the
How
fucking paint.
dare
world.
them? Fuck you, Matrix.
Yeah, brother.
Hey, Matrix. They're trying. Fuck off. They don't understand how important it is for us. All the painters out there that listen to this podcast are like, hey man, why don't you talk about paint more? I'm like, because paint industry don't fuck with us, right? They don't.
That's the weirdest.
It's the weirdest.
That's the weirdest thing.
And they make the most advertisement off of custom paint.
They don't do shit.
Anyways,
they don't
we
do
ain't talking about that.
fucking thing.
Where are we going after?
Oh, you want to talk
New
about?
York.
Y'all want to actually talk about the trip?
I don't know. Where are we
Come on.
going?
Come on.
Where do we leave off at?
All right,
New York.
So New York, and then we went to Boston. We was in Boston in the
2 days in
the
Airbnb.
5th and the 6th, and then
What area?
on the
We're in
7th,
Quincy, though,
we're in
right?
Quincy.
So it's just a little south of
We're
Boston.
we're in North Quincy.
So it's a little south of Boston.
It is, but we're
15 minutes.
we're like a half mile away from the rail station, so we should be able to walk there or like catch a mad quick Uber over there.
Oh, we can walk half a mile.
Yeah,
5 blocks.
and then
think so.
and then we're just on the rail, in and out of town if we want to be, or if we want to ride bike, we can do whatever we want.
How many
But
crackheads
that's gonna be
are
our
on
home
the
base.
rail?
No, it's
Dude.
public transportation is different when it's used. Like in our city, public transportation is like trashy, right? Or perceived as trashy. I rode public transportation here for 4 years myself.
But you was in Minnesota.
I rode it here, but nobody considers it here. That's the difference. But I rode it
No, I'm talking
here
about
too.
subway shit.
It's the same.
It's not Subways.
Yeah.
It's above
So
ground.
actually, so
In
subways.
Minnesota it is?
Yeah.
No.
You have underground.
Yeah, no, it's above ground. It's a light rail, so it's above ground. It's the same thing as like
I'm not
the
talking about
the dart
buses.
rail.
I'm talking about
no. It's
subways.
an elevated rail.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not below ground, but it's,
It's
the
like
same
same way
concept.
Chicago
Above
is.
the
Same
highway
con-
and shit?
Same way Chicago, same way as Boston will be. That we'll ride is going to be above ground. But if you go, you can hit the rail system in DC or New York, and they're below ground. So, but it's all the same concept.
Is it trashy people or is it just
No, it's everyday. People.
everybody commuting?
So where I'm from,
They're not in our tax bracket.
is it's
I mean, I'm in
completely
the low
flipped.
tax
It's completely
bracket, so they probably
flipped
make
from
more
where
money than I
DFW
do.
is. DFW looks down on public transportation. Mass transit's not even considered.
Well, it's not.
But
it's not.
No, it is public perception, how they look at it.
It
is.
So the
But
public
it-
says, I don't want to
the
do
system's
it.
not
I want
here.
to. It is there. People just don't fuck with it. It's not robust.
Cities
It's
in the
not
Midwest
robust.
I'm talking
don't
about-
have the same
I'm
concept.
not talking about buses. I'm talking about
I'm talking about rail
the
systems.
underground and the rail systems.
Rail
are
systems
not
or
here.
buses, it's all mass transit, right? So it's a choice whether you
The
choose to
infrastructure
use
is-
it or not.
yeah, right.
The infrastructure here is not great,
Right,
But
right.
it still exists.
what I was
I did it
saying,
for 4 years at my old house, and it worked just fine.
You're
And
talking
it,
about a bus.
yeah. So what?
I'm talking about rail system, trains.
Same
It's
concept.
the same thing.
Same
what he's trying to
concept.
say is like what he rode from Frisco to Dallas was a bus.
A bus.
Because they didn't have a rail system that went straight to Frisco.
Yes, exactly.
But
We don't
it's
have
all a part of
there's
the
no
same thing.
Rail systems in DFW.
There are.
there's
There
a bunch.
are.
Yeah.
There actually are. There's
Yeah.
there are.
It's called the
So-
Dart Rail. I mean, maybe you heard of it.
But it's not. It's
I guess I
not
don't live
very
here, so I don't
expansive.
know.
It's not very
sorry.
expansive. Whereas, like in Minneapolis, where I'm
spoke out
from,
of turn.
it was pretty expansive, and the difference is it was socially acceptable versus unacceptable
I
here.
think that most people that work downtown, it is socially acceptable because you work in that corporate environment where the point you made with the rail system or the mass transit system is this: you got to sit on a bus every day, and you paid what was like $120 a month.
$90.
$90
It
a
went
month.
up to 90 from 65.
So,
Unlimited transit.
but this is the thing: if you work in downtown Dallas, you would pay that times 2 to park.
I saved. I did the
your own
math.
building.
Plus
That's
what it
gas,
was.
gas,
right?
plus tolls.
I saved upwards
Plus oil
of $500 to
changes.
$600 a month in commuting expense by jumping on the bus every day.
Yeah.
Because your parking spot at the place
No
you
tolls,
worked at,
no gas, no maintenance on your vehicle, no parking in downtown parking, regardless of the city, is mad expensive.
even at the building you worked at, is not free parking.
No, that's the thing. It depends on the corporation, right? How they're going to set you up. On the building I was at before, it was free. On the building we went to, it wasn't. But that's part of the equation that you have to
That's
figure
crazy.
out.
The only place you
So
work at is not free.
Yeah, so I paid $90 a month, right? Had to drive 10 minutes across town to get on the bus. No big deal. I filled up my tank 2 times a month. That's it. And and I just had free. Free commuting. It said the bus dropped me in front of my fucking building. Like you couldn't beat it. And I was safe. I was good. It's just easy. And I did. The thing is
What was,
white
the,
privilege.
what was the commute time difference? Like, did you
Same.
have to wake up earlier?
No.
Or did you have to?
Same if not better.
So-
and I had zero stress.
So what he would say is
'Cause I
like
didn't
what
have
he
to
would do is
worry
on the
about
way
it.
to and from work, he would sit there and that's when he would do his social media
Yeah,
stuff.
that was
He
my
would get
only-
on
that was my only
YouTube,
screen
things
time.
like
That's
that.
when you caught up on everything.
So for that hour commute, if it was an hour, like you didn't have to pay attention to driving. You were just watching the podcast or watching
Yeah, worry about-
YouTube videos.
Somebody else
I
having
dug
their
it.
life in their hands. Yeah, that's all good.
I dug it. Yes, but that's all right. You on a bus. You're not gonna lose.
Okay.
You ain't gonna lose.
Not gonna lose. Hey,
Did you watch
please wreck
Speed?
this motherfucker.
Did you ever watch Speed,
You
bro?
ever speed? Yeah, there's a
make it
bomb
out,
on
right?
this bitch. You can't go below 85.
And they made it. They made it.
55, whatever it was.
Whatever, man.
So yeah,
I
the
just
deal
watched
is
the
like
mo-
so after Boston, like the goal is that we're gonna dabble in Maine, not for very long, but we want to hit the lighthouse,
Yeah.
the Forest Gump
That's
lighthouse.
what's gonna be
Gump.
fucked up.
Yeah,
Is that's gonna be our trickery right there. Is we're gonna hit the lighthouse, of course, and then we're gonna come back. Are we gonna hit Laconia? Or are we gonna go straight to
No,
Fort
we're not gonna hit
Niagara?
Laconia.
Or are
We
we
no,
gonna go,
no matter what, from lighthouse to Niagara,
We're
it's,
going to
it's 2
Vermont.
days.
Yeah.
It's 2 days. Wherever we decide to land that night, maybe
We're
there's
going,
a
to,
fucking.
we're going to Mount Washington, New Hampshire.
We
after
wanna
the
see Mount
lighthouse.
Washington, yeah,
exactly,
for sure.
And then we're going to freestyle somewhere between Mount Washington, New Hampshire, and Western New York. So it's going to be a 2-day deal between those two sides of the states, essentially. And then we're going to end up in Western New York, Buffalo area, from where Niagara is, where Homie himself is.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll end up we'll be there by June 9th. We'll be there by
Niagara.
June 9th in Niagara, yeah.
Yeah, so we
Dude,
Or,
that hotel is
I'm
like
sorry, June
right-
8th. June 8th.
June 8th. So that his hotel is right there, close to the waterfall. Like, I could throw a football over these mountains, kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you can't, but I can.
I can. I think I can.
Oh, really?
Niagara is
Oh, really?
fucking badass.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool.
We'll bring
I'm-
one.
I'm
We'll
really
bring
looking
one.
I was
forward
first
to
team
it.
all state.
I'm looking forward to riding through like upper and western New York.
Well, they say northern New York. I think you wrote some of it was beautiful.
All I rode was Pennsylvania. Like, I only saw Long Island, New York. I didn't get to
East
experience actual, like, upstate New York.
And that's the fun part about what our return
And,
route
and
is.
what Jade was talking
I've
about
been in
with
a car from
Jay,
from
yeah.
fucking Niagara, about an hour and a half south, and then all the way through down to like Erie, Pennsylvania. It's all
It's
fucking
super rolling
badass.
hills, like
It's all badass,
and that's essentially
It's
what we're
almost
riding.
like-
So we're not going through.
I feel like this is
Ohio.
this weird thing that, like, in my head, I think about like these towns, right? They like, you have this the way America was formed. Like, you got New York and all these like coastal cities, right? And then it fucking flourished across the country, right? But somehow Western New York, Western Pennsylvania, Ohio, they never got overpopulated. They were just this like things that got left alone.
everybody
Cities,
skipped them. Yeah.
Well, they're right there on the opposite. So you got you're 8 fucking hours from the city, so you're nowhere close to like New York or any of the badass stuff.
yeah.
But you're right there on that Great Lake. You're right there on Lake Erie.
Exactly.
And they get all the fucking blowback of it when shit's coming this way. So it's one of the things that's not super desirable because they get some shit weather.
Heavy snow.
But fuck, it's beautiful. Like when it does dry up a little bit, it's
Yeah.
the greenest fucking, like, I don't know. We've gone through and I've gone, this is, in July, and I've gone, this is insanely beautiful. This is awesome. This looks like Texas in spring as far as how green every fucking thing is. Yeah.
Right, right.
Oh,
yeah.
And like I said, they've got those rolling hills, and it's Amish. That Western Pennsylvania, Western New York, bro. That's all Amish country where it's like rolling fucking hills.
Dude, I just want to fucking crash a Rumspringer. If it's anything like Sex Drive, y'all watch Sex Drive, right?
Rumspringer. What? Who you gonna meet that's gonna have a Rumspringer? That's Amish shit, bro.
I know. Like, can we fuck with them?
Do you know anybody Amish?
Maybe
I
we got
want
an
to.
Amish person
I
following.
do
know
too. I figured
every time we go to see Terrell's dad, like we pass like
we
all
have
the
to go
Amish
through
people and, like,
Western.
That's their,
We have to go through West Virginia or Western.
We're going to.
Pennsylvania.
So
to
we are doing
to
both.
get Amish.
We are doing both.
Well,
so from Western New York,
West Virginia and Western Pennsylvania are fucking drastically different places.
Well, I know that,
but we're
I'm
doing
saying, like,
both.
That's where the Amish are.
Yeah.
We're doing both.
Let's go through Western, any of them. And
Goddammit.
let's
I know
just
I've
rum
been smoking
springer.
weed in the car before, and we've rolled up on some Amish people in
Rum
Western
Springer.
Pennsylvania. I'm
Did
like,
you give them weed?
This motherfuckers is on it.
no, I was like, keep on rolling. This is terrible.
They don't even know
You know
what
what's weird?
our own
Every time I
trip
think
is.
like, there's two movies that really stand out the most to me when I think
Yeah.
about Amish people.
Rumspringer?
Rumspringer from fucking the movie Sex Drive.
Kingpin.
No.
No?
And what's the one from M. Night Shyamalan or whatever fuck his name is?
M.
The
Night
Village.
Shyamalan?
Is it The
Oh,
Village?
I got you.
Fuck,
never seen
no,
The
not
Village,
the
though.
Village.
What is it? The one where like you think they're in the fucking old school
That's- yeah,
days,
that's The
and at the end of the
Village.
movie, there's a
No.
fucking plane riding by.
Yeah, that's The Village.
You're like, oh shit,
No.
it's now
Dude, Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Amish.
from the bowling movie.
Yeah.
Dude, I have not. I've seen the movie, but I do not remember enough about it to
Or
have a
Weird,
conversation.
Weird Al's Amish Paradise video. It's been the
Weird Al
most
Yankovic.
lives living in an Amish paradise.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
I live in Pennsylvania.
Listen.
June is usually the driest month of the year. Guys are coming through.
Yes,
Great.
you got that right. So I'm gonna finish this
All right,
out real
David
quick before
Johnson.
these
David the
Motherfucker,
Rock
stay with
Johnson,
you, brother.
can you smell what David the Rock Johnson is cooking?
Okay.
We're staying with him.
It's like y'all are welcome to come to my state, but you can't stay. You can't stay here.
I'll be right. I was like, hey, you can stay with me. You just can't do that. My mom stays here. Like you can't be that loud.
Listen, just for the sake of the people that actually give a fuck online, I'm gonna run through this real quick because clearly these motherfuckers do not care. Do not care. Exactly.
Well, none of
so
you are
shut
welcome.
the fuck up real quick.
Well, none of you are welcome, so it doesn't matter.
That's
Like,
all
we're
it is.
just
All right,
giving you
this
a
is it.
hint
This
that
is it. This
none
is
of you
it.
are coming, so
From
fuck
Niagara,
off.
New York, we're going through Western Pennsylvania. We're probably going to stop in Pittsburgh. And from Pittsburgh, we're going to go through Western. Shut the
You
fuck
don't
up.
have to talk fast.
Shut.
Slow down.
No,
slow
I'm going
down.
to get through it all.
No, you're
So
good.
then you motherfuckers can just go from Western Pennsylvania in Pittsburgh. We're going to go through Western fucking West Virginia and get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. We're gonna go through Western West Virginia over the New River Gorge Bridge. That's
Yeah.
kind of going to be one of our targets. Ending in Johnson City, Tennessee, which is a circle back to
Yeah.
our trip last year. And
This motherfucker down here.
Johnson City, Tennessee. Then we're gonna go circle back through Nashville, and then from Nashville we're gonna go by the 12th of June. We're gonna be
Rebels
back in
Den.
Little Rock at Rebels Den party. That's it. That's it. No more itinerary. That's it. That's what it was. And then we're, from Rebels Den, we're just going home. But
Yeah.
that's
So
the
worst
end
case,
of the circle.
worst case scenario, if you're in Texas, if
motherfuckers.
you're in the area, anywhere in Texas, come the fuck to Rebels Den. Come,
sure.
come celebrate, dude. A guy that puts everything back into the fucking scene. Come to fucking Tony's party.
You
Come.
think his pube hairs are dreaded too?
Oh my god. Exactly
Hey,
why I had to blast through it.
And all the locations that he named.
I want all y'all to come to the house in Sturgis one night. Everything on me. Winton.
listening.
Winton Walker, mother.
My motherfucking man. Wait.
Dude, my guy.
Hey, Winton has the fucking. It's on the.
Hey, we got you, Winton. We'll be there.
He's got the baddest fucking
He's gonna
salsa
disconnect the
ever.
camera.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't take you motherfuckers nowhere, man.
Right there. Oh, that's it right there. Win.
The baddest.
The baddest.
Oh my
baddest.
Oh my boy.
Permanently on the studio.
Fuck
wall.
with me if you ain't heard.
He on X Games modes.
Hey, Winton, I appreciate you for not entering your bag or salsa for Hardcore cycle show because I won first place. That's something. Thank you.
Only because we wasn't there.
Because Winton didn't enter. He didn't enter.
Yeah.
The double champ respectfully thanks you, but also tells you to get your ass in the back of the line, sir.
Thank you, Winton.
This is the goddamn double champ talking.
Yep,
What do you
big-
want
yep,
with these
big drum.
24-inch
Hey,
pythons come at
that
you?
man is supportive, man. So you gotta get
No,
that.
100%.
Hell yeah, bro.
That was such a good experience last year.
Yeah.
I loved how essentially the generations melded together, and it was just dude. Not to mention they put on a hell of a show and hell of a feast for us. But it was fun to hang out and chop it up for the night.
Yeah,
that was really
absolutely.
cool.
I'm sorry we shut your house down, but
Yeah, for sure. We're
had
gonna
a
do it
good time.
again.
We
If you're
definitely
gonna invite
did.
us
We were
again.
the-
We're
Thank
gonna
you,
do it
Wayne.
again.
We were the last people asleep that didn't
Absolutely.
live at his house.
I think
that
all
we-
the
Right.
wives and husbands went to sleep before we did.
They
Hey,
had plans.
we're a
responsible.
traveling circus. That's what we are.
Kind of
That's all we are. Clowns and all.
50 years ago,
Elephants.
we would all just be riding around in train cars.
Giraffes.
Just put us up in our box, and when we get to the next town, we just come out and party.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man,
Come on.
before social media.
But for real. Thank you, Win.
Yeah.
No, it was a good time, man. I'm excited for that. I think,
If he's opening that invite too, yeah, that'll be good.
hey, when?
Because I think last year we rode at least 20 deep.
Yeah.
They were excited about that
was.
entrance. I remember that.
And if
That was
this
fun.
year we rode 25, 30 deep, and if they can provide for
Well,
all that,
I will say
that's-
this though, like the first year we did this, went and provided steaks.
Absolutely.
Me and Steve Chamberlain and Bob, Average Life of Bob, we ate like fucking kings. When we came last year, we had hamburgers.
Hamburgers and
Dude, I wasn't fucking complaining one bit.
Where?
Yo, bougie.
I'm
ass.
just saying, like, you
He
know,
said
like
they went to
maybe
the house.
maybe he should set
ate
aside a couple
steaks last
steaks
year.
for us.
I don't know. All I know
We
is
had
they had
steaks
that.
last year.
No, we had hamburgers
Do y'all,
last year.
do y'all remember what that juice was or whatever they had?
Oh, goddamn, that fucking.
It was really
the
good.
mixed
Like
drink?
Yeah.
homemade
Yeah.
deal. Really good.
all the chicks were vibing
yeah,
that shit.
I was
I
vibing
think-
on that shit.
That
I
shit
think
was good
Jace
as
is
fuck.
onto something.
Mad
Just
good.
kind of know where you fit into this whole thing.
No, I
And
think they had.
you're probably just know you're either on the hot dog or hamburger budget, or you may eat a steak or something like that, or it just is what it is.
Hey, they gonna provide us good food.
Hey,
Whatever
yeah,
the fuck.
Whatever.
regardless,
Who
and if-
complains about somebody who's lacing you out?
Yeah, Lacey.
Exactly.
You're
And
right.
that-
You would.
And that
Be
invites
happy to be there.
No.
And then
And
I'm
don't
just happy to be
complain
there.
when-
20 something
Right.
fucking people
when
to
we're
their house.
eating, venison fajita.
20 something people that they might know
We're
four.
just fucking doing like
I want baby lamb.
when we're doing like bison filet mignons. Like, don't just eat your fucking Oscar Mayer hot
I
dog.
want to go to Winton's house
Eat
this year,
your
and I
own-
want to like walk into the patio and see the vista and see a cow getting sacrificed for our meal that night. Let's be real.
Hey,
Make it happen.
you're getting
Y'all
dark.
on some shit.
No.
You're getting a little dark.
No.
Have y'all been to a pig roast, like an official pig roast?
Oh, I have for sure.
So good. One time in my whole life. So good. Like
group
nothing
in East
nothing
Texas.
fresh, more
I've
fresh.
seen
Just
the
a
pig
pig
roast.
spinning
Let's
for
roast
like
a
the
pig.
whole day, and then at the end of it, they just carve that bitch up. It's so
When make it happen. Pig roast.
good. Can't
We
beat it.
we want a
2021.
cotton candy machine.
Cotton
Running
candy,
24
sweet as
mis-
gold. Let me see the Tootsie Roll.
I want to see cotton candy machine rolling, and I want to show up. Fillets on me.
me, baby.
Oh god!
I love that dude.
We're eating so
Don't you
good
dare!
service.
Don't you dare
18,
get
baby.
peer
I'm
pressured
18.
in this shit.
I
Win.
win. Hey, bring to go boxes because I'm fucking.
No, not me. If it's a filet, I'll kill it right there. Fillets are perfect. They're the perfect.
I'm eating that shit the rest of the weekend.
Hey, as long as he had
clown.
them drink machines, those he had one. It was a painkiller. One of them
Yeah,
was.
that's
acid.
what it was.
That's
That
what
shit
it
was
was.
good as fuck,
good.
man. That shit was so good. The chicks were vibing off that shit.
Dude, I got ass that night because of those painkillers.
Eee.
I hope Win got some ass that night too, buddy.
Ooh,
Hey,
he did, buddy.
fist bump in the air.
My man.
Get it. You deserve it.
man.
Hope you got the best sex of your life, brother. Appreciate it. You deserve it.
Hell yeah. Good motherfucking pig.
You know what I really love about all this, man, is like the bridging of gaps, right?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like at the end of the day, like all these people that come that become a part of all the things we do, we're all from so many different wage gaps, age
Yeah.
gaps, life gaps. Like fucking throw your adjective in gaps. Like, but we all come together and party.
Career gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Like,
It's just like this great place where motorcycles become the price of entry. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And you got a bike and you showed up.
And
you get this
and
amazing
not the
life.
not the price of entry of just because you have a bike.
Yeah.
But because you fucking vibe
Have a
with
bike and did
everybody
this.
else.
Yeah.
And that you're around and then you do shit. And
Dude,
you,
when like so many of his people, his friends, the people that are a part of what he's into, like which is what we're into,
yeah, exactly.
are reaching out because they see what we're doing and they're so stoked about it and they want the helmets. They want the bikes. They want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And you know, at the same time, like here's the deal, like you guys got the cheddar to make it happen, but you got to, you know, Joe Kidd said it best. You either got the time and the money,
You ain't got the money and time.
or you ain't got the money and time.
Right.
So right now, it's like a lot of these dudes want to be a part of this, and I'm stoked that they found it. Like, it's dope, but at the same time, I want these dudes to understand, like, you know, having the bike and being able to afford a very, very nice bike is part of what's important. The other part is that you actually
Or hospitable
out.
person, or you're just
Don't fucking suck.
or
Don't suck.
or don't have a fucking
you
big
can't
ego.
ride. You don't have to ride like we ride to be a part of this.
No.
You know
Don't
what I
fucking
mean?
suck.
You don't.
Just be a
And you
fucking
don't-
badass.
Yes.
The stuff
be
that
that
we do
man,
is
yeah.
not viable.
And
It is
almost,
something that you can spend money on, sure, but until you kind of put up and do the things that we do that require effort, you can't exactly be kind of behind the curtain or in the
Painkiller machine
certain-
will be there, baby.
Man,
Hey, but-
I'm drooling about that shit. Just thinking,
Dude, I'm
about it.
stoked, dude.
I am too.
How-
I thought we
dude.
wasn't gonna be invited back after last year.
I know, right?
Zach,
I thought
Like,
we
let's-
got.
let's be real.
I thought we got kicked
All
out.
right, so I see comment. I'm 100% try to make it to Rebels 10. Hey,
100% try
Dude.
means you're gonna
We'll
be
do or
there.
do not. There is no
We'll
try.
100% be there, bro.
Make it to fucking Rebels 10.
It's a good time, man. Just all the people you meet along the way.
He knows I love him.
On the road, man. It's crazy to think that 3 years ago we just met and traveling the country. You know what I'm saying? Like it's totally weird to me that I've made the best friends of my life in the last 3 years. You know, it really is weird to me. To that, I'm like, and I fucking love it. Don't get me wrong, but the amount of, when you come to think about it, the amount of miles that the core group of us has done together, and the more core group that we're bringing together with us every year to go do more miles and go do, whether it's northeast, east, west, whatever, it's pretty fucking cool.
It is. It's very cool.
And we're bringing more people every year. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that's the thing that I find the value in the fact that very often it's looking backwards, and you refer to things as like those were the good times, right? High school, that was the good times. College, that was the good times. Whatever it was the good times, but you don't see it until it's over.
Right.
I think the best part about what we're doing right now is somehow, some way, we came to the realization that we are in the good times.
In the fucking moment.
And we realize that we're in them while we're in them. Therefore, we cherish them even further.
Which makes
And it
even
makes you
better.
want to do
It
even
does
more.
make it better.
Dude, yes.
I think so. I honestly think so. Because a lot of times, I mean, I love my boys back home, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times I'm like, damn, I wish I was closer to my boys in Dallas. So, you know, even though it's 2 hours away, we don't get to see each other as much as
we should,
does
for
happen,
sure.
but-
Yeah.
you know. But I'm like, damn, I wish I was there. You know, y'all's local
Just
bike
the
night.
Tuesday, yeah, just the local shit.
Just
just
a local
the-
bullshit. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, I wish I was with my boys
Yeah.
there that night, or you know, or just a one bike night that bust off and like shit got wild. You
Yeah.
know, so I'm
That's-
like,
yeah.
fuck, I wish I was there with my boys.
That's the
you
best
know?
part about it, though. That to me, that's a sign of true friendship, because they're not there, in town, out of town, regardless of what it is. when you can just pick up from where y'all left off, regardless, and you don't miss a beat,
Yeah.
that's real friendship.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's what makes
Or
it the
when
best thing
something, when nothing leaves basically the fucking area before it goes, all right, we're doing this. Are y'all in? Like, there ain't nothing we're doing other than a fucking bar hop run.
right.
That's not. Where you at? You want to do this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if we do it outside of the fucking Ellis County, you know what I mean? This little bubble, you guys are in. Like, it's you're the first ones where it's like, what are we doing? Come on, come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
It
Come
feels
on,
like
man.
it feels like everything's outside of Dallas and Ellis County. It feels like we have our bike nights, we have our things that we do here. That's like very intimate to us and makes us feel like it gives us it's a daily fix, right?
Yeah, that's our baseline. That's our
Man,
foundation for everything else.
These trips, man, these experiences with other people.
That's so
You know what I mean?
It's
That's
so
so different, man.
It is so different.
It's one of those things where like when you're as a person, like you feel like, you know what? I'm somewhere special right now. Like when you're at Winton's fucking spot in Sturgis, you're like, I should be soaking all this in.
Yeah.
Right?
And you feel it.
You like I don't want to fucking like this is not the night to take a bubble bath.
No.
You know what I
fuck, yeah, fuck you and your bubble baths. But
I love bubble baths,
yeah,
bro.
you're gay as
Yeah.
fuck. But
Okay, but
bubble
my
bath.
balls
Say
fucking
bubble
float.
bath 3
So
times
Okay.
fast.
If your balls float, then that means they're not full of nothing. But,
yeah, exactly. I'm not fucking
So,
pumping no more kids
but
out.
I get exactly what you're saying. Like when you're at those type of places and people like I never met Winton one time before until we did our
Smokies.
the Smoky trip.
Smokies, yeah.
And we met him in Jackson for lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great dude. Great dude.
it was.
Fucking hospitable. Went to Sturgis, hospitable as fuck. Took us into his house, cooked us dinner, did everything that anybody would
Dude,
want.
see,
Gave us
that-
drinks, whatever.
Agreed.
That's the thing that like when I tell people about like what I hope to one day be like. I hope that this
Yes.
brand is
know.
that big to be as hospitable as guys like Winton or Homie himself.
Exactly.
These people have
Down
been
the
to
line,
us.
yeah.
Big Trouble.
Agreed
Ben,
completely. Agreed.
You know,
completely.
like we look at our friends that
They're all in
we're
on it.
fortunate as fuck to have
Good fucking
friends
yeah.
that are very, very well off because they earned it in some form or fashion,
Exactly.
right?
Right. And
And
it might not be the
and
motorcycle
they're also-
industry. It might not be.
Yeah.
It's whatever they did, but they put back into
And you look at what-
their friends, and they put back into
Dude.
the industry if they can.
And that's just goals, like you said. Like we're working as hard as we can in our own lives to try to aspire, essentially, to be that one day. If we
right.
can one day be that for someone else, that's
God.
that's passing torches. That's
That-
full circle. That's a beautiful thing because we've received it, and absolutely we'd
I
love,
like what you
we'd love
said.
to
Full-
give it.
That's full circle.
It is.
It's like
Yeah.
where we started. Come back around, and if we could give back, we would.
I mean,
give
think about
back.
it, like I can't imagine like Cody, if you won the lottery tomorrow
my
and was a
God.
millionaire,
Oh my
right,
God.
multimillionaire, like as soon as you won the lottery,
All my
I would
friends will be
pull my
coming up.
phone up and go, like, okay, this is the bike I want right now.
All my friends will be coming up.
And if I didn't, dude, that's exactly what I think that us close friends feel like. As one of us makes it, we're all making it, dude, 100%.
Exactly. No, if it's a
I'm like,
Texas
Cody,
lottery for
Cody,
5
Cody,
million, which
it's-
is not.
Your old lady's getting real greedy with your money, man. But here's the
gonna
deal.
let
I
you
need
know.
that 131.
You do. You're 100% right in everything you're saying, and you're not wrong. It's like even if it was, I'm not even gonna say stupid million, like mega million money.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like Texas lottery money. If you won 5 million overnight,
Yeah.
that would change your life and your buddy's
Dude,
life.
$500 changed my life right now.
It's crazy that you said that because I don't
Because
even
it's
play the
not
lottery, but I was thinking about that scenario earlier today.
But if you invest 5 million right, you and all your buddies are living good for the rest of their life.
But
And
here's,
my hardcore buddies that I can count in my fucking hand are gonna be living good for the rest of their fucking life.
here's the definition
You know?
of success to me. If there ever is a millionaire or a success story like that, the best opportunity for success is setting someone up for it. So
Yeah.
the best way for me to do that, if I were to win the lottery or whatever, is to essentially zero everybody out, right?
No debt.
No debt, no debt, no debt, no debt, no debt. Now
Your-
be
your shit's
successful
paid-
with
your
no
shit's
debt.
paid off.
No debt plus whatever. Here's some extras or whatever. Not to just set you up with fuck you money and like you piss it down the toilet, but just to have you set up for an opportunity for
yeah,
whatever freedom and
exactly.
success you choose to,
Exactly.
to make for yourself.
Exactly.
It's okay.
It's pretty.
Did you die?
But no, that's the point.
No,
It's like
yeah.
that's what we're saying about it all. Is like, you know, we hypotheticals, right? Like everybody dreams about what it'd be like to have money to give away to people, right? Or what it'd be like if, like, we all like. I think we're all at a point where $100 doesn't mean shit. We would throw $100. If I hit up James and say, hey, dude, I need $100, right?
That's nothing.
I feel like hypothetically,
I might say I got 5 on it.
yeah, you might got 5 on it, but at the same time, like, look, if I said, James, I need $100, I can't tell you anything else. I don't know how to pay you back if I will.
He's gonna
and I
give
say,
it
here's the deal, I need $100.
He's gonna give it.
Period. It's coming,
Done.
right? And so, like, I want to be at the point where I was like, hey, man,
Yeah,
like,
I need 10 grand.
I need 10 grand. And I'm like, hey,
Okay, no
you
big
got an
deal.
idea? You want to make it happen? Here's 10 grand.
Yep.
Do it. Because
It's just levels.
it's levels, man. And you know what? Like, people don't understand. It's like there's so many fucking talented ideas out there, talented people with ideas, visions that like maybe somebody that has money could invest in, but that gap to bridge to between your vision and that idea, like that's a hard thing to do, you know. And some people like ourselves have worked our way to be.
Right. To be
In
on
a
the
s-
$100 level,
The
or the
$100, yeah.
$1,000. Yeah, there was a time where the level you were just describing, it was $10 level. I got you on 10, but don't ask me
I
for
got you
50
on-
because
Dude,
I ain't got that.
I was telling Britta the other day, my wife, I was like, look, I don't want to hang out with dudes that ask for gas money. If you're asking for gas money, you are too broke to be my friend.
But I think that
I would never. But
dude, fair enough.
honestly,
that's
high
one of the
school
things
shit. Like,
that
I'm not hanging out with people like that.
that's one of the things that bonds us, though. If we
Yeah.
really look at
Never
it, so
fucking-
many of us
I
are
would
in
never
such
ask-
similar positions.
I would never ask any of y'all for money unless I was dire fucking need.
Yeah,
like,
and that's why it
struggling
makes
to pay a
sense.
fucking bill.
That's why, like, it's the cry wolf. Like,
That
if
would
you
be-
hit
that
me,
would-
if
to
Cody
me-
hit us up and was
to
like,
me,
hey,
that-
dude, I need $100, I'm like, fuck, sorry, you want 200?
Again? Yeah.
no.
No, but no. I'm saying there's a difference between the guy that's asking all the time, right? So there's no substance behind it, versus the guy that you know they would never ask until it's a last resort.
I'm gonna
Right?
tell you right now. I would never ask my friends for money unless I was dire need.
Exactly, and
And-
therefore we
that's
know,
why-
I know that.
I don't believe in paying nobody back. Like,
Okay.
Who's got a pistol?
I don't-
The door downstairs is open.
No, I would say I
I'm
understand.
not saying I don't believe. I didn't mean to say I don't believe in paying nobody back
some
that
these
way.
fools on my own.
I don't believe in owing nobody anything.
Yeah.
Like I said that wrong.
A real man will never, like, want
I'm
to be
not
in that
gonna owe
position.
nobody.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna owe nobody.
Well, I
And-
think.
and if there was, I think
What's going on?
there was one time that I asked my buddy to borrow some money because the bank wouldn't give it to me quick enough to buy this item.
Sure. Yeah.
And as soon as he gave it to me, as soon as the bank gave it to me,
It was
I
back.
gave him right back.
Yeah.
I've never asked anybody to borrow money to. I've never believed in that shit. You know.
Well,
Like,
that becomes the part of, like, being a man and being a part of friends. Like,
yeah.
to get to this level, like, not to say the level, like,
No, we're on
the bike thing.
We're not on a level.
We're not on a level, but the level that I'm talking about is like a financial success level.
Yes,
And
exactly.
we're all on the same fucking plane, right?
I feel like right now, yeah.
Right? Like, we have Wintons and we have Homie Himself. We got Midwest Grinders. We got these dudes, Big Trouble,
right.
that have money that are above what we have,
Right.
but those dudes they're satellites, right? And we're the nucleus. We're right now.
I'm just
We-
happy that they want to hang out.
I
with
hope.
us,
I hope.
You know, like,
I hope
it's
that
really cool that they
I hope
wanna
that
hang
you
out with us.
become, like, on the level of these guys.
I
You
will
know,
never
because
be that, but I mean,
I hope.
I
I mean,
mean,
dude,
I wish I
dude,
could,
If
but-
I did, my first goal would be figuring out how to get you guys on that level.
exactly. I'm the same
You know?
way, but I mean, I'm just stuck in one industry. So
That just
I
comes a
can't-
character, though. Quite
Yeah.
frankly,
I mean,
I think
it
all
really
of us,
is.
all of us
Dude,
can say that
we grew up with Richie Rich. We saw how miserable he was.
Yeah.
You know what I
There's
mean?
people-
And he didn't have no friends, but
Yeah.
they don't understand the value.
let's be real. Like,
Let's be real. You can't
Character is
do
something that can't be taught.
Everybody listening. Everybody listening. You can't do what we do, but we can do what you do. It is what it is. Suck on it. It
What does that even mean?
I mean, fuck it. If you want to fucking flex dicks about it, you can't do what we do, but we can do what you do. It's pretty much been planned.
At some
or
point.
It's been pretty much been proved across the country.
I would say
I
that
don't know.
what
Fuck
he's
with me,
saying
you
is
think
that
I'm
like a lot of people that are in a much better financial situation than we are, they have much more responsibility than we have.
yeah.
Therefore, we
And
have
they-
a freedom that we can do things that they might
Exactly.
not be able to do.
That's what I was gonna say.
And so it's not so much like, I think the role that I've had, that we've had as this collective, is to inspire people to want to ride bikes and party
and have a good time.
and have a good time.
Yeah.
And that's all walks of life. That's all these different tax brackets
Yeah.
of people, right?
Yes.
Some people can
matter.
provide more.
Doesn't matter.
Dude, if I was fucking loaded rich, if I was, there's no way that like let me be real. At the same time, if I had everything was so fucking dialed in financially on so many angles that dropping X amount of dollars at Sturgis wasn't shit to me, that's cool. But I feel like those guys get in a situation where so many people are like using them, and I don't want them to feel like we're doing that to
We're
them.
not doing
Yeah.
that.
I feel like we show the appreciation
We
that
show
we
the
have.
appreciation.
And I think, quite
think-
frankly, anybody who has it, who receives the appreciation, I'm sure when you got
I'm
it
sure
like that,
there's
right?
some people
you're-
that take
you're-
advantage, but-
You're filtering out the bullshit all the time.
Yeah.
So when something genuine comes through, it's usually probably pretty easy to figure out that it's a genuine thing.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
just,
like
I feel the
we
same
don't
way.
show up to
Let me
Winton's
ride your
house and like
coattails.
as soon as Winton gets out of the bathroom, we're like, hey man, can I talk to you about your Lord and Savior? Yeah, like we're not trying to
No,
fucking
nothing
corner
like
him
that. Yeah,
and
no.
like
That's
fucking
what
him
I'm
him
saying,
up.
like, we're not milking them for nothing.
We're not asking to be there.
We're-
He's inviting us.
We're appreciative that they ask us to do that.
1,000%.
When I-
If anything, he's coming out of the bathroom like, hey man, do you got some more beer?
yeah,
I
we're,
seen- I
we're not
seen-
asking to be
I
there.
seen
Don't get it
Winton
fucking
like
twisted.
twice in Daytona, and every time I went up, fucking shook his hand, hugged him.
Dude, I
Like,
went-
what's up, man? It's all good. You know,
I went out of my way to fucking see him. I saw.
Yeah.
I was walking through. I go, "That's the fucking guy from
I know
Winton's
that
house."
motherfucker,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it was. I think
Yeah.
his name's Steve. Dark-headed dude. He had glasses, and I walked up. I was like, "Bro,
Did you say dork headed?
no, dark. Sorry, I meant dark-headed. Dark-headed." I walked up. And I go, "Dude, Sturgis, same house," and he goes, "Oh, hey!"
Yeah,
He goes,
yeah.
"Wind's over there. We're leaving." So I fucking like trotted. I was
Dude,
fucked up, dude.
they're good fucking
I
people.
trotted over and caught Wind on the bike and go, "Dude, what the fuck, dude? You almost left Daytona without seeing me. What are you doing?" And gave him a big hug, and he was so happy that I saw him. But it's that kind of thing. Like if you gotta fucking make an effort at some point. If you don't know these guys already,
Yeah.
And if you're coming on our
You're fucking up.
if you're coming on
Yeah.
coming in on our coattails,
yeah,
you better fucking bend over and fucking show your butthole, baby. That's all I know to tell you.
that's the only way you can.
Yeah,
do it.
because this isn't shit rolls downhill. There's a fucking hierarchy to everything. And just let you know that everybody here that's met these guys, we've done what we have to fucking do. Like,
Yeah.
just-
don't think
How
you're gonna
dope
walk
would
into
Winton
this.
be if he came to the Campout though?
I think he would have a great time.
I think he would have a great
I think
time
him
too.
and all his buddies would have a great time.
They would.
I mean, they're not going to sleep in dirt with us.
Yeah, they don't have to.
They
Bring
don't
your
have
motorhomes.
to. They can get their motorhomes or their fucking cabins.
They would have a good time,
And
but
I'm
they would
just like,
probably say like,
They
yeah,
I think the
they would
cabin's
have
already booked.
They
would
probably already, because
they would say
Aaron said he already booked his
Yeah.
cabin.
oh my god.
they would say they have like an ultra or something. Like they wouldn't even say the bikes they have. I think they would just fucking play it
But
super low key.
I mean, they would have a trip.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're us,
They are us.
but
In
they're
different tax bracket.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
No, that's what,
exactly.
that's all it
It
is.
is.
Like,
I mean,
and,
and
that's
they-
why, like, whenever I'm around Winton, like, I
We
feel like
talk
I'm
shit.
gonna talk to him.
I
like,
talk
like
shit
you.
just Yeah, exactly. I talk to him just
And-
like I talk to you. You know, it's like,
And that may be a hard pill to
Hey,
swallow, but there's
fuck
a lot
you,
of people,
buddy.
There's a lot of people.
What's your name?
what's your
Tony.
name? Hey, fuck you, Tony.
Dude, everybody wants to be a part of that. Like, if you want to be like ultimately respected as like this, that, and the other, like, get the fuck out of here, man. If you don't want to be around people that are gonna say like, "Hey, dude,
You're gay.
you're gay,"
Dude, for real.
Like-
That's it. That's it.
I don't give a shit how. The more money you make, dude. I did a podcast with Corey and Zach Ness, right? The people.
How much money do they make?
They do, but
Goddamn millions.
I remember I don't know if it make
no,
millions,
but it was a good one.
I did a podcast with him, and then I said I had watched a couple of videos that Zach Ness did with their TV show they did, and I was like, man, you're kind of a dick. I was like, I felt like I was so stoked to say that to him. Not that
You get a laugh out of it?
he did, yeah.
Good.
I was like, man, like, I was watching this
maybe
this
it is
TV
what it
show.
is.
I was watching this TV show, like, they made you like a dick, dude. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like,
That's TV on.
but to say that to Ness, like, hey, man, you're a dick.
Yeah.
And get away with it, and they laughed about it. I'm like, okay.
Well, honestly,
Partying, dude.
Yeah,
We're
fuck
partying.
it. Yeah, let's go to Mexican food.
I know you was stoked to get
Hamsters,
that
bro.
fucking podcast, but dude, honestly, let's be real. For Jace to be in the podcast world 2.5, 3 years,
3.5 years.
3.5 years, and to get a podcast with Ness, that's fucking. I mean, let's commend him again.
said,
Top
dude.
10, baby.
The fucking top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10 automotive.
We
podcast.
going to Miami, baby.
That's my bad. Hey, I mean that,
Dude,
honestly, that's
pull your
fucking-
dicks out.
Friends. Where's Kyle?
Mine's
Hey,
way too
He's
small.
waiting.
can I let Kyle?
I'm a grower, not a shower.
I'm electing
Oh
Kyle as my
shit! There he
champion.
is.
We haven't
Pull your
confirmed if
dick out, bro.
Kyle's all balls or dick yet. We haven't.
No,
But
I think Kyle's on.
no, it's all good.
to do this podcast, I mean, some relationships here, like James's relationship to me is through the podcast.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
No,
3.5 years. That's why you found us.
before the podcast. Oh
Well,
no,
I mean,
that's
No,
right.
you
That's how
found
you
it's the
found
podcast.
You're right. Fair enough.
To do this fucking thing, this thing we're doing right now, this
Bullshit talking,
this-
drinking.
yeah, this
How did this
2.5
become-
years ago we were doing it in the fucking remember
did
in the
this
fucking apartment.
Yeah.
How did this become a fucking
The thing that's the thing.
payroll?
What this is now, it's
Fucking
like
rich, bro.
Dude, this guy's rich.
it's the
I'm
best.
rich.
It's the best opportunity. It's the best opportunity to be a fly on the wall in essentially an intimate conversation. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're sober.
I'm not even there yet, baby. Oh, you keep me out of the meatball telling me it starts at 6:30. It can't go past 4 hours. I know that. She goes, you better come pick me up at Constance. You got my car. And I was like, we'll see. Like,
The thing about this whole deal is there's no understanding of what it is. Like it's just every day we do another thing. We do another episode. We do another day in the life of what we're doing as a friends, as a collective. And we try to like figure out, okay, let's do a podcast about it, you know?
Yeah.
And like I've been reaching out to you guys a lot more because I'm like, hey dude, I do these Patreon podcasts, I do this Cold Snack podcast, which that I benefit heavily on because it's just for people that support the podcast, right? But it's hard to ask people to do it. Like I can't ask Lucky Dave's to fly to Dallas and be like, hey dude, do the podcast for the smallest listenership. But I do enjoy doing that shit because this group of people that invest to be a part of the inner workings of this thing, I think that like doing those type of things that we've done with the Cold Snack podcast, the Q&A we did this week, it gives people an intimate connection to what we're doing. And it's weird to think of ourselves as what we have to say is important because
Agreed.
that's super weird.
Agreed.
Like,
But I
I
think
don't
it has-
feel like we're any different than every dude that rode to the Campout.
I think it has morphed from trying to identify who the next brand is or who the next kind of industry
The go-to
person
guy.
is to get to the point where that's still definitely a part of it. But now there is like
You feel like
there's
family to people.
personalities that are a part of it as well, in a sense, and it's strange to feel that way, but Jaden is one of them, Cody is one of them, Saxon is one of them, I am one of like the people that are on here pretty regularly, right? That it's not the first time you're hearing their voice, and it won't be the last. It's different than the person that you have on one time, and that's it. So it becomes almost like people are a little bit more invested in those lives because it is part of what we consider the fast life.
Look, man, like the fast life is not Jace, it's us, man. It is.
100%. I agree.
It's us.
You got the paint, you
3
got the
hours?
garage. There's so much
At
more
3:30,
to
we're
this.
cutting this in the Patreon at 3:30. Let me know. But
Oh,
no,
then we can turn it up.
But-
then we can really turn it.
Oh boy.
now here's the deal. Like we've got experience, right? We've done this podcast. Kyle, Trent's done a couple.
Correct.
But I was talking about it in a podcast recently. Like, man, like Jacob.
I want
Jacob-
to hear Jacob on here heavy, like not with us.
Jacob,
Just heavy
Jacob is the
Jacob's
most
gonna,
under-
Jacob's gonna have to be high as fuck. to be
Jacob
on
is
there.
the most underrated friend of ours
is.
that has
He
not
is.
been on this. As
He
far
absolutely
as
is.
could
That's-
absolutely
He could wreck a fucking
star
podcast.
on a podcast. Yes.
He's so funny. He's so funny.
But I
but
don't feel like
One
I
of my
don't feel
favorite
like
people of all
you
time.
put these mics and cameras in front of his face, he's gonna be shy. But
if we can like get we can get a cut. We can get him past that introduction.
I
that
think
that
we
part.
could. I think we could get him past that.
So
we've
also,
done
I
it.
think Larry could be
On the road.
if we can get Larry out of the comfort zone and to talk a little shit. I think Larry would be a fucking asset on the podcast.
I agree. Oh boy.
I feel like you're pissing and you just came 3 times.
The
on the wrong side. That's 20. Oh, that's 20 millimeters. What the? Oh, perfect. 20. Hey, I'm a Jim, bro. I'm a Jim. Just talking shit.
Nobody.
I just love it.
We're alone.
Fuck you, Jose.
it's been some time. It's been some time.
He said join the Patreon. Dude, you told him to fuck off.
No, I love it. I thought that was the other Jose. God damn.
Yo,
Patreon about to
it's
be
been some
lit.
time, but if you God damn. If you ever take the time to go back to the original On the Road podcast from
Yeah,
California,
dude. That
there's
first
so much-
California
there's
podcast,
so
we were
much
sitting on the
beauty in
side of the fucking highway.
where was it? Y'all remember?
Silt.
Silt, Colorado.
If that podcast,
It's beautiful.
If that podcast is not a staple of what this brand of a podcast is about,
That's where it all
That
started.
was the
man.
first time that
That's where it all
anybody was on the
started.
mics. You feel the nervousness, and then you feel
Of all of
you feel
us.
it loosen and loosen and loosen, and it's become more second nature to those of us who've done it
Yeah, but
multiple times.
you know,
but
like
that
for
first, the
us,
first
though,
for anything
for us though, like the people that listen to that podcast will never know what it felt like to be
there,
there.
yeah.
Somebody just sent me a lot of money. So I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
How much?
A lot.
Let's talk about it.
No.
Did you see the guy that
So many
shaved the top
people-
of his head?
Yeah, dude. I got pictures of
He's
that
in
dude.
Tennessee. I love that.
He did a skullet.
Where'd that come from?
I love that.
But
At the party?
no, before the camp out, he said his wife shaved his head, and he's like, "Are you trying to not get me laid at the camp out or what?" But no, the thing about that first podcast that we all did together on the side of the Colorado River in a campground
In Silt.
When
Colorado. was dope.
we talk about like the camp out and its intimacy that it has had, that is the same thing with this podcast. The intimacy it had at that time, like people can go back and listen to that podcast and be like, these dudes were just doing what they wanted to do, and then they talked about it, and then now it became a thing, and now it's a thing, and now we're doing this, and now
You know
we're
what was weird is I felt more comfortable at that podcast on the side of the road in the KOA talking about shit.
Was that the one where Jacob took the edible?
Dude, Jacob and Larry were both fucked up.
They were both.
But-
they were like.
but-
the
That's
first
when they
5
found
minutes, they were
Willie.
Like, hey, I'm Jacob. I'm Larry.
But
And they're like,
now sometimes I get in this room, I'm like, I feel more,
different.
I feel more
Well, because it's more official. It's you're in a studio. It's
in the
not.
video. I guess the video.
Well, and
I don't
remember
care.
how we did
I don't
that
look
too?
at the
Because it
camera
was
shit.
so brand new.
We
right?
had
It was-
the
it
lavalier
literally
practice.
went around the circle. Like the continuity
Yes.
of the
Yeah, I
conversation
remember that.
was
It went
significantly
around the
different.
circle.
We weren't talking over each other. We weren't doing the shit exactly what we're doing now. It was, what do you feel? Okay, it's your time on stage. It was different, but it was cool in of
We
it was
had-
what it was.
Had the fucking mics clamped to Simpson
Helmets.
helmets.
We did
Yeah.
it by
Visors, you know?
the whole thing was done by headlamp. Like it was super unique.
It was raw.
It was super raw.
Super raw, but people love it.
I hope so. I hope
I
that
dig
when
it.
people
It
when
might
people
not
hear
be
that
nothing to nobody
podcast,
else,
when they
but
hear
it
that
means something to
podcast, I hope they understand that it was the side of the road, and it was in the moment, right? It wasn't a recap. It was in it.
Yeah, we were there. We were there.
It was after we rode 70 for the first time.
Yeah.
We discovered
We
70.
had just in fucking what was it, Glenwood Springs,
Yeah.
Glenwood
You know?
Canyon,
Glenwood Canyon.
Yeah, Glenwood Springs.
Glenwood Canyon. That's right.
Same thing. Yeah,
But
that was dope. Dope. Goddamn.
the thing is about all this shit, man. It's like it's surreal. Like it totally is, because you know, like I was like scrolling through the pictures to do the post earlier this morning for this thing, and I scrolled all the way back to our last Sturgis run, and I'm seeing us just coming out of Irish Spring Canyon, and Jacob's popping fucking bullets in the goddamn sign, and I'm like,
I think it was
There's-
just Irish Canyon. Irish Spring is soap.
Irish Spring.
It was
Is it
called
Irish Spring is like the soap, right?
It was
Irish
just called,
Canyon.
it was just called Irish Canyon.
All right.
In Wyoming.
There's this thing that like I wish there was a better way to describe how powerful this open-ended friendship, because it's not closed.
There's
like
no way to
we're-
describe it though. It's
I mean,
It's endless.
every
It's
time
endless.
every time we've done a trip, it's been so different than the one before,
Yeah.
because we've opened up the door to people coming in and coming out. I mean, we did Sturgis last year, and this trip after Sturgis was so intense, and then we had people
14 fucking
that
people.
showed up with us, but then left, and then Steve Chamberlain showed up, and then
yeah.
there was like so many things
At
that
one point, we had 14 people fucking rolling this trip. When
I think
we
the
came
most
home was
the
what,
most was when
5 or
we
6?
were at fucking in Steamboat Springs.
Steamboat Springs. Probably
Everybody was together, and
Yeah.
that was the day that things split up.
Yep.
1,000 miles away from home.
It's
Yeah.
not open, but it's
over,
not
over
closed.
1,000. Probably 12.
That's when we finally linked back up with this motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
He got
I made
refound.
all up the
The
day
Rock
before
Springs.
Colorado. Yeah,
No, you didn't.
no.
No,
Oh, next
you
day.
showed up
See,
at Steamboat
Yeah, y'all
Springs.
showed up at the KOA, and I'm sitting there with my shirt off. I'm like, yeah, I was like, hey. I don't know, go to the lead store. and
Hey,
everything.
mom and them.
At the end of the day, man, like
Dude, I don't fucking.
I don't know where our lives are gonna go from here. I really don't. I mean, if you think about it, like you're
Nobody
about to
knows.
get like legit married. Like you're married, but you know, like on paper, you're gonna get married, right?
Oh, it's,
I love her.
I just fucking.
No, yeah. But you're gonna
I'm
get married on
fucking-
paper,
I'm
like
fucking-
legit. Like this shit is not a fucking joke anymore. Like
Yeah.
you're married as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Not going to change my life.
I think
No,
he's supposed to get
it's-
married at some point.
This dude proposed last time, so
I did
Is that the
it-
new
I
thing to
did
do
it
is
at
just
medieval
propose?
times. Are you kidding me, bro?
you didn't what?
I did it at
You didn't
medieval
mean it?
times. I did it at medieval times. Come on, bro.
We should just
The
change this
cable
to
guy.
We should change this to a Jaden
First
Cody
of all, all right.
podcast.
First of all, I'm already in trouble for this.
How many buds you got going on?
But
He's on 12. He's working on 12 right now. But no, like this
3:30.
life
Where are we at?
this fucking life, dude. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna?
Are we 3 hours?
at 3:30 we're cutting this off and going Patreon.
No, that's not what it was.
All right.
Are we 3 hours?
He was talking about the topic.
I was just trying to
He was talking about the topic.
Oh, okay.
saving him right now.
Jade,
Thanks, Zach.
be a man.
What? What do you want to know?
No,
I'll say it.
Anyway,
The craziest thing, man, is like we're talking about doing these trips in America, but at the same time, like we're all looking at like the fact that every year we're pushing another boundary, right? So this year we're doing Maine. We're making it happen.
You know what next year gonna be?
It's going to be further. It's going to be Canada.
Hauling that motherfucker out.
Dude,
Canada.
We're going to Canada.
Yeah.
We're going to Nova Scotia, baby.
no.
I think we were doing the other side of
we're doing
Canada.
the other
No,
side.
no.
We're doing fucking
I'm not. I'll split
Your-
with you motherfuckers
your-
in Vancouver. Fuck off.
Your boy
I
doesn't
think
have
we're
his
going
passport.
Calgary
spot to
across.
stay in Calgary.
Oh, so we should go there because of a spot to
You
stay.
goddamn right, that's
I don't
free
have a
spot.
passport. I can't go to
Whatever,
going to
get
Banff.
it. You got a year to
We're
get it.
going to Banff.
Whatever.
No, you're talking about.
Banff.
You're talking about the
We
month,
did say
right?
we were
National
going to Banff.
Park. Banff.
Are you
I
talking about the
know.
month?
Have
we're
you ever been
going to
there?
Canada?
No.
Oh.
Next year.
You're at next year.
Next year's
Pacific-
big
Oh,
trip.
I've already. Yeah, someone.
Or else we can just go to La Paz,
Somebody already asked me, "What are
What?
you doing next year?" And I said, "Well,
Mexico,
Paz.
we haven't
South
even
Mexico,
talked about it, but I think it's
La
probably
Paz.
going to be Pacific.
down by Cancun,
Yeah.
right all the way down
I'm
there.
down for either, but
Here's the deal. Like
I
Jacob
got a
brought
spot
this
to
up. We
stay.
could do tomorrow, next year. If I'm down to do Nova Scotia. I want to do it. But
Nova
next
Scotia on
year,
the East Coast.
we would just be
Yeah.
doing a little bit further than what we've already done. But
But a
if we can
different
do the Calgary thing, go to Calgary and then over to Vancouver and down,
Yeah.
we can knock off the
all
fucking.
48.
I agree.
We're gonna do no, dude. I want to be there. I
We're
want to
gonna
be there
do
with
Nova
you.
Scotia.
We're gonna be there.
We're
Halifax,
gonna do
that's my
Nova
shit.
Scotia.
I want to be there.
Scotia's East Coast also.
It is.
I know. And it makes you want to hit it when you go to Maine, but it's a lot further ride. It's 400.
Yeah,
more
you realize
miles.
like when you want
I
to do the
literally
Nova
won't
Scotia,
have a-
like, hey,
I
look,
won't
Maine
have a
and
is
it's
fucking
probably
day
cold
2.
as fuck up
You know
there.
what I mean?
They got a ferry up there too.
Okay, they might do.
I've got a friend in New
But it's cold
Hampshire,
as
maybe.
dick.
Y'all gonna do your thing?
You're supposed to talk in the microphone because it's podcast.
Sean says he's bringing pizza for us.
Right now.
Hell yeah,
down.
pharmacist, all right.
Because after this, we're
he-
about to start the Patreon
Is he
version.
bringing
You know what?
other things
And
than
if
pizza?
you were okay, little backtrack. If you were at the Campout, and if
You had mushroom?
Oh,
yeah, if you had a fun
better
guy
fucking
kind of
thank
time,
Sean. You better
yes.
thank
If you had a
Sean.
time,
Yeah,
if
heavy.
you all of a sudden had something
was
to
a
drop,
plug.
he laced
if you had somebody
everybody
walk,
up.
He
somebody
was a
walked
plug.
up, gave you
Pharmacist was
something,
heavy.
and next thing
What's
you
his
know,
last name?
you're
Sean Bassler. He's
Give a round of applause to
Hey.
Sean Bassler.
He got
Thank
all you
you,
motherfuckers
Sean
high.
Bassler.
Thank
He
you
got
for
all
your
y'all
drugs.
fucked
Thank
up.
you for your
but
drugs.
as far as yes,
How your mom and them?
yeah, he was the true MVP.
Man, I'm a dude. We're me and James are on the same wavelength age, right? I'm looking at the fact like next year, in September of next year, I'll be 40 years old, and you'll be 40 as well.
Bitch,
Don't
don't act
remind
like
me,
that's
dude.
old.
It's not that it's old, but it's like
No, but it is a milestone. Let's be
it's
real.
a milestone. Like, and in our 30s,
I agree,
we
it's a
found this life,
You did.
and right, and so like as we hit 40,
I was
like
lucky enough to
I
find
don't-
early 30s.
by the time we hit 40, let's be real. By the time we are fucking like, we're 40 years old, we would have done Maine, and if we're gonna play on this idea that we're talking about right now, we would have done Calgary. We would have hit pretty much every corner.
Was it literally right after the end of this trip is my 39th birthday?
Yeah,
It's crazy. I don't feel that old, but feel and, what it
30
actually is.
though, like
different, dude.
we think about 30. We think about our life in 30, right? All the shit we've tried to figure out and do, and like where we want to accomplish in our 30s, and now we hit 40, right? What is 40? For me and you, I feel like it's international. I feel like
It's me.
how do we figure out how to go to Europe?
Fitting to get
How,
a
how do we
Pan
do
America, bro.
how we do Ireland on a bike? How we do
New
all these
Zealand's
places?
the bucket list for me.
But
New Zealand's it.
It is, but here's the deal. What we're doing right now is going to transpire to that if we keep doing this hard as fuck.
Agreed.
Because
Just gotta keep on keeping on.
I feel like at one point in time, we're going to be riding a bike to fucking Dubai, and Ben's going to be like, hey, welcome to the fucking,
Hey, I got a house over here.
you know what I mean? Like, whatever
He'll
the fuck.
grant you wherever you're at.
The crazy thing is like these bikes that we've all been essentially operating on, like they've been our horses through this whole come up, right? Eventually, one day they're going to die, right? And eventually, something's going to be on a new thing. So, is the new thing going to be the transition into the international thing? Is the new thing going to be transition into the dirt ride? There could be a difference, but eventually, the horses that we've been riding on they're gonna quit.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, how far along are we going to go to? We don't like the still horses no more. We want the fucking dirt road. Like right now, I'm not into the fucking off road shit. Like I don't
know how bad I want to go ride with Brian.
I don't give two shits about going.
I want to go ride with Brian out
fucking,
there so bad, dude.
I want to ride roads and I want to get places.
I do too.
And I want to fucking see monuments, you know. And I want to see all the bullshit.
And drinking bars on the way.
Well,
I made a comment
right now.
about
Pan America, they're.
I want to see chicks from Montana's titties.
I made a comment about that
Doesn't matter
not too
what
long
you're
ago.
riding on.
I feel like
be lucky.
I
if you
think
see
Montana
that shit.
titties might be great. Do you think they have darker areolas?
Oh, God.
You ain't seen none.
I know I haven't
Nobody
seen them. I
knows.
just want
You ain't.
to.
I feel like whether it was conscious or unconscious, we all did kind of make a commitment a few years ago to essentially say we want to invest in the lower 48. We want
Yeah.
we want to see what it has
We
to
ain't
offer.
seen half the fucking lower.
We haven't
Well,
seen, but
well-
that's the problem about it. It's like we haven't seen it all, but at the same time, it's like we're trying to inspire the fucking motherfuckers that are right
We've
here.
seen coast to coast, but we ain't seen.
We can
the
do a
half.
Midwest trip. We can go to fucking Milwaukee and back,
Right.
and
I'm down
Michigan,
for that.
and do
But
that.
that's the thing. We're
let me
definitely
give you a-
putting our best foot forward to see it.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
And then, because eventually, it's not that we won't ever see it again, but eventually
We'll come
we
back.
will have seen it or seen a very good portion of it.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people can say that. So that'll be a big sign off, check mark, blessing for us, everything. And then eventually you just want to keep doing, right? We've always had that comment about where we keep pushing each other. We want to
Dude,
keep doing things.
Think about it like this: if we, and I say us, the guys that there, right there, those guys, Jaden, Kyle, Trent, if we could do the Argentina to back to Dallas, if we could do that. We
That's
can do
not
that.
hard.
Maybe.
He's done it. It's not hard.
No, I'm just saying it's not hard as a physical
I could
person.
die.
It's hard as a getting time off.
I could die
No,
after
not
that trip
nobody
and
here-
feel completed.
Not nobody here, but you could get the time off to do that.
Yeah.
To be honest,
At the same time, though,
It's
by the
gonna
time
take a month.
by the time it's available,
It's gonna take a month.
Yeah, by the time it's available for all of us, I think we'll all be in a position where we have that kind of time off.
I will never hope so.
You know what people need to be in a position to is to live their own fucking lives. And for the ones in the fucking woke, the woke and the fucking the cancel culture that might have fucking
Fuck
tried.
yeah, brother.
The ones from the cancel culture
loving it.
that
I'm
might
loving
have
it.
tried to fucking get their little
Switch it to Patreon.
that might have tried to get
Switch it
their
to
little fucking
Patreon.
tentacles into this fucking event. I just want to let you know that
Didn't work.
nobody needed you. It was the funnest fucking event ever. Guess what? Guess what? As much as it's gonna fucking hurt your feelings, fucking a bunch of chicks showed their titties on their own wheel.
Damn right, brother.
And it really wasn't even about that. There was more gay dude stuff than there was anything. But nobody, you're really not. Nice try.
Tell me
Nice
how you
try.
really
That's all I
feel.
can tell you. That's all.
Dude,
I'm
I
gonna say.
just
Yeah. Other than that, hey, continue on. Continue on. That's all I
All
wanted
right,
to
man.
say is if you're hardcore listening for something to get mad about,
Stay woke, Dragon.
that'll hey
stay woke,
Mayfield
Drake.
said.
if you
That'll wait, Mayfield.
if you're hardcore listening to something to get mad about, that should catch a crawl in your ear. And other than that, keep on with the keeping on.
Keep it on.
Dude,
Y'all so drunk.
Because
We are, yeah.
it was the best event, and it
You're
didn't
not?
need any of.
I've
Yeah,
had fucking
Who's not drunk?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Who's not drunk?
7, 8.
I am not on
This
y'all's
is
level.
9, and I had three whiskeys.
Don't worry about my drink. I got my drink.
Don't give them a new cup; those are fucking expensive.
Don't worry about my drink.
You want some? Go get some.
Look,
If you don't finish that vodka, you're a bitch.
All right. All right.
version.
Let's wrap this
Drink.
one up. Let's wrap this one up. How about
No,
that?
we ain't rapping shit.
wrap this part of
This
it up. We're
part.
we're Patreoning after this, right? I honestly like.
So this podcast goes out to all the people that came out from miles away, from thousands, hundreds of states.
We
Out.
love y'all.
Yes, this is your
You're all
camp out.
gay.
It's your camp out. It's your podcast.
Thank
Show
you
up.
guys.
Have a good time.
Thank you guys. Well, yeah, nobody really from out of town showed up and acted like a cunt. Not that I realized.
Nobody. I didn't see
So,
nobody act like.
So
a cunt.
you guys are the real MVPs.
There you go.
Run in peace.
All right.
You were, baby.
Mama knew.
It's true. It's true. Nothing but love to everybody who put the effort in, and we hope that you felt the love back. We really do, because that's all it is for us, and we had a great time, and I hope y'all did too.
favorite
We're gonna
gift
hit
was
y'all on the Northeast trip, and I hope y'all come party
Give
with
a
us.
fucking
If
cow.
not,
Joey
Yeah,
Borrelia.
Kyle run on that fucking ding
What's that?
dong,
What's
fucking
that?
King Kong.
you did ding
Joey
dong.
Borrelia. Yeah, this dude came out, cock out.
He pulled his dick
He
out.
showed his
Dude,
dick.
Are you putting his dick on the
I
internet
don't
right
really
Dude.
see that, but-
I feel like, I mean, I took pictures of him.
now? My man.
Hey, your
My
mama
man's
them
got some
love
fucking meat on
He got
him.
the juice. He got the juice.
it. You looked at his dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, if you pulled your piece out, I was like, God damn, Cody got a piece on him. Like,
No, I got to take my thumb up my butt to get it.
yeah, dude, like, and you know what? Here's the deal. I'm your friend. So if someone said, hey, Cody's dick is not as big as I thought it would be, like, hey, here's the deal.
Grower.
You got to stick your thumb in his ass.
Grower.
Shit gotta be real.
But no, like, everybody that came to the Campout, everybody that, like,
Thank
supports,
you. Thank you.
everybody that's, like, into this, like, if you're still listening to this podcast, like, 20 of you,
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
it's
47,
honestly,
yeah.
hopefully, if
Okay, that's
Thank
dope.
you.
if you
I
ever,
think that, like, without, I mean, you know, being top 10 in this,
Without any of y'all, it wouldn't happen.
I mean, I wish there was a way that I could, like, that we could make this about everybody.
Right. But you
It's
can't.
it's impossible, right? Like, you know,
But yeah, if you're listening to this, don't. I mean, if nothing else, let this episode be a testament.
thank you.
Yeah.
Don't be
We want
afraid,
you-
dude.
we
Don't
want
be
you
afraid
to-
to come out.
Let's
Seriously,
just say,
We will- hey.
we want you there.
dude, we want
We
you.
want
there.
you to show up.
You
Be
start
a
out.
fucking man. Show up. Ride your goddamn bike to the camp out.
Bring your
Hey.
chick, let her pull her
Bring
titties
your
out.
chick.
Start.
Let her
whether-
show her fucking tits.
whether you're with your chick or not.
If not,
Come on out. Guess
that's
what? If you
cool.
break down,
If you show
guess-
up, that's cool. If you don't show up, that's not cool. Be a man.
But seriously, you come out, and if you break down on the way, guess what? We will break our necks to make sure that you ever
Why
we
you
can get
so
you back on the
high?
road and get you there. But dude, come on.
Dude,
Hey, if James ain't
This is
about
Cody's
it,
show.
ain't-
and another thing,
And another thing, I'm too drunk to talk about this chicken.
I'm too drunk to talk about this chicken.
dude, chicken sounds so good right now.
You'll
What the fuck would you say?
Sean's coming with pizza.
Yeah, Sean's coming for pizza.
you'll
But-
always be welcome with us.
Yeah, hey,
I
don't
got
get
problems with my-
Cody.
You don't have
Is,
to eat. Don't worry, Cody. You don't
when he
have to
starts drinking, he doesn't want to eat. He doesn't want to fucking hide it in.
Catch me outside about that.
Oh my god. Dude, I don't know.
Bitch, y'all motherfuckers like
East
don't even.
Texas, motherfucker, man.
Come on, what do you?
Look,
do?
I get it.
Hey,
You've been drinking since you were 4. I
You're
get it.
no,
country
Cody,
is-
you name it. Let's do voice stuff. Do it.
What do you want to do? I call them
Joey,
out.
hold up that bottle for the camera.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, that one you've been.
That's a handle,
That's
motherfuckers.
a handle, baby, and it's almost gone. It will be gone by the end of the night. Anybody want to contest me and give me Venmo $5 in a night?
Oh boy.
This bitch will be
Hey,
gone. I promise you that.
Unfortunately,
And guess what? I bought
Steve
it.
Chamberlain made, or not Steve Chamberlain.
Let's see the
Steve,
cost
sit down.
sheet.
Steve made too much money last night.
And guess what? He didn't drink a fucking
Handle.
what's that?
That's a liter and a
How
half.
many liters?
Just like 17
Liter and a
bottles of
half
champagne.
of fucking vodka. I bet he
Hey,
drank
what's
5
your
beers last
what's
night.
your what's your PayPal?
You don't know.
L_C_Brantley
Brantley.
at yahoo.com.
Yahoo?
Send me some money.
.com.
Excite.
Bitch.
Sing something. Go on, Cody.
I'll down that
Finish it.
right now.
Finish what you were saying.
Ain't no bitch.
Saxon,
Going
put
to
a
the
song
hospital, man.
Mama just rain no bitch.
Put on the Garth Brooks song.
We can do that.
Oh, we can do Garth Brooks.
Put on it.
I know friends
Garth
in
Brooks.
low places where the whiskey bound and the beer
Tobias.
chases my blues away.
Hey, thank you, fellas. This is what it's all about. Thank you
And I'll
for,
be
for showing up to all the shit we
okay.
do.
Appreciate it.
Tobias, you're You're
Sorry,
Clay-
we're drunk now.
Clay
We can't
Barnett.
have
I
a
love
good
Clay.
conversation. Hey, let's
Hey.
have a good conversation. Come on.
And
Don't be gay.
look. Here's the
Where are
deal.
we at?
We party.
We're leaving Pittsburgh. Where are we at?
Oh man, we done. We done
wait.
been gone.
So in Pittsburgh, hey. So in Pittsburgh, we're getting fucking cheesesteak sandwiches. Hey, you cocksuckers!
Cheesesteaks?
Yes, we're hitting up the fucking cheesesteak space.
I thought that was
We're hitting
All I
up
want to
this-
say,
no,
like,
Philadelphia.
all I want to say, because we got to
Philadelphia.
end that part of the conversation.
correct.
what?
Fuck Pittsburgh. Here's the deal.
I thought we was going to Philly.
2000.
late.
Rebels Den party. We're gonna be at fucking
June 12th.
Tony's at June
June
12th.
12th, Saturday, June
Rebels
12th.
Den. If you want to be a
Little
part
Rock.
of this deal, here's the deal. Tony is a big proponent of why this shit works. Why
right.
the down south camp out, why the fast life camp out, why the polar ride, why everything works is because of guys like Tony and the people in Arkansas that are making this shit happen.
Mm-hmm.
His party is starting Friday. We won't be there Friday, but we'll be there. We'll be there Saturday. Show up. Make that the fucking next camp out
That'll
for
be
you
the
guys.
next joint. Yeah.
Yeah, be there for him, for what's going on.
Right. We'll be there.
I
We'll be there. Then the next deal we'll be in Sturgis.
We're
Then-
staying at Justin's house. I'm sleeping with him and his wife.
Yo,
and
Justin's house
I
far
can't
away.
wait.
definitely
I can't wait to play with you. Jerk them both off. It's gonna be great.
We're gonna get.
stitches.
this
Oh,
was
God.
just brought to my attention. Yeah, dude. If you're not at the King Tony and the
Rebels
Rebels
Den.
Den cycle party. Dude,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What are you even doing? I don't fuck
Are
with you.
you,
Hey.
are you a biker?
Yeah, I
Hey.
don't fuck with you.
Slit your wrist this way.
If you
Vertically.
if you fuck with us on this area,
That way.
like dude,
That way.
come on, bro,
You guys slip
come on, do better, than
but
that.
go real deep.
real deep. You gotta get it deep.
Just make sure you don't hit a vein.
And yeah.
No, hit the vein because you need to die. Fuck you.
But anyways, and if you're real cool, yeah, come on out to Little Rock. We'll make Justin and Paige's life a living hell.
We gonna wrap it up, sexy.
Wrap this shit up. We're gonna start the Patreon version.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Appreciate y'all.
RIP.